I can't stop singing, boys,
How do we know when we're
no
live?
matter what I'm talking
How do we know?
about.
How do we know when we're live?
We are
red button.
live.
Right now.
Oh,
Once
look at
someone
No
says
one's
something
here.
in the
We've
chat.
never
Nobody's
not
here.
been
Not a
live.
single
Not a
person.
single
I'm
person.
always
there's 23 people
on.
watching, so.
Wait, what does that mean?
Always
What does it mean
on.
What do you mean
23?
nobody's here, but there's
Well,
23 people
I feel
watching?
like this
No
is
one's-
a
no
bit.
one's-
Is there a
You're about
difference
to
between
reveal
top
something.
chat and all chat?
Yes, there is, Brian.
Oh, nobody's here in the chat. Is what
Nobody's here in the
Yeah.
top chat.
Oh, live chat.
This is
Nobody.
what we need to
Still
do.
nobody. Damn it.
This is why we
I
need
thought
to
that
do
Who's gonna be the
all
first? Who's gonna be the
shows.
first? Ready? As soon as they say something, you can hit the intro.
For the love of God,
Ready?
somebody
All right.
say
Somebody
something.
comment. Somebody.
All right, there we go.
Hey, hello, Manny.
Hello, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
What song is this?
It is weird having the mics on.
Welcome back. Oh, I didn't have the fade on. Fuck it. Welcome back to another episode of The Wanger Show.
Another one.
Another one.
It's episode 379 of The
379,
Wanger Show.
you say,
all of a
buddy.
sudden, everyone's here talking.
Now they're back.
Stop the steal.
It
Go Tigers.
is
Go Tigers.
Registeel. Registeel is the
Registeel.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Registeel.
Nice.
He's a
Just
steel
steal the vote.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there.
Give yourself
Oh,
that.
I don't know. I won't fuck
It's
up the.
that one. Might have to. Just know there was a drum hit there.
You don't hear a drum hit underneath the heavy metal.
Welcome back, everybody.
up, guys?
We're back. Eric Striffler's back again.
Howdy.
Hello.
And I
Howdy.
posted.
Brian's here. Cody's here. I'm here. You're all here.
Eric's here without shoes or socks.
Gross.
Is that okay?
Ooh,
Oh, they're
fine.
visible. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry
they're
about
right.
that.
Look at those things.
I do apologize.
Yeah.
It's like we're in widescreen.
Be glad I'm not doing what I usually do, which is if you catch me later, if I'm like this, you'll see. You'll see.
You're doing it right now. It's on screen
I
right now.
cross my toes like this just naturally when I'm just chilling.
That's just your resting.
Yes, my sister is always like, "Why are you doing that?" She's disgusted.
Can you pinch people with your toes?
You want me to
Oh,
try?
No.
Do it. Try it out.
Not on me.
Do it.
You pick
Imagine
shit
your
up.
toes could do that.
Yeah. Oh, you can't do that? With your fingers?
Like it's a
I don't know why, but when toes like
that.
spread out like that, it's just the creepiest thing.
Toes spread out.
Yeah,
like
spread
that.
your toes.
What is with feet?
Yeah.
What about
Did I
it?
say that clean? What is it with feet? Anybody here, real quick? We'll go down the line. Feet? Yes or no?
In terms of what?
Yes or no?
I acknowledge that they're essential, but I don't really.
Yes
know.
or no?
No.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I get more than feet?
What's that?
Armpits. Have we talked about this?
No, I knew you were going to say it, though.
You just look like an armpit guy.
Are you serious? You just guessed
I guessed that.
Well, what does that say about us? I don't know. you were like, you went to the same place?
No, that's just like...
He just knows
Weird.
you.
I'm like sweating from how funny that was now. That was so funny. I literally, you know me, I say the same jokes all over, so I'm like, I probably said this already.
No,
Wow.
it
Armpits.
just made logical sense, the
Yeah.
jump from feet to armpit.
It's not that I'm
You're not gonna
into
say
them,
like
but I,
wait.
Step
but,
from
but
there.
also to be clear, I'm not into that either. It's more like, you could
If you had to
sell
pick
me
one.
on that for
Yeah.
sure more than
Armpits,
feet.
yes
Sure.
or no?
Sure.
Armpits, yes or
yeah,
no?
I fuck with armpits.
Armpits, yes or no?
Something I've never thought of before.
Wow.
I'll give you a
right.
maybe.
Wow.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, you got to think about it. You got to look it up.
Never looked at a good armpit before, you know?
But now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen armpit.
That's not a category.
Oh, that's not a category on the
It
only.
definitely is. I can
fucking-
picture it very easily.
I'm
An
sure there's
armpit
a...
stroke?
I don't want to say anything anymore.
Okay. Yeah, think
Hey.
about that. Think about armpits in general.
Yeah.
Only a few
Like,
minutes
kinda
into the
weird.
show,
like
guys. Got to be careful.
Wikipits. Wikipits.
Wikipits. Wiki pits is not bad.
Yeah, I'm sure that
though.
exists. Yeah. Like
People's armpits and shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
a that's a
Wow.
smooth pit of
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
bet that arm's
a pity fuck. a pit job.
a pit crew.
What?
Oh, wow. That's the. got a lot involved.
That's when there's
Oh,
more
no.
people involved.
Open up
Anyway,
the
thanks
pit.
for
Things right
watching.
themselves.
We're losing it, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the program.
Welcome back.
We're exhausted.
We're all loony. We're
Doing
still loony from yesterday.
2 straight nights of shows
Oh, yeah.
is
Yeah.
bold choice. on
I
my
was
part.
loony.
That's right. We usually have a day in between.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was
Sunday.
loony the second that the show started. My
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Blacked
Last
out.
night's show?
Well, that's good though. That's where you want to be.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're not like in your head about I want to talk about where your heads were at with like having an audience, but That's good. I think that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
I even
Yeah.
I did cross my mind. I was like, should we have like taken a shot beforehand?
I
or
did.
something? You did. That's right.
Yeah.
I caught you.
Yeah.
I saw
I
you
needed
do
it
it.
because I was in my head the whole
Cutest little
time.
bottle. He was like, "Ooh."
You couldn't tell if you were in your head the whole time. I couldn't tell.
Oh,
You were
really?
fine.
I felt
Yeah.
in my head the whole time.
I saw him in the corner. He's like, just fucking do it.
Wow.
Just fucking do it.
Fucking
You
power
are
of love.
entertaining.
Power
Yeah.
Come on.
of love.
Yeah.
Did a line. He was just like, let's
Yeah.
go.
A lot of drugs back.
No, none of that happened.
yeah.
No.
Magic.
Realistically, just a couple of cold slices of pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. Some Modelo's.
Hey, mine wasn't cold.
Well, I'm saying
Oh,
like
yeah.
mid-show, like during the show.
yeah. You know what really gets me going is a cold slice of cheese.
Oh, nice. Dude.
Yeah. Cheese.
Zah.
Cheese.
I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah.
How do we feel about it?
Cheese
Talk
job.
about it.
A cheese job. You know where there's holes in Swiss?
Wiki cheese.
Wiki cheese.
Daniel in the chat. Thank you. Daniel said, man, you guys were awesome. Thank you for the night.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for
Daniel.
watching.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Were you there or were you watching?
Oh, Daniel, were you there?
Were you there? Were you a loser?
It'd be great if he was like, neither. He was just
Yeah,
trying to make it
neither.
seem like he was
The first-
supportive.
No.
Comment was like, I didn't see any of the karaoke, but I'm here.
Shit.
Yeah.
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 No, it was great. We'll probably talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
We can talk about it now.
talk about
We
it
can
now.
fucking
Kind
Kind of the only
Are
thing
we
we
in it?
had on the
Are we
thing.
in it?
Open up the pit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the bid. Don't say open up the pit now. We did it. We did Wanger's karaoke with a live audience
Yeah.
in attendance for the first time.
10,000 people. were in the
10,000
audience.
people.
It was
Yep,
crazy.
give or take
Yeah.
9,950.
Margin of error, 99%.
But yeah, no, it was. I thought it went. I mean, I thought it was easily our highest quality show. Like that goes without saying.
Yeah,
probably, right?
technically,
I mean,
or-
yeah. I think technically I still have, but I have notes like every single year.
Well, I have some notes,
Yeah,
but like
sure.
Yeah.
they're not what
But
I
we're going to
expected.
get to all of them now.
Yeah,
We
every
can.
single
I wrote down
I-
a bunch of shit.
You know what? I kind of still like the first one because it is just like that raw,
There's a
like
charm to it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's hard to compare.
Yeah.
I have trouble looking back on the first one because I was switching it while also doing it. So
Oh,
like there's a lot of
yeah.
like stress.
And I was running a
associated with
camera
that.
at
Yeah,
one point.
we
Yeah.
were swapping
That was-
cameras,
yeah.
audio.
That
all
was fun though.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
one thing I was talking to Amber about it. She's like, I get that the show is chaos, but
Yeah.
she wished it was a little bit like not that as much. But I was
The
like,
first one or
no,
just
this
now?
one too.
Now.
Like, but like that's
Well, and-
also part of the charm of the show too, is that it's like constantly chaotic.
Well, it's not like overly produced.
Well, but this
Right.
one felt like the chaos increased. Like it's been getting smoother, and then this one went back to more
Yeah,
chaos.
this
Yeah.
was
because
It was more so
live.
Yeah,
in front of an audience. Like we went up for American Idiot, and we were like in the hallway. We were
what
like,
are we doing?
Who's going?
Yeah,
first?
we didn't
Like,
practice
you know.
that at all.
Whatever you
Yeah,
guys
we
talked
should've done
about,
that.
I did not.
Christian, by the way,
think-
Christian landed on the craziest option, which was like 6 words
Yeah.
each.
Like I start off and then you go.
We talked about that
Yeah,
before
yeah.
the show,
But we didn't rehearse
You
it.
put
Said
that in my
Verse,
head,
Chorus,
and
verse,
so
chorus,
Yeah.
and you just did like 2 lines.
I thought it was like
Don't
the
want to
first
be an
line.
American. Don't want a nation.
That's
No,
what I thought we were
yeah,
going
no,
for.
That's the
no, no.
craziest option.
It
you can
is,
think
but
of.
we had to rehearse it.
Yeah.
Don't
To-
want to. Please.
Yeah.
Next year, guys. We'll try it next
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
We have a year to prep. Come on.
Also, the one thing I don't want to do is perform the first song, then have to speak to
Talk.
everyone, and then
Yeah.
perform this. Because after that, straight like 10
Oh, yeah,
minutes
yeah,
of
that
just
was-
That
talking,
is so
singing.
easy to fix if we just sit down and go over the schedule,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
we really
yeah.
didn't have
Yeah.
a chance to do. Yeah.
Which
Very
what-
easy to fix stuff like that.
Should you have opened the show then, Eric?
I had to.
Or were you
well,
changing?
Changed,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But that's something that we can very easily figure out and fix, I think. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah. I
do think that
next time I just wouldn't go first. To
yeah,
sing.
Yeah,
song
that makes-
order,
yeah.
song choices, song order, and costumes. I think should all discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like we
for
should go through every. What are you wearing? That's
Yeah.
going to be a problem.
Or
with
if there's a
this,
surprise,
you know what I mean? Like,
or
yeah.
if someone's gonna guest sing with you.
Well,
Yes. Or
we'll
song
get
choice
to it, but that was
order.
the most probably.
Round one.
We'll get to
We'll
that.
get to all of that.
Right,
get
right.
to
Well,
that.
we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
what I think the most epic moment of the entire show was Alex during your song.
Really?
What did he say? He was like, did he say like "yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers" or something like that?
He
What did
said,
he
like,
say?
let me hear you, motherfuckers.
He
like,
said something.
Nowhere
No, but
his
but
voice got really deep.
It was like genuinely epic, and I was like, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm watching this is like a real concert
Yeah.
right now. This is insane. That was, I think, that was the highlight. That was a real highlight. That song was fucking
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was
felt it
fucking
was.
insane.
Okay. I
No,
thought
it
it
was
was a
your
dud.
craziest costume you've ever done.
It was,
probably.
it was a good costume.
And
yeah.
Thank you,
Alex
thank you.
crushed it. And it did make me think, well, that's interesting. What about a round with surprise guests that we don't know about. That's kind of interesting.
I kind of like that we all, and we're skipping ahead to round 5, obviously. But like that,
I think we should go through
all
each
of our
round,
round 5s, like we added an element to it.
Well, we
It
didn't
was a lot
necessarily
of fun.
plan that.
Yeah,
it just worked out that way, which was a problem because there was a lot to do.
But we no, but we knew
It worked out.
We knew that you wanted to do the Creed bit.
Well,
The bed sheet
it
thing.
didn't cross my mind that they were all in the same round. You were like, "Will you do this Creed thing?" I was like, "Of course." And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, it's in
Wild Wild
between
West was round
Deadpool
5?
and."
Yeah, it was the final.
was
And
the
that was your
final
Deadpool round, right?
Oh, what? Yeah.
So I had to dress up as Deadpool. Then I had to go out and do that with no costume. Then I had to get in my costume for my last song.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get back to
That was
it.
a great costume as well.
Yeah.
But with a little planning is my point. Maybe we could have done round 4 was the Creeds. You know, we could put stuff in a different order.
Yeah, but I think regardless, I'm very happy the way it turned out.
It was the highest quality show.
It was after I want to say after that first hellish opening and round. I was like fucking
hellish. Oh, because it was
just
hot.
because it was. I was just like constantly going. But after that, I didn't even really think about the crowd as much.
Oh, you weren't like you did HOTT go like
I'm sorry?
HOTT go like you had them going like you had the crowd
no.
going.
In this, like being
what?
HOTT go
like being nervous about being in front of a crowd. Like
I gotcha.
I saw all of our hands like kind of shaking in the beginning.
Really?
You guys didn't see that?
I mean,
I
probably me.
I naturally shake.
I've never spoken in front.
It's a problem. We gotta get that checked out. But yeah, after the first song, we were fine, I think.
Yeah, I expected that. I feel like we said it backstage. I was like, "You'll feel." We're all the fact that we all did the first song together made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But you could definitely tell. Yeah, I mean, we didn't block it.
Yeah,
we didn't.
It was a mess.
Looking back, I'm like, damn. Like last year, we crushed the plan,
The
and I was like,
All-Star one?
if we thought about this a little bit more, I would have said 4 mic stands, stay in your spot, like we did the first the previous year.
All-Star, yeah.
Make a plan
for the bridge as well.
We could have totally done it too, because even if we didn't practice it with like on the live stream or something, we could have easily just all like went up there, took 5 minutes and do it. But I mean, we were running around
all
doing
day,
a bunch of stuff.
setting up tech and shit.
Yeah, we got there at like 10 in the morning to set everything up, which
it was a long day.
I think maybe too early, but
noon would have been fine.
Noon I think would have been fine, but just knowing how like
you
long
never
it takes
know.
to do it. Well, that's even the fact that we got there that early, there were still like 10 minutes before doors were opening. We're like, there was some stuff that were like, we need to figure this out. You know, so
not necessarily on our end, but on our end, it was done pretty quickly. I was very impressed.
And that's why I'm glad we had Thad with us, because we've done so many schmoedowns back in the day where like that shit. I mean, back in those days, we were talking about it. Like we would show up 2 hours before showtime to set up the entire fucking thing.
That's pretty much it live. We only have like an hour to set up, so it's
But you have
quick.
one camera, if that.
2 cameras, and I have to just set up all like we have we watch the movie on a laptop on stage. That has to go out to the projector. It's a bit of something to do. It's nothing terrible, but
I guess ours was similar.
A lot more going on with this.
Well,
to be clear.
3 cameras with the GoPro 4. Oh yeah, 2 in the back.
Cameras.
Yeah, roaming and then the GoPro.
That's way more than.
Oh yeah.
But I'm glad it ended up working out. Yeah. We had 2 roaming cameras. I mean, in a perfect world, I would want every camera fucking moving around.
Although the one by the stage,
great.
that they're all credited. We can say their names.
Christina
was on.
Oh, she was great.
I just don't want to dox anybody. But they're all credited.
No, it's on the
Christina, that camera was like next level. I mean, that was just so fucking cool.
Those are all like the best shots. Those little, I think it might have been a little dark, but like all the more
it was a little dark
shots.
And also the zoomed in camera that was being manned from the back was awesome.
Yeah.
To me,
Manny,
whenever it cut to the unmanned camera, I was like, that's the one that I would cut. Honestly,
it's
almost
static. It ruined
like
the flow.
the other ones were all moving, so it looked so much cooler. Yeah.
Just have it just kind of like on a. Like go
slider.
left to right kind of thing, just kind of movement.
And you know what the problem is? The problem with that, I think a shot without anyone in the crowd is better. Whenever it cut to that wide shot, people aren't. It's not realistic to assume that people for 2 hours are going to be going like.
Yeah.
So you just see in front of us performing, just someone sitting there.
That's
a friend of mine, and he was having a great time. But it's like you're just watching.
I think that's what got me, because like you said, the Wild Wild West song was good, but I was like, no one's moving or anything, so it's hard to see or feel the energy.
I said like in the first song, I was like, "Oh, this is awkward." I'm just like singing to someone sitting there.
We said, we were like, it would be really cool to have everybody standing.
Yeah,
and
but for 2 hours.
So I got to tell you, that's one of my big things on my list. we could very easily, with more planning,
Cut down the show.
We can make it. We can make it a 90-minute show, and people wouldn't have a problem standing. 2 hours is where I think it's too far.
Yeah, I agree.
Because standing, by the way, includes you can go and sit down, you can go and get a drink, you can go to the bathroom and come back. It's like any other concert. But I think people would stand no problem. I think 90 minutes.
I think for something like that, we would have to have like the green room and where that is stationed up. They would all have to be behind the stage.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because like
the way this venue is put together is they don't have the wings don't go anywhere.
No, because we're going the way that it worked out of us going down the aisle through the crowd was really cool.
It was by necessity though.
Yeah,
that wasn't a choice. Yeah.
But if people are standing, because otherwise we're like, oh, excuse me, you know, kind of going through the thing. But I mean,
it would have been cool to have. Like for like our emo songs where our audience is like jumping up and down or some shit.
And they would. I think people would have gotten really into it. Yeah. You're more likely to move around if you're standing.
Or hey, like they're shaking the
100%.
thing.
That was the coolest surprising thing because I had them clapping for Dance Dance and I was like, oh shit, you're like I think I said it like on stage. Wow, you guys are actually like clapping. Cool. All right.
Well, even better than that, you're when I was rewatching it back last night at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
He said the power that he has for the audience.
Is that what I said?
Oh yeah, you did say that. But there was a moment that I literally like all alone watching it. You know, after a few drinks, whatever, I said out loud, "Aw," because it was so adorable seeing the shot of the crowd doing the hot to go dance. On stage.
Yeah.
Did you see the
you see like the silhouettes of people doing it? And I was like, that is the best.
You also see the 10 seconds where I forgot letters.
Yeah, you were like H.
I don't know what to fucking do.
And it's funny because you missed the part that I said was the most important. I said when you do this, you have to. I was like, you have to go bop bop.
Yeah.
That was the part. I
think I started with a T and then I went to fucking H and then G-O.
T-O-H-O.
Yeah, but I think after that, I think I got it. But yeah, everyone kind of doing it at the same time. That was super
shot
cool.
was like the best shot in the whole thing.
Yeah,
of everybody doing it.
Really cool.
That's what I imagined it being.
Yeah.
Seeing people in the foreground dancing around to it. Like, but that requires a dance, so it made sense. Yeah.
Or a song with some choreography.
Correct.
Yeah.
I did write it down though because I wanted to remember to mention it. I thought that was great. That shot was great.
Because I watched a little bit of it, and when I did Bye Bye Bye, I did not pay attention to you at all.
Oh, I wouldn't think so. I was behind you. Yeah,
and I almost forgot that you were up there. So when I started watching it, you're just doing this the entire. You were doing like the same. You're like
like a madman on stage.
It was so fucking so good.
It was pretty close.
I did the dance. I learned.
No,
you
did. But like you like just did it like over and over, and it was so fucking good.
I did it twice. I learned
the choreography.
And unfortunately, the camera like froze for a second there, and I was like, "Damn!" But I did it right. Oh well.
Was that the one? Did the lyrics like go away at that point? For Bye
They
Bye
went
Bye?
away during your song.
Yeah,
Wild Wild West. Yeah, they froze. He kept trying to bring it back up.
That had mentioned. I thought when he told me, and I heard it as the audio went out. It'll be back on the next song. I was like, audio, and then I checked, and I was like, no, that doesn't. And I didn't think about the lyric video, but it was the lyric video. I think there was some kind of glitch, and he couldn't pop it back on.
I saw that. I was scared. You can probably rewatch it. For American Idiot, right when you start, all the projectors went out. I didn't know that was supposed to happen.
It starts from black and fades on.
So
right.
I was like, this is terrible.
I had a moment like that once or twice. I was like,
I turned to him. I was like, was that supposed to happen?
You said that? Oh.
Yeah, and then the drum hit came on, and then the flag came up. Like, okay, thank God.
Yeah, because I said that all of our songs, I put like a second or two of black before it. So that way it just doesn't start right away.
Also, Angel, by the way, not you, don't worry. Because also Angel was in the front row. But my across from you, Angel, my buddy, you can see him very clearly right in front, just like.
Was he the guy that I kept calling out? There was one guy during one song.
Yes,
I was like, I don't know why I keep calling you out, but I see you.
It was our other editor. I'm pretty much it sitting there.
Oh, how funny!
He only knew 2 of the songs the whole show.
This Angel said. Yeah, Angel told me after the show. Yeah, he was like, I only know two songs.
Power of Love.
That'd be great.
2 songs.
My name is Jonas.
And then I think Wild Wild West maybe, or it was 2 movie songs. It was 2 songs from movies. So. Oh no! Bye Bye Bye. I think from Deadpool is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think someone in the chat said like, "Oh man, where's Deadpool at?" And then you came out.
Yes, I saw it when I watched it back. I watched it with the chat to see what people were saying.
It took a while for the chat to come back, right?
Well, I watched it hours later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ours doesn't come back till like for every week on the show. I don't get to see it till like the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it takes.
Yeah.
I'll usually wait to watch it too. Like I want to watch it with the chat.
That's what. Yeah.
Here's a fun game. So every Wanger's Karaoke, we obviously get like blocked in a region because of all this. No, there was only one song that got blocked.
Was it Russia again?
It was in Russia. Yeah,
okay.
It was in Russia.
Is it a song we knew?
Does anybody want to get? It's only one song.
You told us.
Did I say?
No.
In the chat? I thought I didn't.
I remember we're doing the test stream.
No. So
I know.
it
but
was.
I
it's a
think
different
that's
song.
what
Okay,
he
It was.
so it's a
It was
different song.
none. No, during this actual volume 5, there was only
Last
one
night
song.
you said, "Oh, we got blocked in Russia," I think, but I don't
Yeah.
remember if you said the song.
I didn't see what song it was until this morning, and it wasn't any. I don't think it was any of the songs that got blocked. during the
Oh, because
test stream.
there were 6 songs that got blocked in the test stream.
And now for this one, there was only one.
wow, which one? I'll tell you if,
Bye,
it's, I'll
bye,
tell you if
bye.
it was one of these.
You said Blink. What'd you say?
No,
you say Blink?
I'll go with Espresso.
No, it was Hey Ya.
Yeah, that was one of the ones. Okay, Hey Ya was one of the ones.
A Blink
Wow.
song?
No, Hey Ya.
Hey Ya.
No, what did you say? What song did you say?
I said the Dance With Me by Blink.
That's such a great song, man. Yeah,
Because that's technically not even a karaoke version. I think it's someone who ripped the actual song.
Which that's
and
that's
then
part of the
removed
problem. Is sometimes that's the case.
Yeah.
So that's what that's my guess.
But see, that's because we always do, for anybody who doesn't know, we do test streams of all of our karaoke videos to see what get flagged. And so when we did it this earlier in the week, like 6 or 7 songs, which typically happens. But and then
And
when
fair,
we do,
by the way, it's automatically
it's-
detected.
yeah,
and
it's
there's
fair.
also no one singing during it. And
Oh,
what helps is when
Our
we sing
voices
over
make it like
Yeah.
unrecognizable.
This is clearly not
Robots are
that.
fucking
Yeah.
confused. What
Shit.
the
Like,
hell?
What the hell is this?
So it should still be visible for everyone. Yeah.
Like, yeah, none of the Wicked songs were getting claimed.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
No.
But
You did a Blink song?
Borderline original.
My
That was his
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
I-
Yeah.
did
I
two
don't
Blink
remember
songs.
that at
Why do you
all.
think you did 2
you were too
Blink
busy
songs?
losing.
Ah.
Sorry. That was a low blow.
Cody's been the
One
champion for
low
24
blow.
Not
hours.
even 24
I'm not proud
hours.
of myself. I didn't feel
Damn.
right. To be honest with you.
Hey, but how's it
I
feel,
can't play
though?
the heel roll.
How's it feel though?
Not great.
Oh, it feels pretty good.
No,
You gonna
don't
wear
like
the
that.
champion
Welcome.
outfit?
Yeah, I know. I gotta figure something out.
Yeah, you want it?
Yeah.
He didn't go shirtless. He was thinking about going shirtless.
Yeah,
Topless.
I thought about 'cause
Pitless.
really I
I
should
would have done
have.
it.
This is the only thing
I was gonna wear it like up to here, so like my nipples were like just above the like all the way
The
up.
boxing
like one of those,
shorts.
like one of those football players that have the cutoff shirt. You ever see that?
I
No?
couldn't tell you.
Okay.
More like a boxer. Like
Yeah,
I was
okay.
just.
You look like a football player.
Oh, by the way, my original bit was to wear boxing gloves and try to hold the microphone.
would've been great.
But I was like, but if I
You're gonna
drop it, it
drop
could
it.
really
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
And be a loud thud.
Well, and
Yeah.
also break.
True.
So I was like,
Yeah.
let's not do
Yeah.
that. But I did consider like having
been
it and then being
funny.
like, all right, I'm gonna get it off the mic stand.
The only thing, and then so I thought I'm curious to hear what everybody thinks in the chat who watched or were there, what they thought about of Eric being the host and the 3 of us competing.
Yeah.
I thought I mean, I very much enjoyed that,
I like
but
that.
I also thought the point system worked out really well.
Definitely.
Like
Made
the
it more
3-2-1.
exciting.
I
Yeah.
think that influenced some of the voting. Like,
Yeah,
they
it
were
did.
like they wanted.
I
to,
feel
Which
the
is
same
what
way.
I always want.
I feel the same way.
That's what I'm always begging people to do.
I think the
We talk about
tiebreaker was
this-
ended a little too early.
Okay, but every year, I think I say in the recap, I'm like, vote so that it's exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody wins
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just for fun. Make it fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You can do the math and figure out like amongst yourselves,
Yeah.
like, okay, if we vote for so and so, it'll be a tie. It's like
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
it fun.
I think
Like,
I saw comments
they
of that
did.
in like round 3 or something. Like,
Someone
well,
did-
Cody should win this so it can tie.
yes,
yeah.
and I'm like, that's exactly what should happen.
Yeah,
But it should also be who earns it.
Start out, but I think it starts that way.
It does.
round
For
one,
2
Yeah,
rounds.
final
Yeah.
round, it's like if you have an opportunity
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
another song,
Yeah, yeah.
do it.
To
Yeah.
be clear, like because round 5 was when it really came into play.
That's
when
the
we
point.
made that decision.
Yeah.
But
It's fair
I do
until
think
then.
Brian was fantastic in that song, though. Like,
Which one?
For him to get second place in that round, I think.
For which
was-
one?
For Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West, I
Like-
think you deserved it that round,
Yeah.
but
saying,
Because of
like-
the point system.
I'm
but I
saying,
think it
like-
makes sense what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was, I mean, that was one of the highlights.
Was it really? I felt
look,
like a
look,
dud
Cody,
playing it.
No, not at all.
I was.
okay.
I didn't realize you did this when I was watching it back. I didn't realize you went into the crowd. Did like
And
the
everyone
Wild
did.
Wild
I
West.
was like-
Wild Wild West. That was a great bit.
Oh, yeah.
that was great.
But
Is
you
that
also
what-
you
Wild
did
Wild
it.
West?
You
Wild Wild
did
West?
it earlier, I think,
Yeah.
and someone said the
Oh.
wrong lyric, and you
Is
were
that
like,
Nick?
"What the fuck?"
I was like, no.
Was that when Manny?
Nick was a different song. No, that was Power of Love, maybe. I think.
I went out for
Yeah.
I Want It That Way as well.
Oh, that's
And
what it
I
was.
had
That's
people,
what it was.
I had people sing for
Yeah,
that.
you
It was
were like,
Backstreet Boys.
you are, and someone was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick screwed that
That's
up.
what it was.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
it was.
No, so my thought is
Yeah.
that I actually think watching it, it's hard to tell while we're doing it whose year it is, who deserves to win, whatever. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Watching it back, Cody, I thought everybody did great. Cody, far and away, I think earned it, deserved it.
I think
like,
during
I think it was
he did.
correct.
Like once the harmonica came out, I was like, okay, like he got round 1.
But also,
Yeah.
I'll say it, the most passionate, without question. Without question, the
Yeah.
most passionate and into it, I think, than anybody.
I was slightly peeved after round 4. That was my Nickelback song, and I got last place for that round.
I thought
was
you
like,
won that one.
No. I
Oh,
don't think so.
shit.
I remember being like, damn.
Wow.
I really felt that one.
You did for all of
That
them.
was
It was
personal
like-
now.
the energy was there. Like
Yeah.
I think so. Look, the way I'm thinking is, I think you had the best song choices in
Christian.
terms of. I always say for the girlies.
I
You
saw
know,
a couple of
You
people
went for
in
the
chats.
girly vote this
But
time.
you did the
It's a good
songs.
strategy.
Let's be clear.
Well, that's what you used to do with
if
like
I was
you
competing,
did Barbie and
right. If
yeah.
I was competing, you would not have had a chance to get espresso
no,
and hot to go
no,
before
no.
I.
Yeah.
I would have claimed them a year in advance.
Yeah,
is
you
my
would
point. That's what I'm saying.
before it came out. Yeah.
Right. But my point is like that's the way that I usually go. So you picked like the song. In my mind, I was like, these are all the songs that I would pick.
Yeah.
I love your song choices. Cody, the most passionate, like clearly throughout the whole thing. I think I do think Wild Wild West maybe was the best actual like full performance of the night. Honestly,
And to make you feel better, every time like you'd walk back and be like, "Oh, you crushed it," but like because
Yeah, you said that to me.
because like when you're in the back in the green room, like you hear the crowd more than you hear
Really?
the
Yeah.
performance
Oh.
almost. So like I can hear them singing along. To
Oh
your
yeah,
Oh,
song.
I couldn't hear
Multiple-
them.
no, you
yeah,
can't hear
yeah.
on stage.
Oh.
You can hear it in the video though.
Yeah. Oh,
one,
you
of,
can. Yeah,
one-
yeah.
one of the few times that I actually heard someone singing on the crowd was when Alex was like, "Motherfucker!"
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Who was that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Alex Fireflies was fucking incredible.
Yeah, that was great.
Holy
that
shit.
was really good.
And I jokingly said backstage, well, not jokingly, I said backstage, I was like, to Alex and whoever was back there, I was like, people are going to be like, wait, this guy's here but not performing, but he
know.
can sing.
He can actually sing.
It's my favorite running joke.
Yeah. He's an actual singer.
You know my
performer.
thought. To me, the
Yeah.
whole point is that we're like
bad.
getting by,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not bad necessarily.
Yeah.
It's just like realistic karaoke. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
real karaoke.
Yeah.
If you're like
True
a real
karaoke.
singer, it's like karaoke is different.
He has original songs.
Right,
Like,
right,
he's
right.
an actual recording artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are not.
Liam Avalar in the chat said the winner should host the next Wanger's karaoke after each
that
year.
was
Well,
the
that's,
idea.
that's what I thought.
That's the
Okay.
idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That-
So
that's-
Cody, you're gonna host
God, that's going to
on
be.
I got
stage in
thoughts.
front of people.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna bring out note cards. I'll be
Oh,
okay.
shit.
I'll
Yeah.
figure it out. It'll be all
So
right.
just like how Eric hosted this year and had one round where he got to
Dedicated.
choose the-
Dictated,
Yeah.
forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody will. So whoever
Yeah.
wins the next year, that
Yeah.
person will be able to do that as well.
Now, I will say this, though. If I win next year,
So we're
I
gonna have
might
to-
pull an audible and say I'm hosting forever, and it always is just you guys.
I like that.
I kind of,
Yeah.
part of me is, I've actually had multiple people say that,
Yeah.
but the problem is that I really do want to get to the bit where I want you guys to
Yeah.
all force us to do stuff.
That's one
so,
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Amber,
Oh,
that's
oh,
the
oh,
whole
when I was
second
point.
place.
when I was
Yeah.
telling Amber about that, she was like, okay, so one of you guys are gonna win, and every other year it's gonna be Eric.
Yeah, it'll
And
just
that's
go.
the
To
problem.
be clear,
Yeah.
as we've said, it's just a math thing. I'm bringing in the Pretty Much It audience, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
split. Your audience is split 3 ways. It's
True.
literally like voting for Jill Stein. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like
An RFK.
What's
or
wrong with
RFK,
that?
right?
So Cody's RFK.
Well, you want to know what's wrong?
clearly.
But you're right. It's RFK or Jill Stein. It's like,
Yeah.
you're voting. You're just
splitting it.
splitting the
Yeah,
vote.
yeah.
Less-
you
less
guys,
worms.
It's just literally like mathematically, automatically.
Yeah.
You
Systematically.
are.
Hydromatically.
It is split. Now I want to do it. It is
Say
split
it.
your way. And I do think that I think that this really worked. And I did have multiple people say they were like, I didn't care at all that I couldn't vote for you. It felt no different.
Yeah, you
and
still won.
whatever. So
Yeah.
it's like, and I was like, yeah, it felt the same to me.
Highlight of my night was your writing me song.
Oh yeah.
Writing pretty.
That we did hear in the back. We did hear
was
that one.
dying.
Great.
Wait, were you
Yeah.
guys in the back and hearing the vote?
Yeah.
Were you like, what the fuck is going
No,
on?
the first lyric I heard was like, my mustache like tickles my nutsack.
Well, your mustache tickles my nutsack, babe. That's when it
Yeah.
starts to get crazy.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
and then
that'll give you pause.
I was right next to Alex. I was just watching every performance.
I tried to sit in the back. You kept coming up to me with the microphone.
Oh, what do you mean?
You kept coming up to me in the back like, how are you? How are you?
I don't remember that.
During your songs, you were
There
being,
was one where
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like,
Just
I
hear
can't
him-
sing with
Oh,
you.
yeah,
you just hear him saying like, Eric, what's
Yeah.
going on?
No, you're like, you can't include me. I was like, it doesn't matter.
You had a few songs that had long instrumentals where you had to do something.
That's
I get
what-
it,
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, best crowd work for sure. So if
Yeah.
we did the
Mario
Mario Party
Party.
stars again, it would be best costumes, best crowd work. You would have won best crowd work for sure.
Oh, I thought you would have said gave me those too.
No, sorry. I don't know who would win best costumes because, well, you bet Wild Wild West would put you up above
that was-
everything.
that was-
honestly.
That was like if we did
That
best
was the
costume,
costume.
like,
Really?
that would be the
best
best
single
costume.
costume.
That was
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
cape
Yeah.
from System of a Down
Oh,
from year
Wow.
3 or whatever when I was served.
Frugal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frugal.
I haven't had it for 2 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You don't return everything.
No.
I still have my astronaut suit from fucking.
Oh,
Nice.
fucking bring it out.
Yeah.
I
Bring
have
it out.
the.
I'm gonna keep this guy.
Xenon one, the silver.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, the outside one. I think I have a Lizzie McGuire shirt still somewhere.
Yeah.
Anton just said what I was about to say. I also think it's reasonable that if we switch it around and I just host and it's between you guys, which I'm totally fine with. It just matters if you guys give a shit. But like I thought that worked in terms of it will always be a different winner every year. You know what I mean?
And whoever the winner
wins still dictates that round.
Just gives you the like
you basically host that round.
Well, and then you also close out every round, right?
Huh? That's the thing. I would be performing for the voting.
So I like that you were closing out every round.
We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. But I did.
All right, obviously, you don't like that.
No. I'm saying.
If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it.
I'm saying I like it. We'll talk about it in the future.
We're gonna take this no I'm about to give you.
I don't want it. Because we can talk about it privately. If Cody is like, well, I was looking forward to hosting.
True.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about
it. It certainly didn't bother me at all. It didn't seem to bother anyone at all that they couldn't vote for me. They all got the same exact amount of performances. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's honestly the only thing that matters.
You said that up front. You were like, Eric's actually hosting. He's gonna perform.
I said that.
Yeah.
Well, because you were mentioning to the audience.
No, you said it.
No, I said it because I was like, wait a minute, like. For the people that are here for Eric, he's still going to perform. He's not just hosting.
Talk about a bait and switch.
I think you bring everybody in just for us
all
three.
All my personal friends are there.
Fuck, Eric's not even performing.
I'm just talking. That's it.
Yeah.
I do think that, like I said, though, I do think that the biggest thing is we can eat. I thought this year, not every single time, but most times, especially with Brian, the timing of the start of the song was just fucking golden.
Oh.
There were like 2 times at least for your songs where you were like, you guys ever seen Back to the Future? Bam, bam.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Instead of, you guys ever seen Back to the Future? All right, whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anytime now. Like, waiting for it. It just hit like perfectly.
Yeah. That's
you did
Alex.
that twice. Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
So that's my point. Is like we were very in sync this year with that. No pun intended for your song. And
or your song.
There were a couple where it was like there wasn't an honestly. Sorry.
That's his original song.
Yeah. There wasn't like there were a couple of moments where it wasn't clear that he should start it and he was waiting for a cue and it would be like, all right, hit it.
Yeah.
But there were definitely some moments where you could tell he felt the moment was right and he did it and it was perfect. So point is that and just knowing exactly what's going. There was picking the numbers out of the hat. I forgot names out of a hat. I forgot to do that. But that's like 4 minutes right there that we can easily get rid of if we think about it. Right. I think we can easily get this thing to 90 or so minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it's even still 2 hours and 11 minutes. I think the total runtime.
It was good.
Full stream, yeah.
But I think a little tighter. We could easily tighten it up.
Yeah.
And
of course.
they're just going from, and it's what we always said, having someone hosting, which I did last night, obviously, so much quicker. Like, hey, give it up for Brian. And up next is Cody, just quick.
Yeah.
So quick. I loved it.
You did a bit. You're like, hey, so you want to do like an after round?
And then I just kept asking you what inspired you.
What inspired you to do this costume? Yeah.
I did like that. I heard that a couple of times.
You're like, all right, get off the stage.
Yeah.
This is the second shortest karaoke.
Look at us go.
Yeah, volume 2 was just under 2 hours, and then this one's 2:11.
Well, the other ones also had like 15 minutes of pre-roll.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the last 2 had a.
So this was actually probably one of the longer ones. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Got it.
Still pretty good.
No,
though.
it's tight.
We can very like it's not even a concern. It's so easy to tie. I could easily see through while watching it. I was like, this would be so easy, so simple.
Oh yeah.
We didn't get a chance to do a run.
Yeah.
If we did a run, it would be over. And I was like, I don't have my phone. I forgot my phone. Things like that.
Oh yeah.
I do think I wrote it down. I have 2 notes there.
How many notes do you have?
I have notes to talk about on the show, and then I have I have boring notes to talk about separately. That
Later.
Talk about that later.
But one of the boring notes, quote unquote, is definitely it should be written down on a card. It would just be much cooler than a phone.
What?
Like whoever tallies it should be like, like when I go to run up on stage, or no, I guess I'd be performing, but when my song ends, someone could
hand you the thing.
Hand it to me, that would be.
Let's get a giant poster board.
Yeah.
Or whatever, either way. Yeah.
Or the audience has
But like the information was given to me funny. I will say this, it's really funny. I think anyone but me delivering the information did it backwards. You don't start with who got first place.
No.
But you
so
start with third.
In first place is Christian. In fourth place, in second place is God. And I'm like, fucking.
You go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta build the reveal.
But you switched that after.
No, I was doing it third, second, first, which is how you should for the excitement. You should do it. But the first 2 rounds when I did it on my phone, whoever read it out, I think you did it once and Alex did it once. It was like, oh, Cody won that one, but let's also tell you who got second.
Then Christian, then Brian.
Yeah.
It's small things.
Yeah, that would be like saying, and what you should say is like with Jill Stein got this % of the vote, RFK got this % of the vote, instead of being like Harris got this %, Trump got this %, and
hold on,
Stein
we're not done yet.
Well, we don't care anymore.
0.3%.
We don't care anymore.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a fair point.
But I also I have to say we didn't say it yet, but shout out to I'm going to dehumanize them, the mods.
Oh yeah, Alana, the human beings.
Everybody.
I kept, every time I said I was like, where are the mods? When are they getting here? And he was like, they're human beings.
Yeah. Alana,
But I wanted to
Nick,
shout 'em
Manny,
out.
they
Yes,
were
of
helping us
course.
out. Jaina helped us out a bunch
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
While they were all there, they came in clutch. Manny did one of the cameras. Alana was doing the score and some social stuff, and Nick was doing a bunch of social stuff as well. Got a lot of really good photos and all that jazz. And then
Nick said in the chat that the Backstreet Boys moment is gonna haunt him for the rest of his life.
because of the miss.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's all right, Nick.
It's okay.
It's not immortalized on the internet.
It's not living there forever.
Also, it was also longer because of the overtime. In my mind, that's the correct length. I think that ideally, there's always a tiebreaker round. I think that's the best way to go.
Well, why prep 4 songs for a tiebreaker?
Right, but my point is like that like, technically
makes it exciting.
That's not longer. Like to me, that is the show.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
We also did 4 songs during the duet round when it's normally 2.
Yes, also
Oh.
That's true.
Also,
That's true.
yeah,
So we'll
6 or
figure out
7
how to
minutes there.
we'll figure out how to do that.
we
in
just
the
have to
best
figure
way.
out the voting way because
You know what? I got to tell you, and I thought about it after the fact. That round, what it should probably be is, and we could very easily do it. Most songs that people would pick, Broadway is a little trickier.
Yeah.
Most songs that people would pick, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. You could easily do verse, chorus, verse, chorus.
That's it.
Next, verse, chorus, next, like a medley.
those were also really
You
long.
know.
2 of the songs were like 5 minutes long too.
They were.
weren't they?
I got them to 4 minutes
Yeah.
roughly each. Yeah. But so they were longer. I think, for example, Cody's round. You figure. Let's just assume it's going to be some kind of pop punk something or other, right?
You don't know anything.
But I'm saying if it was,
I'll surprise you guys.
If it was right out of the gate,
Some
3-minute
41.
songs
Yeah.
probably in comparison, so not as long.
Yeah.
And I do think that like verse, chorus, verse, or something. Like. Verse,
Trim
chorus,
it up.
bridge, chorus instead of 2
Yeah.
verses. Like I think we could trim them to make it a little
Yeah.
quicker.
I agree.
Nick also
Yeah.
says shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs 8-0.
It's not necessary.
Is that what you were watching?
Yeah.
Oh, they
Chiefs
just
won.
They just
Ah,
won.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
okay,
Sorry to hear that.
whatever.
Just had to point him
It's
out because it was Nick.
fine.
He's one of the mods. He's one
I
of the
think
mods.
Mahomes had an illegal forward pass to get that touchdown late in the game, but we're not going to
They
talk about
kinda-
that. We don't got to talk about
They
that.
kind of let
It's
him do what he
fine.
wants.
It's fine.
You know what? By the way,
$500 million guy.
we already talked about 2 out of the 5 boring
I
notes.
keep
so I'm
thinking
just
you're
gonna say
farting
them
when
real
your phone's going
It's
off.
just my stupid fantasy football chat
It's
going
Grace, the ghost of Grace.
Yeah.
Farting up the storm. I saw that when she was on.
She farted?
No, she just had her phone doing the same thing, and she was like, "I swear
Yeah,
that's not my
yeah,
asshole."
It feels like a
Yeah,
fart
a
every
lot of
time.
misconceptions.
I already did 2 out of the 5 boring notes, so I'm just gonna say them anyway. 1000% we do a full run through, even if it's not in the venue.
Yeah.
There's no we
Yeah.
literally could be in this room and do
Yeah.
a run through. We should do
Yeah.
that the day before.
Yeah.
With as many people that are going to be there as possible, even if it's through Zoom or something, just so everyone sees exactly what the
Yeah,
show
we
is.
could probably do that.
Sure.
Focus on the cameras. I don't know about you guys. I focused on the crowd. And then when watching it back, I was like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah,
I wish
I
I was
didn't-
pointing at the cameras
I didn't do
more.
did
both.
both.
I didn't
Yeah,
do
you
a
did.
little.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Once in a
So,
while,
learn
I
from me.
remembered to look at a camera, but if it's just maybe just a personal note, but if you guys agree, to me, what we should focus on, and I definitely did not last night, it is a live stream first
Yeah.
with an audience.
Oh, because there's more out.
Yeah, well,
out
there's
there.
hundreds more
Yeah, yeah.
watching on the
Yeah,
live stream.
yeah.
Well, thousands.
I didn't
after the
have
fact.
a hey there little buddy. I don't have one of those.
Yeah,
little ones.
and I wish I was like pointing at the back camera more.
Yeah.
I wasn't,
Well,
you know.
Was that?
I'm just looking back and forth at the crowd the
Yeah.
whole time.
Not-
Realistically, I'm looking back and forth at the lyrics in the
But the back
corners.
camera wouldn't be like close enough for you to like.
No, but there was one that was zoomed in. That was
Really?
Yeah, you could definitely.
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't see
for
that.
sure.
I didn't watch. that
And
much.
then push the wide shot in more. I said I think the one wide shot was like a little bit awkwardly
You had
out.
a chance to take a look at the cameras.
Well, I thought it was fine in the
Yeah, these
moment. I'm
notes
saying
could've
watching
come-
it back, watching it
Or
back.
like move the audience in. I don't know.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
it's closer to the
the
front,
only other I
probably.
mentioned the card that like the Oscars, like having a card with the winner.
Yeah.
And then the only other
Who's
this
the
is
Al Pacino one? What happened?
What's going on?
most
Why is
boring
everyone
note.
confused?
The single most boring note that I have down there is we should note for each song mic stand or no mic stand.
True.
Very,
yeah,
very
we're
boring note,
constantly-
but it is a
yeah.
thing
Mhm.
because then the like
I
the
like
host could
bringing
set it
it
up,
out.
right? But I mean, like
Yeah.
I think that's like perfect for if I knew if
Depending
you
on
told
how-
me you need the mic stand, I would have been like, give it up for Brian as I'm getting the mic
Yeah.
stand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Again, I'm thinking just quick,
Yeah.
quick. Yeah,
Start with no lights, then lights up, appear on stage, boom.
right.
Block it out.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I mean, my notes are pretty minimal because it's like I thought it went so well.
It's all tiny stuff. I think the stuff with us, we can get a little bit more organized and stuff. But again, the chaos.
There's a charm to it, though.
Even because I think we even talked about should we get like a permanent host to do it, like if we have one of our friends do it, if Ellis did it, but. Honestly, I think
I thought that until we did last night.
Yeah,
and I thought it actually worked fine.
I think we're able to do it.
Yeah, I thought it worked fine.
It's fine.
I don't know if we set it up in the beginning of like, if we asked the audience how many people had seen a karaoke before.
We did.
We did.
A Wanger's karaoke.
Wanger's karaoke.
Yeah, you guys did that.
Okay.
Have you not watched it back yet?
No.
Did everybody else?
No.
Yeah.
I watched it back. I watched it back. But
because I was also wondering like who has no idea what the fuck is going on.
It was more people there had seen our show before.
Okay.
Or were aware of it.
Or were
at least.
friends of or whoever. Okay, so they knew.
Yeah.
I
I
had a
started
bunch of
out, I was
friends
like,
there.
who
That was
hasn't
nice.
seen this before? And it was a decent amount of people. And I said, like, who has? And
Louder.
It was more.
Louder.
Oh, okay, cool.
Louder.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I also have to say, and we'll see if it made it in, but I did suggest it. I'm no Huey was one of the funniest fucking things.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I know Huey, but like when you said it, I was in the back watching that part, and I was all the way in the back, and I literally went like out loud. I was like, I'm no Huey. It just sounded so fucking funny.
Because that name is just.
It's a funny name. I'm no Huey.
And then I see it on like projected like Huey Lewis, and I'm like, I'm no Huey.
Fucking Dewey and Louie.
My favorite Brian bit throughout the night, and I've clipped out a bunch of these, was when Brian would just be like, anybody know this song? Who knows this song?
Well, that's what like you guys are choosing like Christian's going for the girlies. Cody's got like all.
I'm going for everybody. Just so happens the girlies like it more.
Yeah.
Cody's got.
See, but now that you've gotten a taste,
you can't go back.
I don't know.
It's hard to go back from the
This
girlies.
is like the only like gimmicky year. We have to see what songs come out next
Gimmicky
year.
is the songs that. That's exactly what it is.
It was
like,
really
What's
only
hot in the moment.
the
two
current
gimmickies.
songs
Like
are,
you did.
yeah.
I'm just Ken. Like
And
when,
he did the Sabrina Carpenter outro thing.
Yeah,
the
that's
nonsense
like a-
outro.
that's
It's
Which
like
was a big hit. People loved that.
Yeah.
But that is like, that is like the
In the
whoa,
now.
you can only do it this year.
Yeah.
It's not. That wouldn't be funny next year. Like, what's the point?
That's gonna be my new bit. I'm gonna do songs that are just
year
like outdated.
a year late.
well, that's what my concern was. Like doing Wild Wild West. Is like, does anyone remember that?
That's a very funny
Come
reference.
on. You know, it's funny. People know that song that have never seen the movie.
Yeah,
That's
they
just
just know
a
the
song
song.
that was popular. Yeah.
But clearly, people knew "Power of Love," right? Like everyone's gonna
Well,
know that
should we
song.
get into this?
Let's get into
talk
that.
about
this
so
a little bit.
here's how we should get into it, though.
And we're gonna
let's
end
go
this-
round by round real quick.
Okay,
and
yes.
talk about
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
Around.
So what were the songs in the first round? So we did American Idiot. It was messy, but it was fun.
Yes.
We just didn't know what the fuck we were doing, but it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And it was Dance Dance, Power of Love, My Name is Jonas.
Are you sure My Name is Jonas wasn't before Power of Love?
No, it was definitely last. Definitely last, and for apparently good reason.
Well, okay, should I explain then, or
Yeah,
do you want to
please.
say it? Because I'm gonna have to clarify it anyway.
Regardless, we're gonna have a poll in the end.
I'll
and
take it.
that's gonna decide.
I'll introduce it.
Okay,
Wait,
you,
wait,
what
so
happened.
you explain.
initially,
You woke up, you saw a text.
Let's start from day one.
I'm gonna have to defend myself
I know.
here.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna sound like I'm an asshole.
Also, yeah.
initially-
No, I 100% agree with you.
do you agree with me?
Yes.
I kept asking yesterday, everybody, do you guys agree with me?
I heard conflicting.
I agree with you, Eric. I agree with you.
So initially, how round one was going to go, I was going to go second. Okay, Christian was always going to go first. I was going to go
Fall Out
second.
Boy, Dance
To be clear,
Dance.
Yes.
this was picked at random. I don't think there was.
Yeah,
no
it was just,
rush to
it was
yeah.
just well, I think it might have been left over even from last year or something.
Sure. Yeah. No rhyme or reason.
Brian was going to go third, and we're all set. We got the order pretty much locked.
Well, what were the songs? The
Was
dance
this originally when your other song was,
was-
in there?
No,
Oh, we don't want to say because you might use it in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But-
let's not
yeah,
say
yeah.
it.
But it was there initially.
It was
Yes.
there, and even that one, Eric was like, that one's
I
more
still
popular.
think it's more popular. Yes. Yes.
than Cody's.
Power of Love, to be clear, Power of Love more popular than what that song was as
Sure.
well, though.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
even know if I still agree with that.
I
Am I
agree.
still?
I don't agree
All
with
right,
that.
sorry.
Anyway,
Wait,
Wait, so the original
anyway.
lineup was Christian
Yeah.
first, Fall Out Boy, Dance Dance.
Yeah.
Then Cody.
And
My
the-
name is Jonas.
Yeah.
And then it was Brian's
Weezer.
song. Yeah, Weezer. My name is John.
And then I was gonna
Yeah.
close out Power, or not close out
Whatever,
because
yeah.
Eric was gonna.
And then Eric, out of nowhere, suggests we should move Weezer to the very end of the
That's
round.
not what I said.
Because, and I quote, it's a dumb song and nobody knows it, Cody. Those are your
It's
words.
dumb.
He
All right,
says
so dumb.
stupid.
So let me jump in now.
say anything.
First of all, not out of nowhere. You guys specifically asked for input on the order of the song.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we
I don't
asked
know
for
if I did.
input is that like whoever started that round should start off with like a song that's gonna get everyone like,
Sure, whatever,
you know
yeah.
Well, somebody mentioned like if these songs were on a playlist, like, would you listen straight through or would you skip around?
Right, and
like,
to be clear,
how would it go?
The question, the request for
Fern, born in '98, never heard of Power of Love.
Thank you, Fern. Did you know my name is Jonas though?
No.
All right.
So it wasn't so much that I remember we were sitting at 3 Clubs and we were talking about it, and someone was like, "Yeah, we should all have input on the order of songs."
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that meant was not the order in which you perform. It was like we don't want to have one round be all the best songs.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was what it was. I had a suggestion a different way, which was based on it being with an audience that we wanted to be singing along. I thought that, again, you had a different song that I still think people would have known pretty well. But Power of Love wound up being bigger than that, so that worked out even better. But my logic was, it did. I would argue Power of Love is when the fucking place exploded.
He did lose.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
Points matter.
My thought was this. At the beginning of the show, if we want the crowd to sing along, we need to loosen them up. That's just how it works. You got to loosen them up.
Come in with the bangers.
American Idiot, I was doing my best to be like, let me fucking hear you.
Yeah,
Just because once people start singing, they'll do it for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So that was an attempt during American Idiot, and then I was like, all right. But if we go into, like, we need to have multiple songs in a row that people are like, I fucking know this. Of course I know this.
Yeah, let's go.
So Dance, everybody knows, of course. That's fine. Then let's just go with what it was. Power of Love.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody knows Power of Love. So some of you were like, no, I don't think so. But I mean, I think everybody knows Power of Love.
Yeah, especially because what we were saying.
Fern didn't.
Fern was born in
Fern's
'98.
got my
Crazy.
back.
The thing was to go right from Dance Dance to My Name is Jonas. Now listen, it's not
I
a
think
Weezer.
would have been a nice transition.
Fine.
That's a good
It's not a
transition.
Weezer issue. It's because if you did Beverly Hills, I think everybody knows Beverly Hills.
You kept saying it's no
Please.
Beverly Hills.
Please.
Beverly Hills
Worst
is-
fucking comparison you could have made.
Yeah.
By the
And
way.
Also,
All right.
Beverly Hills is like way too slow.
It is
for,
Okay, how about
opening
Buddy
song.
Holly?
Buddy.
That
Sam
one,
Alvin.
everybody
So
knows that.
What is the most?
My Name is Jonas is right up there with Buddy Holly.
I checked, bitch.
No.
on Spotify?
It sure ain't.
How, based
No,
on
my name is
plays?
Jonas, Eric.
I don't think I'd ever heard it until
What is
last
the
night.
most popular Weezer song? Island in the Sun?
Definitely Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Oh my
Definitely.
God! No, it is not.
You're not thinking from fans. You're thinking. I'm talking.
You're
about,
not thinking Cody.
No.
What
Sorry.
was number one on the
You're
Spotify?
talking-
It's
you're
more
talking
popular than
fan-
Beverly
You're
Hills.
talking fan favorite. I'm talking.
No. I'm saying if you hear the intro of Beverly Hills versus the intro of Island in the Sun, you're gonna recognize.
Sorry,
Island
you're
in
right.
the Sun.
Island in the Sun for sure. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but everybody that watched
Second place is
MTV
My Name is Jonas. Though,
Yeah, of course.
for sure.
Everybody that watched
Yeah.
MTV. Okay, now you know what? In fairness,
touch me.
In fairness, I don't think starting with Chicago is So 2 years ago would have been a good idea.
The fuck is that?
Or Grenade Jumper, exactly. Other Fall Out Boy songs that are great, but not their most popular.
Yeah, of course, everyone knows those.
See,
Fall Out
there you
Boy.
go. Yeah,
I don't know their
But
titles.
so point is, like, I would have said the same thing if he was doing like what did you do? You did The Used. I would have said the same thing about The Used. I'd been like, yeah, I just don't know if that's like everyone's gonna sing along to it.
Yeah,
That was my
no.
thought. So we're gonna run a poll, and basically the poll should be what? Power of Love versus.
Well, what's
'cause
more
we can't use your
popular?
original
What's
one.
more
popular?
popular?
It is. Have you heard the song My Name is Jonas?
Man, even
That's not
better.
the
Even
fu-
better.
No,
Even better.
someone said no.
Well, Iowa poll coming in.
Let's let this poll
Hey, by
run
the
for
way,
a little
yes,
bit.
it is losing.
Oh no! You liars! You liars!
was
Yes,
Oh,
it's going down and down.
You guys are fucking with me now.
They are,
Hell
they
no.
are, they are.
Hell no.
30%.
They definitely
Hell no.
are.
So funny.
Anyway, that was my point. My logic was, and I stand by it. My logic, and I think it worked.
Yeah,
my logic was
definitely did.
2 songs that everybody absolutely is like, oh yeah, of course. Like, get more of those going as possible. And I would say in the future. I would. Well, there you go. But I would recommend when making our set list, the first round should be all that.
Bangers.
I think
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
round.
No,
not
My Name is
not
Jonas.
bangers. Because
Oh.
My Name is Jonas was great. It's just
banger.
It's a banger.
Like your most obvious sing along song.
Banger that won that round.
Yeah.
You won that round, right?
did.
Yeah.
By the way, my
Because of the
original opening round song was opening round for the voting part was Tub Thumping, because I was
Yeah.
like this will get everybody
That's the
fucking
typical
singing.
karaoke song.
Right, and then I switched it just because I had 360 in mind, and I was like, where can I put that? And I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it
Yeah.
first.
Well, I think.
Yeah. So I think that should be from now on, like the one that you think will get people singing along should always be the first round.
Yeah.
For
When
sure.
I walked to the stage with this jumper, whatever you call it,
That's what you call
a
it.
jumper.
It's a life. It's a life
It's a
preserver.
life preserver.
The crowd already went crazy. I felt like.
Oh, you think they didn't understand my Rivers Cuomo ensemble?
Which, by the way, was like
Fantastic.
Was like
Please.
It looked
Pretty
great.
spot on.
your outfit was less like I think we're all often going for like funny. Yours was not funny. It was like exactly.
I'm sorry. I know what I'm doing out
That's
there.
my
I'm a
point.
goddamn
Like,
professional.
You didn't do like a parody version. You did like the exact thing.
I'm
It was
trying to
super-
become
exaggerate a
somebody.
little bit.
It was
I am
Very
a
authentic.
performer.
like a lesser man would have done like bigger, sillier glasses. And you did it
Those
like
are his glasses, by the way. I
but
stole
you
them
did
from
it
this
like
place.
exactly.
Oh,
accurate.
those are the ones you got?
Yeah, those are the ones I
shit,
asked you to
forgot
take.
about
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, no, you did it. You did like you didn't do
Yeah.
like the hack version. You
No,
did
no.
like the real version.
I became Rivers that night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Look at that
Wait,
poll.
so now,
only since yesterday was another option. That's why.
see
Okay.
that's breaking the that's the third party.
That Jill Stein.
Yeah.
Jill
Stein's
Stein's
right
Should have been
there.
yes or no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only since RFK. That's what that is.
Yeah, because I think Thad joined the conversation and he was sort of on the fence, like, and then I asked Alex.
No, but that admitted he's like fair, like full disclosure. I'm a huge Weezer fan.
That's
Damn
also
right he
true.
is.
So he was biased.
Oh,
and then when I
most
asked,
people.
And to be clear, wait, to be crystal
Yeah.
clear, if we weren't doing this with an audience, I wouldn't have had a thought about it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was only to just loosen
you.
people up. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Nothing's,
he's never
That's
seen
all it
Weezer
was.
live.
Sing,
kills a
sing the
movie.
first
He
verse
He
of
was
My
gonna
Name
do
is Jonas.
fucking Mr. Sandman
My name
from
is-
Back to the Future.
Yeah, how does it start?
My name is Jonas.
and then what?
I think it was the first time I heard it.
carry away.
Out of like
That's
as far as Weezer songs go, that's one of their more energetic
Yeah.
ones too. So I thought
Yeah.
it'd be a great
Is it?
round one song.
That's just-
and it was clearly.
That's just fucking
Let me
hilarious.
think.
What's
Wait,
the first line?
Others,
Well, no, the first verse.
Good. Yeah.
Cody, of your if with my suggestion, by the way, it's just a
Yeah.
suggestion to have the first round songs be the ones that are most likely to be sing-alongable, toable, whatever.
Yes.
What do you think
What a
of
word! What a word!
of your song
Sing-alongable,
choices that you did
doable?
last night? What would you pick?
Higher.
Knowing that now, it wouldn't be my
I'm
name is
sorry.
Jonas.
If I were to
obviously.
switch around to put
If
something,
we
in
were
round
doing
one,
the show, if we were doing the show in a month, and I suggested, hey, the first round should be the ones we think that'll loosen up the crowd the most. I'm trying to think of your songs.
He
where-
still
Probably-
thinks My Name is Jonas.
no.
Maybe
that's
fat
the only
lip.
possible answer.
Maybe fat lip.
No, I mean,
Photograph or
higher is
something?
the most
Higher,
recognizable,
higher.
but I wanted to close with
Of
that.
course.
like,
Yeah,
that
that's
was-
a good
Pho-
close.
photograph actually could have been. People would have
People
definitely
were singing
sang to
along
that
to that. I
one.
heard it. I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit, they're actually vibing with this. This is
I-
great. Why'd I get last place in that?
Photograph would have worked.
That really hurt you.
Was that fourth round? Was that round 4?
I'm pretty sure I was last. Yeah.
So,
I thought I was
well,
last with the used.
But so that's because people were starting to do the math on getting a
Yeah.
tie. going.
Maybe. After
well,
that,
because you guys were tied after 2 rounds.
No, it was later.
No, we were because I
Oh,
won the
really?
first, he
Yeah.
won the second.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
right,
it was
right,
tied
right,
after
right.
that. Yeah.
And then it deviated because you won the
You
third
won the
round.
I won the
Yep.
third in the end.
Yeah.
So then they.
Oh, actually, then you all 3 were even. Oh no.
well, because I was
think it was
I was
still
2 and
third.
1.
Yeah,
2 and
yeah.
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my point though, is that really at the end of the day, the fact that you wouldn't stick with My Name is Jonas for this logic says it all, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. And when I asked Alex, the first thing Alex said was like, "Well, with this crowd, Power of Love."
That was
yes.
all I was thinking.
Yeah. Film crowd.
Online, I think somebody even said at one point, "Oh, our audience definitely knows that song," and I was like, "Yes, but I'm only talking about getting people in the room singing."
Yeah.
And by the way, I mean, I certainly stand by it. I think people probably sang more to Power of Love. You don't,
know
think
that.
so?
You don't know that.
You don't know
Listen
that.
I measure those decibels.
Did we end up having crowd mics? I don't think so.
Yes,
We did. Okay.
That's the only reason.
Oh, you can hear the
Yeah.
crowd
You're
really,
right.
really well
Yeah.
during
Right.
the
Otherwise,
live
it
stream.
would only come through our
True, you're
handhelds.
right, I didn't
so
think of that.
there's no way that would have been picked up.
By the way,
Shout out to Jared for that.
You know what's really, that's true. You know what's really, he was great. What's really funny is you can hear in the show when Alex accidentally like unplugged his mic slightly.
Yeah.
He literally is like, okay, everybody, and then it goes like.
Oh,
You hear it, and then he doesn't have anything for a little bit. He's picked
Yeah.
up on the crowd mics as well.
Yeah, Amber texted
Oh,
me. And
that's
she was
why
like,
I
ran in with a
Amber
mic.
was like, I can't hear Alex. I was like,
This is
what?
when he was
and I
singing?
checked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For his
yeah,
song?
for his
But
song.
do you remember you brought the mic
I
to me, and I was
ran
like,
out,
"What's wrong
yeah.
with it?" And then I literally just went, and it was just like a little bit loose. But it's fun. You go back
That
and
was-
watch.
Hear a pop.
You hear a pop. Yeah,
That was another debacle with the mics because we were initially going to have dedicated mics, and then after that first round,
They
the
were all
fucking
tangled.
I
mics
was doing my
were
best to get back
pouring
to
it up.
I
all
knew
over.
mine was number 1 on the thing because I was hosting it, so I had
Yeah.
the mic ready to go, and it was the one that was on stage, and I was just
Yeah.
gonna grab it, and I was doing my best to like whenever you guys would bring back mics, I was like, "Where's number 1? Fuck, it's on stage." I was trying to get it back.
Yeah.
Next year, I think we should. That's another.
Like,
I should write that
physically
down.
mark them.
Just mark
Yeah,
it with
just put
a, with a
one-
number
with
or a letter.
tape
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Well, maybe not
Easy
letters.
fix.
There'd be 2 C's. I guess. But that's a little silly thing that would be good to just like always keep track of your mic. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
There was well, that'll be in the third round. What happened in the second round?
Let's go-
Any,
we're going
any
around
other,
the
any
second
other
round.
thoughts on the first round? I think that's the major thought on the
That
first
was
round.
it.
Was
Yeah,
just that I had that
I'm
order
with Cody.
change.
I think My Name is Jonas is more popular. Yeah.
Then Power of Love.
Then what's currently on Broadway?
Fair enough.
Is that at the
It is on
Pantages?
Broadway.
Well, it's
I know,
closing.
but people in New York are watching that, not people in Los Angeles.
It's at the Pantages now,
Oh, well, fuck me then. They are watching in Los Angeles.
and it's just like
I want to see how many views or how many listens
It's going to
that.
be way more. Are you
For
out
Power
of
of
your...
Love.
I mean, it's an older
Cody
song. It has
obviously
a,
knows
yeah.
it's going to have more.
480 million.
For Power of Love?
Buddy,
Oh, yeah,
buddy,
no.
buddy. My
It's-
Name is
don't
Jonas
even-
is going to
don't
be
even
like a
stop there.
million and change.
We had momentum going. Don't do this. Don't do this, Christian.
It's also not in the top. You can't even find it.
Hey,
it's
that's an
not.
algorithm-based thing.
Yeah.
That is not numbers ranked.
Honestly, I can't even tell.
we've done.
They don't
that.
have the
Dare
numbers.
you. How dare you?
By the way, what's their top
Island
song?
Sun.
Let's measure it in vibes. though.
Million?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
For
actually
Island in the Sun?
That's actually pretty good.
Almost a
Yeah.
bill.
Damn.
Wow.
All right, that's way better. Wait, I would have thought Power of Love had more, honestly, but
Doesn't
wow.
matter, dude. You won.
That's right.
Did you win that
So
round?
it backfired on
Oh, no,
you.
no,
I'm
you didn't win that
saying
round. You
in
won the
general.
show. Yeah.
No, he won.
No,
the
he did.
My
He
Name
won
is
that
Jonas.
round.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It
So shut the
backfired on
fuck
you
up,
fuckers.
dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
why it's like it was all for nothing.
I would
I think
argue.
it's the best possible ending to this song.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You won that round?
He won
So
with My
what
Name
the
is
fuck is
Jonas.
the problem?
Yeah, so you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you defending
That means
yourself?
it worked perfectly. We got everybody singing along with the songs, the two songs, and then you won.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we
it's
started it.
I don't think it's
we
because
helped
of the
you,
order.
Cody.
I don't think it's because of the order.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying it didn't impact
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
No, we got the crowd
if
going.
I had told you there was a harmonica involved from the start, would you have reconsidered this opinion of yours, Eric?
Say it one more time. Sorry.
If I had told you there was a harmonica
Where'd you go?
involved from the very beginning, would you be like, "Oh, that'd be great"? Yeah,
I would have said we should end with that, quite frankly. That is perfect. Yeah. I would say anybody with a bit absolutely should end the round. Yeah. Which is, again, that's the kind of stuff that we should all
Be thinking.
go over it, almost like a table read of the show.
Yeah.
Sit
Did
down
you
and be like,
tell Thad that you were gonna have Alex going up there?
No.
So you need to tell him that because
Okay.
like Alex was like
Oh, that's not good. Oh, no.
Okay.
because he's literally like
running
the
show.
stuff.
Yeah,
like,
Alex probably
yeah.
told him.
I would
imagine Alex.
assume
I'm sure
so.
Alex told him.
Yeah. But like,
But
So-
I asked Alex. I was like, "Are you able to like leave your station?" He's
well,
like,
of course
yeah,
he's gonna say yes.
Yeah, but also like, so if you have a bit, if you have a crazy bit, so I guess Bye or Creed, whatever. If you were like,
We all knew those
when
ahead
we're
of time.
going through the but when we're going through right, that's not the issue. When we're going through the list, when we're going through the order of songs, which we should all like get on a Zoom or whatever and do.
go down.
If we were going through and it was like, let's just use the harmonica thing. Oh no, let's not, because we already talked about that one. Let's go with the Deadpool Bye thing.
Sure.
If you were like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I'm going to do it in the final round, but you're first in the final round, I would suggest
Close
do
out.
that in a round where you're last.
Oh,
Like that
okay,
would be
makes
my logic, is like, it's less about the final round and more about the final song of the round.
But also,
the bit.
it also
Yes.
did you a favor that I was first because
no, it was a nightmare that
was
round.
it?
Oh, it was. I wish we had a
I
camera
had to
back
get
there.
from Deadpool to
it was
him.
Oh yeah, I guess it's true.
To my fucking hey.
It was so
yeah.
insane
It
back
was-
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess what I meant was that it's luckily that I wasn't third, that you had to be in Deadpool.
Oh, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
But that's the problem is we wouldn't have thought of that in advance, so that would have just been I have to just do it.
Yeah.
I think that, like, if anything, ideally, a big bit ends every round. That's
yeah.
ideal. So that's
Like kinda-
rather than the last round having totally understand the logic of being like, I'm going to save my best bit for the last round.
Sure.
But it
Yeah.
really is better if you're the last in the round. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
it's like a button.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
like closing
perfect.
it out.
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that, but it's also, again, that's why the
Again,
notes are
producing,
minimal, because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so easy to fix. We just don't even talk about it.
So
Yeah, I know.
round two, what happens round two?
Round two, we're okay. So you're gonna have to remind
No,
me.
I didn't
He
start.
led.
I
Yes,
led.
you did.
led.
You did.
Yeah.
Dang it. Dang
Dang
it.
it.
You guys didn't warm up
You
for
had-
me.
What
I
the
did. I
hell?
want it that way.
I want it that way.
Which that was great. The costume was perfect.
Thank
Yes. You know what you needed, and we could have easily gotten a fan.
To just like blow the.
So
Yeah.
easy, we could have gotten a
Yeah.
fan, and I wish we thought
You
of
had
that.
you had all the time to tell me that.
That's kind of the point. Is I barely looked at the list.
Oh, yeah,
We should all look, because one of us might have an
I had that
idea that
list
you didn't think
memorized.
of or something.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure you did. You
yes.
wrote it.
Yes, you don't fucking look at my list.
Not really.
I
Not
color
for
coordinate. Do you know I
every-
color
The
coordinate that
highlighted, yeah,
shit?
look great.
I do that every year.
Yeah. Well, all right.
You look at it.
I guess I glanced at
I'm
it.
pretty sure you said the same exact thing last year. It's like, it's an easy fix. Just look at the list. Just look at the list.
Let's actually do it this time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jesus Christ.
Let's take a look at
That's
it.
why
So
I do it.
Now that it has an audience, it matters a little more.
Do you notice that I actually put like times on there too.
Oh, yeah.
I went out of my way.
Yeah,
To,
I noticed that.
I did
Those
look
are
at
bold things. You underline others.
I don't think I'd actually be curious to watch it back and see how close.
Well, we started like 10 minutes after.
Started 10
that's
minutes
true.
late,
Yeah. So it's just all fucked.
Doesn't so I warmed up the crowd for you guys to take over round 2.
Appreciate that.
Again, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So who was after me?
Then it was
I was
Cody.
after you. I did Sum 41.
Some 41.
Okay.
That was
Which
great,
I
too.
legit almost passed out on. I started seeing stars again.
Is
Yeah.
that, so
there
AC
was-
wasn't on yet. I think
I
it was
think
in
it
the
was
old
around
ranking
the
time.
time.
Yeah.
Let's say that real quick.
I didn't even know that.
The AC wasn't on, and at one point the tech came back to me, and he just found me in the green room, and he was like, "So I just realized the AC is probably not on."
Oh, no.
And you can only turn it on from the stage. And so he was like, "So if you want, I can tell you how to find it." And I was like, "Dude, this is."
Oh no,
loose."
just go up.
I said, I was like, "Come
Oh,
up."
he went up there?
He did. I was like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Wow,
come
I
up
didn't
with
even know.
me."
He said, "Get over for
I
Jared,
gave it up
everybody."
for Jared, yeah.
Oh.
But he gave a little wave. But I was like, he said he was like, I can tell you how to do it, and he was like thinking it was like super professional or whatever. Like we want to
just
keep it
went like-
professional. And I was like, I don't give a fuck, just go.
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
That's funny.
So that was
Okay.
very handy because I did feel the AC kick in.
Yeah. The first round, it was definitely not
It
on
was-
second.
Oh my
yeah.
god, I was
Yeah.
dying.
Well, Cody was sleeveless for
I
Fat
was,
List.
which,
That helped.
which was
There was
Sleeveless,
a
like
lot more
almost
helpful
all.
than the 3 layers I had for the Rivers Cuomo ensemble. Like this was much more preferable.
yes.
The exact River School.
But yeah,
there were a
during
lot of
the-
people commenting on your arms, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't-
What
I didn't
was
look
that?
Terrible.
Somebody,
I didn't look
somebody
terrible.
commented, I hope all your wives are there.
Yeah, that I was.
Because they were
None
like,
of them
they
are
were
there.
like, so there's gonna be some women all over you guys.
I saw someone in the chat that was like, "Is Cody single?"
Oh, wow.
People were going
You working out?
Cody
Got those
couldn't be
dad arms?
less single. I would argue he's the least single of anyone in the room. And that includes, that includes all the married men. He is the least single.
Yes. But yeah.
You've been working out. You got those dad arms. You're lifting the babies. You're just like, here, look at these
Really,
biceps.
it just tones the arm more than anything.
Right.
But then where did the farmer's tan come from?
That is just I'm never shirtless.
Natural farmer's tan.
I just never let that hang
darkest
out.
tan.
No, yeah.
I didn't see
think,
it in some 41. I
I
saw
might
it.
have gotten a little like not sunburned, but like tanned yesterday because I was also out at soccer with my kids. So like I was out in the sun
Oh, right,
running around.
before
with
the
them.
show.
Right before.
So
oh,
like,
shit.
I got a
Wore a
nice
tank
little
top.
coat
Should
of.
we mention this, by the way, that you guys had like legitimate things
Oh
going on?
Yeah.
Brian had a fucking show, which
Yeah. I
is
did
crazy.
a
You
show.
performed during the day, and
Yeah,
then
an improv show.
performed
Yeah.
at night. Did you mention at the improv show that you were performing that night?
As I was leaving, because they were all going to like the bar after, I was like,
Yeah.
I got to do a fucking karaoke show, you know. Like,
And they're probably like, he's going to karaoke. Meanwhile, it's like watched by thousands of people.
That's probably normal for that too.
what?
Karaoke or something like that. Another
Being
show
after,
like
being after improv.
Yeah.
Well, some
I
people
got
like
one show to another show.
They'll do other like drop-in shows, kind of
Yeah.
like improv-y things. But yeah, so Fat Lip
Almost killed me.
really because
There's three singers.
The big fucking thing at the end when
Don't-
everyone's just yelling back and forth.
Yeah,
back and
he's
forth,
and you
back and
mentioned
forth.
singing for like 3 different
Yeah.
people.
You mentioned it. You were like,
Yeah.
there's 3
Yeah.
fucking singers.
Never doing that again.
No.
Yeah, I legit had to lay down before that final chorus. I was like, oh god.
and then
But
Hot to Go.
You ended it with Hot to
which
Go,
was great.
Yeah.
That was
nailed
killer.
it.
You must have
Damn
won
it.
that round, right? Yeah.
He did.
I
He
think I
did.
did. Yeah.
That was killer. Dude, by the way, is the person that went last the one that won every round?
It might be.
I just realized,
Oh,
is that
Except
the ticket?
I didn't win the 4th round, but or the 5th
You
round.
won the
but-
third
You won the third
round.
round.
yeah, you went.
You were, that was
I
the
know,
only
I
one.
was
That was the
third.
only one you were last.
No, but Wild Wild West, I was last.
No, you weren't.
No, you couldn't be
I was after you.
Really?
because we were going in order.
Because I was. Yeah.
I thought I was last.
Well,
I guess not.
you were wrong.
I blacked out.
That genuinely might be. We have to look. Is that the case?
I think that's what normally happens
was-
because like it.
what was
it's-
round
recency
4?
bias.
Yeah.
Round
Round
4,
four, I was first.
and then me, and then you.
Yes,
What'd you sing in round
He
4?
didn't win round 4 though.
He did.
I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
caught fire.
Yeah.
So basically, just the first 3 rounds, and then everyone did math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which honestly is like
It
perfect.
keeps it fun.
The first, it's almost like, and it really does feel like that. Like the first 3 rounds are where like you have the chance to wind up in the final 2.
Yeah, you
Because that's where it's like that's like the genuine like we're voting for the best one kind of thing.
But no,
And
then-
but then once you get to the last 2 rounds, that's when the math starts to play.
But you're saying you want to be last on the first 3 rounds.
well, everybody will be actually.
I
That
guess
works
so.
out
Yeah,
perfectly.
everyone
Define
eventually.
gravity.
Yeah,
Actually,
it'll
that
be-
works out perfectly. Everybody
Yeah.
gets a fair chance.
It'll just
Everybody
just-
gets a fair chance at getting first.
The
we'll
second
defer.
place.
Yeah, would
The
be
second
the
and
first.
third place.
It's kind of
second,
perfect. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
perfect. It did really feel like this year, people kicked in with the, to have had you were backstage with
That's
me.
Cody.
You
Yeah,
were
hey,
backstage with me. It was just the 2 of us.
Oh no.
Do you remember what my reaction was when I saw the results?
The final results?
No, the tie results. You remember?
I just remember you ran out of the door.
Well, I literally was standing there with you. You were getting a costume on.
Right.
So do you remember what happened?
I don't remember the noise you made, but I remember you made some noise.
I looked at my phone. I looked at Elena's text that said, Cody and Christian have 11. And I literally went, you were standing there, and I went, oh.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then you were like, what? And I was like, nothing. I have to leave.
A minute later, I figured it out. I was like, oh,
You
shit.
said out loud, you were like, oh, shit. And you realized, you didn't know if you were in it, though.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because I was like, I was so thrilled. And then I had my phone out while I was like nude. How, by the way, was I the only one completely nude back there a couple times? Not completely with, I mean,
you were
sorry.
completely.
I guess I should say,
no peen.
Was I the only, I feel like normally you would like change your pants, then change your shirt. But most of the time I was just like only in my underwear.
The only pants change was for my white pants where I went it that way. But then after that, I kept my black shorts on.
I'll tell you what, it's the only thing stopping me from saying we really should have a camera where we're getting ready. Like because
Creep for you to be full
because
nude.
I'm going to be in my underwear most of the time.
It's a madness back there.
What we would need to do is that I go into a different spot where the camera isn't. If I need to change my pants.
I mean, they had the bathrooms right there too.
But I do think a dressing room cam would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
that'd be really
backstage.
fun. Yeah, some kind of backstage cam.
Or
even a camera on Thad and Alex would be pretty cool.
I got dressed immediately and just watched you guys perform. Like right next
Smart
to
man.
Because I was like, I wanted to see it because I was like laughing backstage. I was like, I just want to like, and also like we said, like go woo and like clap along.
Dude, what? Go woo. Woo. We said go woo.
Like, you know, when Cody's doing, my name is Jonas. I'm like, woo.
I love this song.
Yeah, I was out there. I watched. Everybody freaked out for the harmonica for that. That was fun.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I missed that part.
Did you? Was that a secret? You didn't tell anybody?
I didn't tell anybody.
I was gonna say because I had no idea.
Thad?
And I did not tell Thad, and I felt bad because I wanted to like make sure that actually like sounded okay.
up.
I didn't want to like blow like straight into that shit. And then
perfectly.
And I even like forgot about it until like a minute before I went on. I remember like, oh fuck, and I had to like run back to my backpack and get it.
Wow, damn.
But yeah.
Okay, so that was round one. Round two, we got through. Nothing major. Round two was pretty straightforward. Actually, that was pretty straightforward round.
HOT, yeah,
and then the dance. Seeing everybody dancing was fun.
It was cool.
Fun.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but when I tried getting the mic on the stand, I think it was just one of those curled ones.
Yes.
You
it was
just have to
so
push it
fucking
through,
hard.
The problem is
there.
because you can't put it in from the
back,
which you normally would, because
of
the
the cable,
wireless thing is on it. I realized that very quickly. I was like, well, that's the only issue.
Yeah, but that was fine.
Did anyone use the guitar?
I
think he used it twice.
I did for, of course, my name is John.
Infamously.
Weren't you watching the show?
And I did for
that's the only performance I missed.
All American
guitars.
Rejects at the very end. I did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Dance With Me.
No, I didn't do that one.
Oh,
No, probably should have, but
that's fine.
yeah.
Okay, so round 3 was duets.
The Wicked Round.
Anthony, I just got your text. Thank you. My friend texted me about my toes.
OnlyFans cam for Eric to fund the next karaoke.
There you go.
Only feats.
The Wicked Round was fucking great.
Oh, right. Third round was
when you came out, because you had like teased the dress, but we hadn't seen it until you came on stage.
You showed it to us.
I showed it to you hanging.
Like, you're like, that's what I'm wearing. I'm like, okay.
Okay. It was fucking massive. It made me look like I was 300 pounds. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, I'm not. Look, I've gained weight. I drink a lot of beer. I've gained, so I've got a beer belly.
Just wild.
But I was like, is that what I look like? And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. And I tried to, I looked at like a picture of it and I was like, no, my body's here. I know it. Like, it's going out to here.
Like somebody draw the shape.
It looked crazy. It looked unbelievable. But it was, I mean, that made it much funnier. And also, everybody said they liked the beer too.
You were holding it. No, your biggest concern was you're like, the costume ends here. Then I'm just nude up here.
Oh, and I bought last minute, overnighted a tiara to my fucking place. I ordered
tiara, by the way.
I did specifically say, when I put it on and tried it on, I looked in the mirror alone, and I was like, something's off. And I was like, I need something here. Yeah,
We're not there yet.
I'm naked from here up.
Certainly not a wig, but I do need something else.
Never a wig.
Did anyone use a wig this year?
No
wigs?
I think we took your lead.
Well, less my lead, and I think Christian's thought was what you probably
Oh, because the last time I wore a wig, I could not see anything.
And also, like, gets in your mouth.
I
could not see anything.
I was thinking of one for the U's because the guy has long hair.
Yeah.
But I was like,
the guy.
I'm just glad that
Gerard.
Bert
Bert McCracken.
Christ almighty.
Bert Kreischer?
Bert McCracken.
But so,
but hair. I'm so glad that you did not cut your hair.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad.
Well, it worked for a
My name
majority
is
of your
so
songs.
Creed.
Yes. Don't ever cut your fucking hair.
You looked genuinely exactly perfect for the Creed
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
I wanted to fucking cut it like a couple weeks ago, but I was like, I can't because
Good thing you waited. It honestly, I think it honestly got you the win.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we did the
Wicked.
thing.
So the Wicked
we chose
round.
the name
Now,
out of the
I got to
hats.
tell you, the Wicked round after the show. I don't know about you guys. After the show, multiple people were like, "That was the funniest fucking
Oh,
thing
cool.
ever."
Cool.
And remember, and by the way, remember we talked about 2 options. I said there's a world in which we do X. I won't say it because I'm sure we'll do it at some point. But I was like, there's a world in which if I'm choosing it, if that's the idea we're doing, we could do this. It would be a little more obvious, whatever.
Yeah.
Or we could do something that I think is considerably funnier.
Yes.
Remember, I specifically
for the
said
audience.
from the
I always
start.
wanted the
audience.
latter. Yeah.
Yeah,
From
it
the
was-
start, I said if we do this, the reason we're doing it is because it's funnier.
It was
not
the right
better,
call.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
definitely the
funnier.
right call.
Yeah.
And so I think that worked out perfectly. I had multiple people saying that, and I've gotten like DMs from people being like, "That was so fucking funny,"
I was extremely stressed out about this round,
which
like,
is good.
driving up.
Yeah.
And, like,
That's the funny part.
a couple days
I didn't-
before, I almost texted like, "Can we just decide on a song for all of us? So I can have one song to memorize."
Did you
instead of
practice
3?
all of them?
Yeah.
No,
Like
I
I
didn't practice. I should
on the
practice.
drive over, which was
Show
like.
us,
I should have practiced.
You did not know
No,
that
it worked
song.
out. It worked
Yeah.
out.
Well, I mean, it worked out perfectly for him.
Yeah.
I won.
On the
You
drive
did, yeah.
over, I just looped those 3 songs, like trying
I
to just get them in
couldn't,
my
yeah.
head. Yeah, it was tough.
And you know, like the good thing is at least you have the chorus. Is like the
Yeah.
chorus is easier to follow.
It's
you
just
know,
getting
whatever.
because like Broadway singing is just like so
It changes very
specific.
frequently, yeah.
There's no rhythm to it really. But like I think I listened to those.
You
songs
would
a
love
couple-
Sondheim.
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay. Sondheim.
Okay.
You're complaining that there's not enough rhythm to keep up with. You
Is
would
that
love
just a deep
Sondheim.
cut Broadway joke for
just-
like
it's
6
just
people?
Deep cut.
It's not a deep cut.
Borderline impossible to follow.
Okay. But like I listened to the songs a couple times and I was like, okay, I think, and that's exactly what happened to me for Good. I was like, I don't really remember how this starts, but once it hits a certain point, I was like, okay, I think I know where it goes.
Yeah, the chorus.
Yeah.
chorus,
Right,
But
right.
then
Your body language changing once you recognize the chorus
I was like,
great.
oh,
That was
yeah.
great. I'm like,
And I
there
was
he
like,
goes,
okay, I
there
know
he
where I'm
goes.
going now.
Yeah.
But
real
it was-
quick. Somebody said, "Guys finally understand the does this dress make me look fat?" question. Holy shit! Wow, I
There you
do
go.
understand
Get
it
it
now.
now.
Wow,
Perspective.
that's crazy.
Yeah, something
Wow.
to think about, guys.
Yeah.
Think about
Anyway.
No, but
Anyway.
you were great during that because like I couldn't find the rhythm at all.
But I was- and so-
you were like helping,
I was
like
gonna
guiding
say
us.
my plan was I knew I was gonna like in the back. I practiced all. I mean, I didn't have to practice really. I know the songs, but like when I was going through the karaoke, I was doing both parts because I was like, I want to make sure I know the timing. It's weird when you don't have the vocals.
Well, that was the other thing I was
So-
gonna say. Once
yeah.
I watched the karaoke version, I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
That's how I felt.
was
Just listening to the song is one
I was
thing.
nervous about the.
Yeah.
I hadn't even seen the
just
videos.
like talking over it.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
Which again, of course, is the point. That was the funniest
That's a little
part,
bit of
but-
it too. It's like a lot of those songs you can kind of just talk your way through, and well, Defying Gravity is different. 'cause
Except
she's,
that.
she's literally like going fucking ham.
Yeah.
She's cooking the entire show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so what was I just gonna say? Oh, so yeah, my point. What you just said is what I was planning to do. I was like, I'll just be in the background, like if you need
Like
it.
guiding us.
Yeah. Which I had to do with you a few times.
Yeah, no, you definitely helped me
You
because
guys, I think we're fine. I think I had to. Do
I didn't
you a few
practice at all. I could not like.
I remember
it worked
before
out. It worked
I
out.
did my song and I walked to backstage and Christian was going and Brian was I think listening.
I
to
was,
Defying
yeah.
Gravity.
I listened to
Like,
For Good
trying
right
to-
before going up too.
I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta find like.
Love that.
Well, because I didn't want to fucking practice 3 songs. I was
Yeah.
practicing my own 4
when,
songs.
Right, when you got your song out of the hat,
Yeah.
which took fucking half an hour to do, which is my fault. I didn't think of it. Shout out to my buddy Andrew, who was in the front row, and I was like, can you write these? I knew he had a pen because he and his girlfriend were actually, they showed me. He's one of the, whenever we do showman tracks, he's one of the guys that does it. And, but he showed me that they were doing their own bingo kind of thing. And they wrote down a bunch of
that's
songs
fun.
they expected, which, by the way, we should have a bingo.
Yeah, I was just
that sounds
that's
fun.
really cool.
We've done bingo.
What
I like
we should
that.
do is, though, here's the bingo, and just start thinking about this now, Elena, Manny, whoever.
Middle Square is a
No,
Blink-182
but what?
song.
None of us should know what's on the bingo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
will Cody
it'd
bring
be-
out a
it'd be-
harmonica?
Well, or no, because it's gonna say somebody says this. It wouldn't be as funny if you purposefully say
of course.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
It
it's
would
like-
be it would be kind of funny mid-show, just someone bingo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, that's
And then
good.
maybe if you win bingo mid-show, you get to like the show
to sing a song.
stops, and you have to force us to all sing a song or something. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
That's cool.
So the mods like at the door would hand out like bingo cards.
And we don't
kinda
look
shit?
at them.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
human beings.
But they have to make them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they would love
Or would
that.
that be
I imagine.
distracting from the show?
Not at
That'd
all.
be fun.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I want people to sing along with me, man.
They
They're not
would.
gonna
They
interrupt
would.
the
still
song to
would.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Because if they marked it, they would mark it right at the start of the song
Like,
or
boop.
something like
And
that.
also, by the way, you could very easily do a download. We've done it before. We've done a bingo, pretty much it kind of thing.
We've done it for Oscars.
So
You
there
can
you
do
go.
like
Yeah.
myfreebingo
Yes, and people can download
it
at home.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
up to 1,000 for
Yeah,
free,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it's easy.
But so so anyway, so Wicked Round though, Wicked
great.
Round.
That was perfect.
I thought it worked really well.
Oh, yeah, people were
to the
going-
point where I'm like, whatever you would do in the future, whatever a winner would choose in the future, I almost would prefer. I think I would do with what you did and not practice it at all because
But
it would be funnier to try to figure it out.
But was it funny? I was just
I
like,
thought it was
I was
hilarious.
dying. It
For
was
me?
pretty
Oh
fucking
Oh my
great.
god!
really?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
sent a
Okay.
clip. I saw a clip today from fucking Defying Gravity from the movie itself. Looks like fucking low energy bullshit. And I sent that to
energy bullshit.
it sucks. The real movie looks like garbage to me, but whatever.
Oh, no.
And so I sent that to my sister, and she was like, damn, what are they doing? Whatever. She was like, I'm not into it. And then I sent a video of of you going, now that you're choosing this, like not knowing what the hell you're saying.
Oh.
And I was like, this is Wicked. But yeah,
Did you pull his when you did the boo and he go
I did not pull that.
Okay.
No,
that wasn't his song.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had this.
No,
what is his
sorry.
feeling?
Oh, then you did do
Yeah,
it.
the
Yeah.
boom.
Wait, I thought you just said you didn't do it.
no, he said, did he pull the
not-
soundbite?
I did not pull the
Yeah.
soundbite.
Got
It was
Sorry,
like a
sorry,
classic.
sorry.
It was a
Yeah,
classic
yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes, you did do
Yeah.
it though. Yeah. And I knew
Yeah.
I could tell you were gonna do it.
Yeah,
We didn't talk about it beforehand, I don't think, but it literally, I was like, is he gonna do it? And I sensed your body movement that you were ready to
Yeah,
do
I was
something else. And
looking
I was
over.
like,
I'm like, I'm fucking ready.
I
bitch.
was like, he's got it.
go.
He's ready. I know he's
That
gonna
was
do
one
it.
where, like, in terms of like rankings of like which song I would have pulled from the hat, that was probably my number 2. So I was happy with that
Yeah.
one. Like, I knew it well enough.
Great question. What
Yeah.
were you hoping to get?
Oh, I wanted
Defying
Defying Gravity.
Yeah,
Same, yeah.
For
I was-
sure.
Yeah.
Just because
Absolutely.
it's like the big one.
It's the big
Yeah.
one.
It was also one
But-
I remembered the quickest because
Yes.
it was just
It
so
was more
recognizable, you know?
sing-songy.
and
Yeah.
it has a chorus that happens like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one.
Which I cut one of them, I think. But yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did edit the songs a little bit so that it was roughly 4 minutes each because I wanted it to be fair. And also like I wanted to cut out as much as I could of like the chorus stuff. But
There was one that was
kinda
like not
tough.
really a duet.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. The
For
second
Good.
one, For Good, is
Yeah,
just,
that was
well,
that's the one that I did not want, and then I got it.
You
But
got
then,
it, yeah.
because the thing that tripped me
not
up
the ideal song, but it is a fan favorite. You,
No,
you were
I mean,
like, oh,
when,
you know it.
Yeah, when people like were like, oh, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
To be clear, if you're a Wicked fan, it's the one that
Sure.
makes you cry. Like,
Oh.
and I wasn't.
Good.
By the
I
way,
don't think they were crying during
fun
that.
fact: when I practiced the songs, like with the karaoke. To be clear,
You started crying.
Every time when I'm listening to Defying Gravity, I do it all the time. When I listen to Defying Gravity, I can't not cry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't not
yeah.
cry. It is incredible, which is why I'm gonna be so bummed out in the movie when it sucks.
You really think it's gonna suck?
Oh, honey,
Oh, honey.
it's gonna be bad.
Oh,
It's
no.
great because none of us had like seen Wicked or anything, so like
Yeah.
we have no
No, I
idea
had
what the
no
context
clue.
I gotta
of
tell
these
you,
songs is.
we should look for cheap tickets and all go when because it opens
At the
in LA
Pantages.
tonight.
Oh, it's tonight.
Oh wow.
I think
I
it's
thought Back to the Future.
You're right. Sorry. Next,
Power of Love,
Next
Cody.
up is Wicked, I think.
Oh.
Well, did the
Broadway
musical?
play.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
At
Yeah,
Pantages.
it's
Yeah.
always at the Pantages.
Right, but
I did not know
so
that.
it's not on right now, but it's coming back, I guess.
Oh, okay.
We should all
go.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
fun.
fun,
it's
actually.
gonna be better
Yeah.
than the fucking movie. That's for sure.
You haven't even seen it
You
yet.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't
You're still
have to.
gonna see it.
By the way, to be clear, this is not a new take. If you've heard me talk about this movie for years, I've said it's not going to be good.
Why?
Because it's 2 parts right out of the gate.
That's weird. Yeah.
It's going to be 6 hours worth of a 2.5 hour musical.
That's kind of strange.
Could be
right?
Not
great.
necessary.
Yeah.
Be great.
Unless there is a rumor. People think that they're
Many
going
are
to.
saying
I've heard-
this,
They're
many are
thinking
saying
part 2. Do you know what Wicked is? It's a
Yeah, it's a prequel.
It's a fan
It's
fic.
That part
it's
2 is
the,
like
the
a Wizard
untold
of Oz.
story of the Witches of Oz is the subtitle of it. And
Agatha.
yeah, but so I guess I don't want to spoil it, but it's a prequel, so
It'll go into
obviously
Wizard
what
of
comes
Oz.
next? Right.
Yeah.
So people
Return to
are thinking
Oz.
yeah, that'd be fucking crazy if they do that. People are thinking that it's possible they split it into 2 parts because they might try to do like almost like a backdoor Wizard of Oz remake vibe in the next one,
That's sacrilege.
which is just a nightmare to
Where
think.
does this
but-
fit into the Sam Raimi movie?
That's the Return on. Oh no, that's Oz Great and Powerful.
Oz Great and
Yeah.
Powerful, which is that's a prequel about Oz.
Right.
But
The
not
witches are
Powerful.
both in that.
Oh, the witches are both in it. You're right.
Oh yeah, it's Mila Kunis.
It's I think that's unrelated
That's
original.
still after Wicked and before
No, but
Wizard of
I
Oz.
feel like it's not
It's
based
not connected
on
at all?
Not even connected.
So here's the. You know what?
Is
Wait
it
a
part
minute.
of the Dark
I've got it
universe?
wrong. I've got it wrong. The original, is it Frank L. Baum? Can anyone correct me on
Yeah.
that if I'm wrong? Is it Frank L. Baum?
Yeah.
There are like
Baum,
half a dozen Wizard of Oz books.
Oh, yeah, it's
They
a
only
series.
adapted. It reminds me of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Then there's also like the Great Glass Elevator, or whatever the fuck. They only adapted the one for Wizard of Oz, but there were other books. I don't know if Oz the Great and Powerful is based on that. Wicked is an original book.
It's like
it's almost like fan fiction. It's basically fan
came out in like
fiction.
the 90s.
It is a
or
book,
something, right?
Yeah, but it is a book. And then
it a book?
they adapted it into a musical. Is my point. Like the musical was not original from the get go. It's based on that book, as far as I know.
A book.
Which I think is not. So that's the point. Is Oz the Great and Powerful is not in that world.
Not connected.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Someone pointed out recently in our Discord. Actually, they were like, "So wait, does it all take place in Dorothy's head?" And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, that was the point.
That's the point of the first one.
right." So I'm like, I guess.
What is going on in that
giant
child?
fever dream.
I guess there's backstory to your dream characters,
We should watch. I haven't
but like
seen
Wicked
the.
does not address that. In Wicked, those events happen.
There's backstory to your made-up dream character.
I love the lore building.
That you don't even know.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Whatever's going on in there's like a whole backstory.
That'd be actually great if the movie opens up on Dorothy just sleeping and then just.
And it just zooms into her head inside a snowflake, like the one on your sleeve kind of fucking thing. But
so
all right,
that
so
was
Wicked
round three.
round, yeah.
So round
Ton of
4.
fun.
Who
Round
starts?
4 was.
I
Oh,
did. I
wait,
did
real quick.
Nickelback.
Sorry. What I was going to say was I genuinely, doing For Good, I didn't not cry once. And I genuinely was like, am I going to cry
On
during
stage?
this
Yeah, you
show?
did.
Yeah.
I did not cry. When I was doing it, every single time I teared up because it's just a really beautiful
Yeah.
song.
The only part that tripped me up because they kind of like offset.
They go together.
Yeah,
they go
back
together
and
like
forth.
Ramalama.
Like
Yeah.
shibbity.
Yeah.
Shibbity, shibbity, shibbity. And then Defying Gravity every single fucking time, especially if I sing along, I cry. So I was
yeah.
like, but luckily, I didn't give a fuck
I like
in
it
the
when
moment.
I like
All
when
of
it
us
picks
on
up.
there was a lot of fun. When we all
Yeah,
went
the
up there.
only
Right.
thing that I didn't know
You
we were all
mentioned.
gonna do the final.
Oh, I thought we
yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, I thought we were safe because it was your song. I
Yeah,
thought we were
no.
gonna like let you like.
As far
do
as I
it,
was
but-
concerned, you got your 4 minutes and
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fair.
Now you know for next time.
Now I'll do it again. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So anyway, that was great. But I wanted to mention that I genuinely went into it like I might cry. I was prepared for that.
Wait, so then Christian got that photo of you on stage and you sent it to your dad?
That's my buddy Andrew got that. That wrote down the names. So again, yeah, he wrote down the names. That's why I mentioned he did the bingo because I knew he had a pen and a pad. So I was like,
He's always got
write
that
these
pen and
down?
pad. Yeah.
And so
Got such a close-up photo
Yeah.
of you. Just like,
you don't
straight
remember?
up.
You were up there, or maybe you weren't. No, it was during one of your songs. I walked up to the edge of the stage, and I was like, Andrew, could you take a picture of me? And I was just like, and then I sent it to my dad, and my dad wrote back, why, with a bunch of question marks.
Like, Dad, do you not know me?
Do you not know me at all? Oh, by the way, I replied to him, and I said, I was thirsty. Oh, you meant the tutu. I had a beer. He hasn't replied.
He's like,
He
"Fuck-
has not
fuck
replied
this
to
guy."
that.
He was not amused.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
then round.
Wait. What was your song in round 2, Eric? Did we go over that?
Panic at the Disco.
Oh yeah, that was a fun
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Love
I
that
like
song.
that.
You know
song.
what's? I got to tell you, you know what's fucking crazy? I don't know what. I do think I know what happened. My voice was cooked by round 2, and I
Right.
really was surprised.
And I was out of breath.
You know what the reason is, though? Well, first of all, out of breath doesn't help. Second of all, it's because we started so early in the day that I was talking the whole day.
Yeah.
Usually I'm just like quiet all day and I just show up for the show and I'm like, because I did save my voice all week.
No,
I
actually,
didn't do anything.
usually you come and your voice is shot, and you're like, I've been screaming.
The second year I was completely gone.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
other year's been okay.
That was the year you did a live show right before, right?
Yeah, I already had no voice then. I was performing the night before, and then it was also Spider-Man: No Way Home, and I was screaming.
And you were screaming the
Oh,
entire
literally
time.
Correct,
screaming,
correct.
Yes.
But so that was the year that was just a total wash. But
No, not whoever won fair and square. It was not a
There was
wash.
no handicap
Yeah, it
involved.
kind of-
for me,
Kind of swayed the vote a little bit.
I didn't need you to host to
be
win.
clear,
just to say,
a wash
you know.
for
That
me
wasn't
actually
unnecessary.
getting to do the songs the songs I was excited to do. I really didn't get to do. I was like, this sucks. I can't do it now.
So Panic at the Disco,
Panic at the Disco
feel like you didn't
already.
hit?
I remember doing the song and being like, man, I practiced this and I was like, wow, I have a voice. This year is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then just for the sake of, to be clear, just for the sake of putting on a good show.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cooked for the fucking show.
Washed, yeah.
And so I don't want it to be a wash. Yeah. And so, I was surprised already. I was like, man, I'm already fucking dead.
Yeah.
And I think it was just because, I was talking. all
We were
day.
shouting. What did we go over? What did you for round 1?
That was Charlie XCX. Last minute pick.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was on my potential list of songs to do, and I just couldn't find a place for it. And then I was like, let me move Tub Thumping to the end if we need it.
There was one other song that, and I'm fine saying the song because I think by next year it's going to be outdated. But
That's the thing.
I was contemplating, but I just didn't like. I heard the song and I just didn't care for it. It was JoJo Siwa.
Right.
Fuck, you know what?
Bitch.
I gotta be honest with you. If I totally forgot, if I realized you dropped it, I would have taken it from you.
That's the thing, though. It's
Totally
like,
forgot, and you're right. It's done next year.
Well, and
it's out.
And like maybe Hot to Go and Espresso were gimmicky, but they're actually like good songs. Like they're like nice, like vibey kind of songs. Whereas
if I was competing though, that's one of the other ones that I would have been like all over.
I could totally
as
see
possible.
you dressing up and
doing the fucking
dance.
1,000
It would have been fucking really
yes.
funny.
You did kind of swoop in and get any of the songs that like I would, if I was performing, I would. If I was competing, I would.
Even at this point, I think
you.
like Hot to Go is like not outdated, but she has like newer.
I wouldn't have thought of Hot to Go. I would have thought of Espresso and JoJo Siwa.
Oh, okay, not Chapel. Okay.
No. I'm saying like that one was completely. I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so round four.
So round four. Who starts?
I started with a wonderful performance of Photograph by Nickelback.
Yeah, that was great.
Great shirt.
The shirt was unbelievable.
The shirt's good.
Let me ask you a question. So you ordered that custom.
Yeah.
Does that mean that you submitted just a picture of him?
No,
like, how did that
strangely,
work?
this was available. This was a template that was available. I just Googled Chad Kroeger Nickelback shirt.
And you, okay.
And there was a couple different options if you guys want to get one. There were various Chad Kroeger shirt
It was like an
design
Etsy thing or something.
Something like that. It was the company itself, I think, was from China. The package, the
Sounds
shirt,
about right.
the shirt got lost for a couple weeks. So I was like, is it not going to make it?
no.
But then eventually I got it. And
Do you want to say, by the way, that a shirt did get lost?
Yeah,
Not lost,
we can
but
talk about that later.
that's round five.
I did
Okay.
mention that to a couple people.
Yeah. By the way, did not have an impact. I thought it was fine. So whatever.
Yeah.
I get it though. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
And then I wore the big ass cowboy hat strictly for the one line where he's like, "What the hell's on?" I think it's Joby's head or something like that. And I switched it to Cody's head.
You did Cody's head.
Cody's head. You guys get it? And I just kept it on the whole time. It was a funny hat.
Yeah.
Big hat.
No, that was a good performance. Good shirt.
Real quick,
People were
Anthony.
singing along.
Real quick, Anthony. Yes, that makes sense because the musical starts at the end of Wizard of Oz, so that makes sense. That checks out. Anyway, go on.
Let's not even say what he said.
That was not for you. That was not for you.
Anthony, by the way, said I started listening
matter.
to. Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
What was I gonna say to Cody's thing? That was a good round.
Yeah.
People were singing along to that.
That was
Which one?
In
To
terms
Photograph.
Of like, in terms of
I don't
hearing
know
people
those lyrics.
singing along, like that's the one where I heard the most response
That's
from
awesome.
the crowd, like singing along with me. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Because I was thinking like how you remind me, or isn't that the?
They would have sung along to that too,
That
for
was-
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. All right, I'll do it next year.
Yeah.
Can I borrow your shirt next year?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's one. That's one. You're
can't
keeping
return
that.
You can't return it. It's
No, I
custom.
cannot. Yeah.
And then who was?
And
Then it would have been. Then it would have been Brian.
No, it was
No,
me.
it's Christian.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Then
you're
I
right.
did Espresso with the nonsense outro.
That was good, and I like that you did the. I like for anyone that knows Sabrina Carpenter. Seemingly not many people in the room.
No, I don't.
But I was aware of the towel.
I
bit.
saw one person in the chat like because her like gimmick for her live show, she comes out with the towel, opens it up and reveals like her outfit, but it's the color that everyone freaks out to. It's like it's night. Oh, it's blue.
When
it's
she
green.
comes out, she looks like she's naked with a towel on.
But with me,
That makes it funnier.
That's exactly why I
Much
did it.
funnier.
So someone in the chat was like, "Well, you ruined the color because I can see your shirt." I was
Talking
like, "Well,
about
that's the."
missing the bit.
I was like, "That's the joke."
He's not gonna
Yes,
show
it's
up
stupid.
shirtless.
But
Yeah.
you also, but I think that was a great thing for like anyone that is a fan, and not to say people don't know Sabrina Carpenter, but like if you're a fan enough that you know that, which definitely is only if you like really follow her.
I love me a joke for two people.
But that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what
Like
I mean?
for any of them, they were like, "Oh my god, he did the thing."
Yeah,
And
then like it's like the outfit that I had was just like comfy pajamas, because like
And,
I think like all of her like outfits are like
slippers.
sexy lingerie kind of thing. But she's also done I think like sexy like sleep attire too. So yeah,
that's
like
her
the
whole
slippers and all that jazz. So yeah, and then changing the lyrics for nonsense because that's another thing that she does.
Did you guys know what that is? You guys know about that?
No, I was
the
completely
nonsense.
confused.
Called the nonsense
She
outro.
did it. She even did it. That's how I know it because she did it on SNL.
I have not listened to one Sabrina Carpenter song or Charlie XCX.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's
Or
Charlie
Chapel.
it's like
Yeah.
radio songs. If you don't, if you don't listen to
There's
the
actually
radio, you wouldn't hear.
There's
that.
a couple of
But
songs.
you
actually.
guys don't listen to radio. How do you hear it?
I knew Chapel from. Where is she? I mean, she just
TikTok.
She just pops up. Yeah.
I don't have TikTok, but also that's the weird thing about Sabrina Carpenter is I know of her from when she was a child.
Yeah, Girl Meets World.
Yeah, right. So
that's
like,
the only reason I know.
It's been very strange to see. This is her, by the way. So you've never heard of Sabrina Carpenter until like this year? Now, she's famous now. This is her 8th album.
Oh shit!
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It's like her 8th album.
I thought it was like her second.
Well, because you know what? Because she's been like a little Disney kind of kid.
Yeah.
For I guess Disney Girl Meets World.
Well,
for so long that
like,
it's like.
Well, that's how like Ariana Grande was Nickelodeon. And Olivia Rodrigo was
like last
Disney,
year.
Disney,
kind of
Disney
like
Plus.
there's like been a collection of like up and coming
manufacturers
pop
Disney
up.
Channel.
Yeah.
By the way, to be clear, it's no different than
Britney Spears.
Or
just any singer.
Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Literally Disney.
Yeah.
Britney's crazy to say Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Disney kids.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling is a Disney kid.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird to say, but
I think Chappell Roan's the only one that's like I don't know where she came out of.
She's homegrown, I guess. Yeah. Yep.
Was she? I just know like one of them opened for Taylor Swift, and that's how she became.
I think
big.
that was Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter, and then what's funny is I saw Olivia Rodrigo alone in an alley. No, I saw her. I saw her. I went to go see her alone because I was passing through, and her first album didn't really resonate with me because I'm a grown man.
None of it.
Her second album is actually there's a lot of really catchy songs. Not to say the first album doesn't have catchy songs. Didn't resonate with me.
The one that I bought as a joke,
read the lyrics
driver's license one.
That's the first album.
Okay.
I thought those songs were. I didn't think anything
I'm
of it. I'm not the
listening to
target audience.
Exactly. I'm like, this is a 16-year-old's words.
Yes, and it's like it's like a little bit too like okay, whatever. She has
as a 30-year-old man,
right,
you're like,
she has the one song where like the deja vu where she's like, it's something like, oh, let me guess, you guys got ice cream together. We did that. And it's like, yeah, it's ice cream.
It's a thing that people
let me guess, you took her to your favorite spot at the beach? Yeah, it's my favorite spot at the beach. What are you talking about?
This is the mind of a high schooler. Like this is all.
Does she know that we did that? I guess because I had another person that I dated once before. I don't know.
You're not the center of this person's world.
Like, all those songs, I was like, whatever.
So high school.
Not to. I mean, she's still younger, so it's not to say that it's resonating with me.
That's not for us 35-year-old men.
No. When the song I did last year. Bad Idea, right?
That's fun one.
There's there's actually a lot of catchy bangers on the new album. So point is, I did go to see her, and I skipped. I was just driving through fucking New Orleans, and so I was like, I'd go to that. That's awesome. And I got like a last minute seat on fucking StubHub or SeatGeek, whatever the fuck. And I was like, sure, I'd go.
Nice. Yeah.
And so, but so that doesn't. None of that matters. That's a whole other story.
Yeah. What do you?
How I felt.
I don't know how we got
like
there.
a predator. I felt like sitting alone, with a bunch of little girls. Like, oh my god.
You're like Josh Hartnett in Trap.
Literally, yes, exactly. But so I just got a couple beers, had some fun. It was great. And then I went to Bourbon Street. I parked around the corner and I went out to Bourbon Street.
Probably not that many long lines of getting beer at that show.
You'd be surprised. So that's
all the dads.
Funny you say that.
All the dads, right?
No, I was the only male, I think, at the line.
Oh,
but
okay.
Funny you say that because I was waiting in line while the opener was finishing. I was like, I don't give a fuck about the opener. I'm here for fucking Olivia Rodrigo. And bad idea, right? The song I really liked that I was like, oh, I do like Olivia Rodrigo. To be clear, also we watched High School Musical, the series for pretty much it.
Yeah.
So I was aware of her as an actor.
I didn't know she was. I was
aware of her.
clearly, I didn't
Disney
watch
kid,
that.
Disney kid. And so
Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, Disney
Miley
kids.
Cyrus.
Oh yeah, I heard too. What's her name?
Miley Cyrus.
Hannah Montana.
Just said it.
Hannah Montana.
Point is,
actually, sorry,
I hear
tangent. Miley Cyrus is like some of her newer songs are fucking really good.
She's got plenty of bangers.
So good. Yeah.
But so I was I'm in line. I hear the openers playing, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this opener. Who gives a fuck? Olivia Rodrigo starts playing. I'm like, fuck. Hurry, I gotta get my beer. I go in, whatever.
Fuck.
But so now,
come on.
If I mention this, hurry up and pour my beer. If I mention this to anyone, what I'm telling you guys, you wouldn't ask this, but other people say. You saw Olivia Rodrigo on her most recent tour, so you saw Chappell Roan?
You saw the opener.
Oh, shit.
She opened, and I didn't know her name.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
No, I completely missed it.
Oh, but that's a fun story.
But some point is, people are like, you just
missed out on the next big thing.
But she wasn't. Yeah. I mean, I remember.
So I'm like,
I didn't see
fuck.
it, but my buddy saw Katy Perry open up for 303.
Oh,
I like
her
her Warped Tour.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe if she was opening, it might have been their tour. But yeah, she used to do like Warped Tour and shit. Yeah. Did she didn't actually show up to a Kamala thing today, did she?
I think she. Well, I don't know.
If
I
she
saw
did,
a post on it.
If she did, Kamala loses.
Why? Is she just like in the dirts now?
Oh, she's out.
Is she? Kamala?
No, no, quite the opposite. We can get to the election.
We'll talk about it. But yeah, so that's round 4.
Who won round 4? We
won.
I think.
Oh yeah.
What was your
Sabrina Carpenter?
But that's one of those ones. That's the gimmick
That's the
thing.
gimmicky
thing
That's
too.
the gimmick thing where it's
Yeah.
like everyone's gonna be like, oh, I have to vote for that.
I knew I wanted
No
it.
offense, but like,
No, of course. I mean,
you picked the right song.
I
Like,
knew
it's
it.
the song
Yeah.
choice. Yeah. I say no offense because I'm not. It wasn't not on merit. Part of the
Yeah.
merit is picking the
It's
song.
the programming
Right.
mixed with
And
I
the
mean, it took me a
costume.
second
Yeah.
to figure out the fucking because originally I did espresso because when I watched when she performed on SNL, I thought she did perform espresso, but she did the song just proper. I thought she did that song and then did the outro nonsense, but she did that with another song because they performed twice. And I was like, oh fuck, it doesn't like. I had to find a weird way to like flow of like between the two, so I literally just stopped singing it and I put on. I don't know if you see it on the karaoke. It just says wait. And that was my cue to be like, you know what, I'm gonna change it up a little bit.
People were excited.
I think they got onto it, which was kind of cool. And
It
then,
felt like a natural transition.
To be clear, you don't know what she does. Sorry, I'm dying.
Is Adam Driver here?
To be clear.
So I go back to the club. So you guys don't know what Sabrina Carpenter does with that though.
I have no idea about
She
any.
Totally
changed for
confused.
nonsense. Like
She does like the most like it's like the horniest like
it's like
salacious
innuendo
thing.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
And I didn't want to go that route.
But she's like 18.
no, I think she's like in her-
again. This is her
I don't
eighth
know.
album.
Yeah, I don't think she's
Probably
that-
like 40. She's like
that
the
young.
orphan.
40.
She's like the orphan.
She's a grown woman.
People are like,
she
this
has
is
a whole
child, and
family.
She's like,
She's
I'm
Esther.
45. She's Esther. She would crush an Esther costume. I mean, she is dressing up like she's 6, but you know.
Yeah.
But so anyway, that's like Ariana Grande
It's her
style.
8th album.
It really is something like that. But so best new artist looking ass.
Yeah.
So she'll do
Best new
something
artist
like.
on your age.
So let me think for a second. The progression is. I
I think she does it. She does it for like three
It's
bars, but I did 4.
You did a couple, yeah.
Yeah,
A couple more. But so if you had to end on karaoke, if you were doing Wanger's karaoke, let's think
That's
real
the only
quick.
thing that I knew I was gonna end on.
You know where?
was
Well,
the-
and I think
yeah.
that's how you do it. She probably knows where she's ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you would have done if you were doing like the horny version of it. Let me think real quick.
The horny version.
I don't
let
wanna
me think.
about that.
Let me
think about the horny version.
Yeah, I literally looked up what rhymes with karaoke.
Yeah. Fuck.
It's like a lot of
what?
lees. Like, because I think when I
Is that how you do it? You looked up karaoke? I would just look up key.
key. Well,
The end.
it did
Yeah.
it was the same
Well,
thing.
no, you said slant rhymes.
Like when
the
I'm right,
middle
but
of a
like when
rhyme.
I'm doing
Well-
my song, I don't let. I would just look up like what's the last sound.
Well, the
that I need
first
to
thing
rhyme
that
with.
came to my mind was closely karaoke.
That's not bad.
So, and that's what I ended up doing. I said, so hear my lesson, listen closely.
Closely, right, you
And
did do
vote
that.
for me, Wanger's karaoke.
I didn't know. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I remember you said something. Vote for me.
I said,
was like, oh, that's
I'm
cool.
switching up the song because I'm feeling good. I know you're thinking nonsense. Yes, you probably should. So hear my lesson. Listen closely, and vote for me. This Wanger's karaoke.
He straight up just wrote a song.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you got that round.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you know,
Yeah. Worked for you.
I can't sing, but I maybe can write lyrics. I don't know. It's just rhyming.
You might be an artist. You never know.
Yeah.
Can rap.
Eric, what's wrong? What are you thinking about?
Eric's like
He's thinking about the
dying over
horny
here.
shit.
What is
He
he
says
saying?
like, how can I?
Karaoke.
You haven't-
You would say something like, yeah, like vote for me in Wanger's karaoke. Not so smart. But I'd marry Yodi.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's
Of course, I would go
that what
marry
I only
Yogi.
had-
I only had like 30 seconds.
That's
to think.
literally essentially
the start of
Yeah.
that.
because like I think on her SNL.
So you went- Final
He
result.
like that's so Raven like
You, like,
escaped.
died for a second. Just watch how his,
right into the
how his
eye.
creative process works
Then he just came
to
back
get to the end result that we got to there.
to marry
I'm gonna
Yogi.
think about it more.
I want to do a slow push in on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
that
do
was
that.
fucking
I'll
great.
think about it more. I'll think about it more. Something better. No, something better.
Because that's
Sorry.
like
Forget
when she
that.
was on SNL, she's like, I'm on SNL, and she like literally ended with like, this is the first time that I came or something like that. But like
wow.
in
Oh.
reference to SNL, but also obviously like an innuendo, like just,
like-
you know.
like SNL
yeah.
made me come onto the show. It was something like that. You're
Yeah,
right.
it was,
yeah.
It was that
That's very
obvious.
That's very clean.
It was that.
very clean. All right. So
Anyway,
and then what'd you
round-
sing? What'd you sing round 4?
That was your pretty, wasn't it?
Riding me.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
Fantastic.
Speaking of fucking innuendo, no,
Jesus.
no innuendo
No,
at all.
it's
It
just
says
straight up.
You have a big cock.
You're smooth with words and have a big cock.
Yeah,
Right?
and by the way, I did think I was like, I hope this doesn't get like age restricted on the stream.
That was so fucking funny.
Your
mustache tickles my nuts.
So same dude, clearly Dixon Dallas, but different. So his whole thing is. What?
Eric Striffler, make me Striffler now. Come poke me.
Make me stiffer now. Come poke me.
Come and vote me with Wanger's Karaoke.
Yeah. Come and vote for me. Thanks for watching Wanger's Karaoke. If you liked it, please do vote me. Striffler made me hard. Now come and whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Come poke
me
twice.
Good. Poke me is good. Poke me is good.
Let that thing poke me.
Yeah, honestly.
So there was 2 times in that song that you cracked up. It was
just 2.
Yeah, no, there is because you played it pretty straightforward.
I tried.
But there was 2 moments where you're like, turn me around and beat my meat.
By the way, funny song to play straight. But
my meat.
Spin me over, beat my meat up while you pound me or something. Fucking hilarious.
What was
like everybody?
What was the crowd's reaction?
Oh, they were singing. They were cracking up and they were singing along.
They actually knew it. Okay.
So it is the guy. I forget
it was
his
a big
name.
thing on TikTok when that one came out.
Can somebody help me? It's Jake.
Before.
Maybe Jake something is the actual guy's
Baldino.
name. Yes, Baldino.
Yeah.
But he has Dixon Dallas is his country arm.
Oh, okay.
You're Pretty is his pop punk arm.
Okay.
Like he has, somebody will say the name. But so like he does multiple things. And what's interesting is, I think we talked about it last time probably, people are like, so you're gay? And he's like, who cares?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
think you said that
it's
the
like
last
it's
time
like
we
he's
did
not
a
making
song.
fun of any. Like we're laughing because it's just so blunt.
Yeah, it's not the fact that
You can't possibly think it's serious to say and you have a big cock.
You're so
There's
good
no
with words, and you
subtlety.
have a huge cock.
Right. If there was a straight based song that was really want to put my cock in your pussy. It's like what the fuck? Like Jake Hill, I think it is Jake Hill.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I would think that's funny too.
Or like beat
But you
the
know what?
pussy up.
Honestly,
or beat the,
it's funny in the same way that WAP is funny.
Yeah.
It's like
it's just
Jesus
out there.
Right. So it's not so. But so that's the point. Is people are like, well,
But
why are you writing these songs? And it's like, and he's like, I think his logic is, I think he said, doesn't matter if I'm gay or straight. Like I'm just writing songs for people for fun. Like it's fine.
But I think he's really good at painting a picture.
That is an incredible review of him. I like that.
Turn me around and beat my meat.
Spread my cheeks.
It is an extremely fucking catchy song too.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Oh my number one daddy.
You're my number 1 dad.
I'll be the top.
Maybe your kids will sing that to you one day. Number one daddy.
God.
So same
Yeah,
guy.
that's
Obviously, I knew I had to do that. Yeah, and I was talking to my mom about it after. I was like,
Did you mention that? Oh, you're
on
like,
stage,
oh, my mom's watching.
I jokingly said that she was like, I stopped watching. She didn't say that, but then because I said that, she actually texted me and was like, yeah, not my favorite song. She really did say that.
Yeah.
And then
funny.
later that night, I texted her and I was like, hey, thanks again for watching. Love you. Always appreciate it. Whatever. And then and I said in that text, I was like when I was going to bed, finally, like 5 or 6 in the morning.
5 in the morning.
But after watching the stream, after closing out the bar.
Oh my God.
But so I think I said, it was something like, I said something like, every time I rehearsed that insane song, I was like, I have to say hi, Mom, during that.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, that was fucking ridiculous.
All right, so that was round 4, and then round 5. Round 5.
You let it
started off with Bye Bye Bye.
Oh, yeah.
You came out, did your great dance,
I learned the dance. I really did the
Yeah,
dance,
yeah,
by the
you
way.
did.
That's
I
the
have a
actual
video of it,
dance.
yeah.
With
and then
my dick flapping.
Yeah. Did you wear pants in the?
I wore my shorts for it.
Okay.
It was
when
the
I
whole
actually
thing.
did
You had to find the shorts. We couldn't
you were
find the
back there.
shorts.
You were, and then I was like, "Where's the mask?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the mask.
Cody,
yeah.
zip me.
Zip me up.
Cody.
By the way, Cody was helping everybody button up and zip up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple times it was like, Cody, button me.
Yeah. Well, because that was.
That's why we need the camera. It would be very funny to have that stuff.
Yeah, because that's when I was changing into my Wild Wild West gear, and I put on a
Yeah.
full dress shirt, and I was like, I got to button up everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's when you went over to him. Yeah.
and then you did.
You were during the
was him
song while I was
next.
putting it on. I was like, fuck.
Oh
yeah,
Trying to get the thing because I
Because it was
introduced
the second
you.
chorus. Right?
Yeah.
He's like,
Last
come
chorus,
out.
last chorus.
the last chorus.
He's like,
yeah.
you got to come out during this last.
Worked out. It worked out.
Yeah, and then you did.
No, it was Brian next.
Brian did
Wild
Wild Wild West next.
Yeah. and then I did Creed.
You did Creed.
Yeah,
It's just fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wild
that
Wild
did
West
work
was
out.
really-
Everyone had a gimmick in that
Everybody-
moment.
Yeah, that's what we'll figure out. Maybe spreading that out a little bit more.
Which I kind of like it all in the 5th round.
That was
fun.
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
it's a big
but
finale.
only not if you're involving me in 2 of 3.
True.
That's
Yeah,
fair. That's
Sure.
I
fair.
have 3 costume
Then
changes in a row.
maybe this is our solution for next time.
or involving the host. Hey, you by the way,
Well-
yeah, you say it now.
Well, okay. But the solution for that, because Alex performs after anyways, you should have just not done a 4th song. And he
we
should have
talked
done it.
about something. Oh, full disclosure, I originally pitched that he would end the Wicked round because he's a Broadway guy.
Oh yeah, but he
And
didn't
I
know.
was-
He didn't know Wicked.
And he didn't know Wicked. It's because, and I totally get this.
That's when I knew we were fucked. I was like, Alex doesn't
I
know.
said that
Yeah,
in the group chat. I was like, if Alex doesn't know it, you guys
Yeah.
are fucked.
Well, also you were like, is the audience gonna know it?
No, what? Wicked?
Yeah.
I never said that.
Oh, I thought you were still. I thought. Oh, you were
No.
just worried for us.
Oh no!
I thought
God,
you were.
no!
I thought you
Oh
were
my God! Everybody, I knew everyone was gonna know.
Oh,
it. Yeah.
okay.
But so, Wicked, by the way, is like a 15-year-old musical.
Yeah,
it's not new.
Yeah.
But so I did the same thing with Hamilton. What he told me he's doing with Wicked, he's never had a chance to see the show. And if you listen to the songs, it's like a spoiler. That I do feel that way about the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I only heard the first time I ever even heard Wicked. Hamilton was when I watched on Disney Plus.
Oh, you never saw it?
I have seen it since now, but after Disney Plus. So like, but point is like I wouldn't listen to the songs without seeing it.
Well, that's why I couldn't get into listening to the Wicked songs because I was like, I have no context of any of this.
But it's also, but you're not doing it because you're neurotic like me and Alex, where we don't want spoilers for songs.
No, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But so I get it. He hasn't had a chance to see it, and
Yeah.
so he's had ample chances, but he hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
And so he hasn't heard the songs.
Oh,
So
wow.
my original idea was I was not going to do popular. You remember I pitched it. I texted him and I was like, "Would you like to do popular?"
I'm not gonna lie. Every time you said you were gonna do popular, I was like, "Well, what popular song are you gonna do?" I
really didn't know it was a
part
song.
of-
Oh, it's like one of the
No.
big songs.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
And Ariana Grande, not the right person for it.
Oh, shit. You got some hot
Hey, it can still be good.
You got some
it's gonna
hot
be bad.
takes.
It's gonna crush at the box office, but it's not gonna be.
You
good.
haven't seen a frame of it.
I did. I just today saw them singing "Defying Gravity" and it was low energy bullshit.
Wait, on
I
the-
said I heard it today. A little clip went out and I was like,
Oh, I
they're
didn't
just standing still.
In the movie?
Like, yeah, I'm like,
It's out of context.
Whatever.
Yeah, watch the movie.
Yeah, watch the movie.
maybe I will.
Yeah, let's
You-
go together.
You are going to.
Like, if it doesn't make me cry, what a waste.
I'm sure it'll make you cry.
Well, I doubt it.
John M. Chu is a great director. Crazy Rich Asians,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best movies of all time.
Is that a musical?
No. In the Heights.
Interesting.
In the Heights was great.
Though, yeah.
In the Heights was all right.
Okay.
That was a hard one to get through. I'm not a musical guy, so you know.
Yeah.
But technically and musically,
I mean,
it's
he's a great
fantastic.
visual director.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Paints a real picture.
Yeah. It's just like
Jake.
Dixon Dallas.
Yeah.
What are you doing? We're gonna get a copyright. Shit.
Yeah, I think.
But
and
that's like.
I also think
That's
you're.
one
this-
frame.
I also
doesn't
think
matter.
I think you're fucking high out of your mind. It's like the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
they're just.
He's talking about the
standing there.
frame.
What do you
yeah.
want?
I said the blocking is so boring.
It's literally one shot.
That's that's.
It's not the crescendo.
It's gonna be bad.
You're going in as a hater, so your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
If you see one static shot of the Joker, you're like, the Dark Knight's gonna suck.
People
Every-
did. I think
everybody
people
did
did
say
say
that.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
they did. They absolutely said that.
They were like that fucking guy from fucking
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain at that time. Yeah. Wait, no, didn't that come out? Or was that the year before? 2007.
No, that was like
It was-
earlier.
Oh, 05.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely before he was dead.
Fucking goddamn
So
it. Yeah. So then, speaking of NSYNC, I did that. Wild Wild West. Then you did Creed. Higher.
Creed 1?
I think Creed.
yeah, Creed
Yes.
one. You
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
I didn't
Yes,
remember,
yes,
but you
yes,
said it
yes,
before.
yes.
Yeah. I will say I do like you kind of inadvertently inspired what I think is a really fun idea.
Ooh.
The guest singer round would be a fun idea.
Fuck yeah.
And we don't know who it is, and that person has to stay hidden.
Oh.
That's fun.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
is
Like,
fun.
so,
like
because
that.
I can think of
Someone
like,
from the audience.
I would go pretty
Yeah.
much it. You know what I mean? Like, I would
Yeah.
go that direction and
Yeah.
get
Oh,
someone
yeah.
from that people would recognize from pretty much it.
Oh, cool.
You guys have a world certainly that your audience knows of. I can think of people that were there last night.
Ken
that maybe
Napzok.
could do it. You know, right? Yeah, exactly. I could very easily see that being a fun idea.
Yeah.
Might be worth the shot for like round
Yep.
4 or something.
If we want to do that, I already have someone in mind.
There you go. Yeah.
I got one person that went up to
No,
me.
you know what? Masked Singer. That's what it is. Masked
that's
Singer.
Masked Singer.
Oh, that's
That's what it
fun.
is. Paper bag singer or something.
Yeah.
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 Really
like that.
quality shit. I had one person that was like, I dig the costume. And I was like, I got one. that person that like knew the Wild Wild West costume.
Oh yeah.
That's all I needed.
Who didn't know the
I don't
Yeah.
revive with that song, man.
People
It
were
was a good one.
wait. You think that people were like, "I love this song, and I just can't clock what he's dressed in."
No, I just feel like it's like a 30-year-old movie.
Once upon a time in
So,
America.
By the way, this is the second Will Smith appearance? No, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, Men in Black.
Only
and then,
2 so far. That's crazy.
What other ones were there?
black with a black attitude, not me though.
I maybe I'll do the 7 Pounds theme song next year.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Here we go.
Getting stung by a jellyfish.
Me and my son are out on the streets.
I know.
Getting stung by a jellyfish.
Not to get too
Oops,
ahead,
You're not
but, like-
supposed to know that yet.
I know.
Touch it again. Oh shit.
I know, like, across the 5 karaokes, we've all collectively maybe done, I mean, like, individually, we've done probably, like, 8, 9 songs. No, sorry. We did 5 each. I'm trying to do the math.
Of what?
Of what? What do you
20, like, 30-something songs that we've
God.
all done
Right,
so
sure,
far.
yeah.
5 times.
And for some
5-ish.
reason, I'm like, God, I feel like I'm running out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know there's a
Which is-
billion. I
that's
know there's
funny.
a fucking billion songs
Yeah.
out
It's
there.
Funny you
but-
say that though, because for me, half of my songs are I don't even know what they are until next year.
Well,
because it's all new songs
yeah,
for
it's
me.
all
Yeah,
of the time.
which makes it. What's really
gonna
amazing is that
fuck
these
us
songs
next year.
Well, it's amazing that these songs have karaoke tracks. I'll take another one, please. You know what I mean? Like they like "You're Pretty" Riding Me has a karaoke song. It's Charlie XCX it's a song from this year and it's got a karaoke track. What's great is what's helpful is that fans probably make those.
Yeah. Well, that's why the American Idiot version that we eventually went with sounded just like the instrumental and not a karaoke version.
I wasn't. My Dance one was very much like someone recorded this separately. Like,
That's what
it
you're
wasn't-
worried about.
It wasn't the
You said-
instruments.
But
Yeah. So then round 5.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
It's
doing
great.
the flying
I thought it worked well. I
Did
thought
it
it
show up on
worked-
I
camera?
tried to.
We should have went up on stage. It would have been a little hard.
Yeah,
but-
that would've-
I'm glad we
I
didn't.
didn't want to risk dropping them.
Yeah, I'm glad we. Well, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have fallen that far, but I'm glad we didn't do it. Like it was a good thing to just do quickly. Only thing is, I wish we told Christina ahead of time.
Yeah.
I got it on
I
camera.
went up to her and I was like, "Hey, by the way, sorry, audible, but we're gonna pick him up." She's like,
Oh, you did
"What?"
tell her?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
But it was like last set. Oh,
it was-
that's right. You ran.
It
up
was
to
it was
her.
mid song of someone's performance.
That's not right. Yeah, like
I
for her,
know,
like she's not
I
gonna
know,
know
I
what
know.
the fuck's going on. Yeah.
But I told her, and I just look this way, and she
that
gave
is
thumbs up.
what the meeting with that she would be in on that we have
Yes.
before the
The
show.
one that I tried to have like 6 times before we started the show. Like, okay, so this is when you guys are gonna
No,
go.
I'm talking about the full table
right,
read
right,
meeting.
right.
Yeah. No, you're right though.
Yeah.
He
And you
tried
know
to
what,
get
though?
everyone together.
But in fairness, I could tell you were stressed out about making sure that was right. But
Yeah.
I hope you caught that I did get these guys together.
I
and
got
was
yes. I
when
knew somebody had it. Under
I was
control.
on it. I was on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Backstage. We practiced it backstage.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
actually
I didn't know
practiced it
that. Okay,
backstage.
good.
Yeah.
Ryder says you got 15 more Paramore in early 2000s. I don't think I'm ever gonna do a Paramore song ever.
It's too hard. Like on your voice. Or
That's what you get is easier. I mean, Misery Business was a
one
fucking
killed
you should do
nightmare.
All I Wanted Was You. Good fucking luck. That's like
no,
the craziest
I don't
one.
want to do that.
Or,
even
Decode Twilight.
oh yeah, that's a
Twilight
good
Round.
Crush Crush.
Oh, a
I like Crush
Twilight Round
Crush
would
Crush.
be
Great
easily,
soundtrack.
dude. Easily.
Great
that could be pretty
soundtrack for all
fun.
those. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Dance Dance, the way he fucking sings certain things, it's
Yeah.
not just
I
that,
got some
but
sound bites from that one.
of
Oh, I can't wait to hear 'em.
stuck
Yeah.
to my tongue, like
Yeah.
the way he fucking
Oh, he says like stuck to my tongue.
yeah, it's like the cadence of how he does that. It's
I
like,
saw
how
you
do
try. I
that?
saw you try to do the little dance thing a little bit. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was like,
Wednesday.
because I was like, does anybody know that from the fucking music video? And I saw one guy go like,
Of course. The
slapped
fucking
my leg. Awesome.
yeah. That should be my fucking chokehold. Cupid's chokehold.
Yeah.
Oh.
That dance, that music video had me by by the throat when I was a
Yeah.
kid, man. That was
Really?
the
Oh,
coolest
yeah, it was
thing
great.
ever.
Yeah.
When Pete Wentz was the coolest.
That was
fucking
the
guy in
coolest
world.
thing.
It was awesome.
Hey, he was the coolest when we were young.
He was dating.
I didn't.
Ashley's-
We
He
do
was
have to
so
talk a little
fucking
bit when
cool.
we were young, by the way.
All right, real
before
quick.
we're done, so, yeah.
Then that just we went into the tiebreaker.
You guys tied.
Yeah.
I was thrilled, of course, that there was a tie.
I'm
I
not
was so
gonna lie.
excited.
I went to Alex and I said, for whatever reason, if I did win, I want to do my tiebreaker because I didn't want to do my winning song.
Okay.
I did not want to do it just because I think if
If you won without a tiebreaker.
yeah. So I was like, because we've done that before where we just chose the
Yeah,
tiebreaker
yeah,
over
yeah.
a winner.
Eric did that.
I gave him like the heads up
Yeah.
before that, and I think I jinxed myself.
You just assumed you were
And
gonna
I had-
win.
I had-
Cody
yeah,
won
I did.
because of
my
mystical
jinx.
Yeah,
forces.
sure.
Because
Of course,
I had a conversation
see.
with Alex. I was like, should I do that as my tiebreaker? And I ended up just sticking with the tiebreaker. But
Was it the one we talked about with the instrumental in the back? A guitar solo that like ends the song?
no.
That's a different song?
No.
I remember what? Yeah.
No, my tiebreaker was it's a band that we've done before already.
Don't spoil it.
What song did you end up doing?
That's What You Get.
Oh,
yeah, by Paramore.
Okay,
and then you did Dance With
that
Me.
fucking great Blink song.
It is a great Blink song, but I think were you worried that it was like not a deep cut?
You did say that.
That's kind of a deep
I was
cut.
worried that I knew the chat would probably know, but I was worried the crowd wouldn't, and I think that was correct.
Oh, so you had that concern.
Because
hey, this isn't a round one situation here.
You had that concern on the tiebreaker round.
If we get to this
on
song,
the off
maybe
chance
I'll
that you
have
would
a
get
concern.
Listen,
Not a certified bop like in round one.
I definitely would have recommended not doing that song in round one.
Yes.
that would not be a round one song for sure.
I mean, did I look at our two songs and I was like, come on.
Like based off
you were
knowing-
cocky going into it.
I was like, but they
Well,
know this
but
one
he's
more.
right. Technically, like the
Yeah.
song choice,
popularity.
You're just a better performer.
Well,
Song
He
choice
has longer hair.
yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not making excuses. I'm just
Grow your
telling
hair
you.
out next time.
Yeah, that is it.
Dude, when I was
Yeah.
looking at clips from old karaoke.
Oh, Alex is in here. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Alex. I missed my fucking long hair.
Yeah.
I'm very envious of you right now.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm kind of getting happy right now, but I had a length that I liked, and I accidentally got a bad haircut.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I'm never getting another haircut again.
Yeah.
Because it was like I'm
much
sick
of a
of having.
risk.
I've had short hair now for a little bit, and I'm sick of it. I'm with you.
Growing it out.
Let's all get to this point together, guys.
Yeah.
Let's have some
Do you
fun.
remember
Let's
how
all bring
long
it
my
back.
fucking hair
Yeah.
was? It
No.
was down to my shoulder blades back in
What?
2019. Yeah, and then I shaved my head
Right.
bald in January of 2020.
I didn't.
Right,
Don't ever do
remembering
that
this
again.
now.
I didn't like.
No,
you
I
to
would never
shave.
do that again.
No, it's
but I
gross.
definitely need to grow it out a little again.
Yeah.
I think I like it that better. Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways. And then
So then Cody wins.
Cody wins.
He does
and
his win.
I finally did my swing. That I've been
Nice.
saving
Yeah.
You
for
literally
5
had
years.
that on your backup
I had to
for
earn it.
years.
Only
Had to
chance
earn
we
it.
got to hear All American Rejects live this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Closest thing you can get to it.
Cowards.
Cowards.
Because that was the song that I remember bringing up for our first discussion ever of doing a
Fucking
karaoke.
Really?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
When we were talking about, I forget which commentary it was that we were doing, but
You said you would do swing.
Yeah, I remember. I think I was talking to you about it or something like that on the. It's on a highlight video, I think.
Huh?
But yeah, so I was like, yeah, that's the
Why,
the winning song.
why have you been putting it off?
Just for the bit at this point.
Oh,
I can't just get rid of it.
there have been a couple of songs that I've like kept like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
There's a couple of that.
There's an element of, but also for the winner song, it's like there's no stakes anymore, and it's just like whatever you want to have fun with.
Yeah.
That was great, and then of course the election song was the final thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which-
Loved it.
I'm very happy with
was
how it
very
wound
good.
up. A couple people said they thought it was the best one I've done, and I was like, I don't think so at all. But
I like the Halloween
I loved
one.
it.
I thought
loved
the Halloween
your,
one was great.
Halloween
but-
was
Well,
good.
'cause
What did you rhyme Iowa with? That fucking killed me.
Did you see what I just saw?
Sawa.
Something from
Or-
Iowa.
Do you see what I just saw? She's winning Iowa.
That one fucking killed
Yeah,
me.
I was also happy with Trump or Kamala. Who'll win
Yeah.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, that was a reach.
No,
No,
you
I
did
was
one
dying.
to
That
the
was fun.
deep throat. Like he was gonna.
That
you
one-
just started
yeah.
OnlyFans.
Deep throat the mic.
I sent it to you guys. I was literally sitting out to dinner at my favorite Chinese food place out in Los Feliz, and I was like, "That's it, the mic stand." and I wrote originally, Trump's a very normal man who deep throats his mic stand, and then. As I remember, I was like, I haven't cracked it yet. I'm so
Yeah.
close. And that was one of the like later ones. I was like, no, OnlyFans rhymes with it. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And then, but the original, I think I did tell you guys, I finished most of it, and then I was like, it's just not funny enough. Like the rhymes are there, but it's like, it's more like matter of fact of just about the election.
It's
And I
like
was
dressing
it's not
as
funny.
Weezer and not like big Weezer glasses.
And no. You know what? I was in the accurate costume, and I needed the big glasses. That's what I was doing. I was like, this needs to be crazier.
Well, because that's why I like the Halloween one, because you're
The
like,
pedo thing is hard to top. Yeah.
but even before that, you're like, oh, here's a werewolf. Oh my God, he got inside. Oh wait,
Well,
it's a costume.
So that to me was the eating the dogs, eating the cats.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then I'll tell you what, the review of Civil War was
Right.
the final thing I cracked.
that was
fucking
yeah.
That was the
funny.
final thing
That
I
was so
cracked.
funny.
And to be clear,
I saw Kaylee Spanny's name show.
so I was happy with that. I was like, oh, that works.
Yeah.
And then literally the Civil War, like the rest of that, you can probably tell it doesn't fit. It's just the word for word
Yeah.
quote from the review.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. It wasn't
I-
like
it doesn't
flowing
fit.
or anything.
I love the pre-chorus. I think it was the pre-chorus, the doom scrolling.
Oh, that's just the chorus. I think that's the
Was it
chorus.
just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chorus? I
yeah.
thought the chorus was the.
It's a horrible feeling.
Doom scrolling all day.
Nonstop doom scroll,
Okay,
eyes glued to the
discourse.
TV. Yeah. How's it been 4 years? Election days here. Yeah.
Okay.
Election day is he?
It's great.
I just love the structure of the joke and like the dread that we have, knowing that like, oh, it
Something's
starts out fun and easy, and then we're like, something's
just gonna
sneak
go-
in here.
So, yeah, that's the thing. Is like I was like,
it's just such a fun fucking
I didn't
thing
get to the
with.
pedo level of insanity.
But
And you, by the way,
it's
I
still
won't
fun.
say it, but you know what it would have been. I told you guys I did not do what I could have.
right,
There was a
right,
rhyme
right.
I could have done
Right.
easily.
Very glad you did not. But when you did,
Not the vibe, not the vibe.
even when you did like
The Chapel Roan thing was the closest
was
I
a good
came to
one.
like.
that was funny.
That was the closest I
Yes.
came to like poking the bear.
Yeah. But when you did like the
'Cause that was a
eating-
hot topic.
But when you were like doing eating the pets, I was like, that's not true. That's not true. That isn't
Yeah,
true.
it was
So
fun.
I did the best I could to make that word for word.
What he
It
said.
didn't rhyme. None of that
Yeah,
rhymed. I did the best I could to just make that word for word. Yeah.
That's great. That was fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was.
And,
I
then
was-
the
I was happy
outfits
with
are
it.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I was like,
Always
literally. I
some
think I literally
nonsense.
said on stage, like, where do you get this shit from?
And I said, yeah, I make it. Yeah, I make it all myself. A little workshop.
But I think some of my favorite like stuff during the show was like going into the room where, because for those who
up,
don't
Nick?
know that were there, Thad and Alex were like in this kind of back.
It really
storage
worked-
room.
it worked well as, like,
it
a
worked
control
really
room.
well.
Yeah.
And there were a couple times where Thad was just like cracking up while
Oh,
he
really?
was
Oh,
that's
switching. I was
cool.
like,
Cool.
oh, the good.
Good.
Like, he's
I didn't
not
go
like,
back there too much. so-
Everybody
he-
seemed to have a good time.
He wasn't, like, stressed
Bartender
at all.
had a great time.
Oh,
I was
Jerry!
on-
Shout out to Jerry.
Taking
Yeah.
videos or photos.
Great.
I think
Nice.
that, look, we've performed a lot more live, pretty much it,
Yeah.
and then obviously I imagine
This is
that
our
you
first
guys have.
time.
This was this your first time like performing something in
Other
front of
than-
an audience
yeah,
like
other
that?
than like my
A
like
full
improv
show like
classes.
this,
right,
yeah.
right. But like as like your own brand.
As like selling tickets
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
Right. So my thing is like I just assume the people that are working there are like putting on a nice face because they're professional, but they're like, what do I have to sit through tonight? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a bartender. What do I have to fucking sit through tonight? Some
Yeah.
bad,
They have no idea.
Some bad comedy show.
Yeah.
Some singer that's an asshole. Like
Yeah,
who
yeah,
knows
yeah.
what it is?
The fact that they were going out of their way, like
But
both,
like the
both
vi-
bartenders,
even
were,
but
like
the
complimentary.
vibe that I feel like we got from I don't want to say, I guess I don't want to say that, but like the vibe that you get, I think when you meet like the tech and the bartender and whatever,
They just, like, it's
someone
a
that's-
job to
someone
them.
that has to be there for the next few hours
Yeah,
and
yeah.
potentially put up with terrible shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even terrible, but just like not their vibe.
Yeah.
I totally understand that logic, and I think both of them, they were both perfectly fine up front, but I think they even loosened up considerably by
Yeah.
the end of it,
They're like,
Yeah.
and we're digging it much more. You
They're
know
like, oh,
what I
we
mean?
get it. This show is absurd.
It's just silly.
And just have fun.
No pretenses, certainly no ego involved.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just insane.
Can't when you got a tutu
But I
on
have a
stage.
tutu on.
And a tiara. that you
Oh
ship
God, yeah,
overnight.
Jesus, I looked insane in that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, it was fun.
3 clubs. Shout out to 3 clubs.
Yeah,
worked
no, they
great.
were great.
Everybody was really nice. Yeah, it worked out great.
Good stuff.
And we haven't figured it out, but for anyone that cares, I think thank you very much for buying tickets. And there's a
Yes.
couple
Yes.
people I think
Thank
that
you,
bought
guys.
tickets that couldn't even go.
That
Just wanted to
supported.
support.
Yeah.
I will say, I think going forward, I would set up 2 tickets. One is to actually get a seat, and one is if you just want to support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah.
Buy a seat to the live stream, even though it's still going to be
It's still
free.
free, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think
the point is, I think we might have come pretty close to breaking even on it, which is what we try to do.
And
So-
I think it might be safe to say that like maybe obviously we'll continue talking about it, but going forward at a live setting.
Hard. We didn't say this on camera, right? Did we? Hard to go back to not having an audience.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
probably.
We'll see. Even if that means like I would want to plan it to the point where like even if we like let's just say I'm not saying that this would happen, even if like we couldn't make like a show work next year, like if we do it, the next one we do no matter what is like at a live setting. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
if we do it at a house, we have 30 people in there.
Right.
You know,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
I want the
everybody
audience.
comes over.
Yeah,
yeah.
The only, but yeah, to be clear, the only reason to charge tickets is because you have to pay for
Yeah.
For
stuff.
the venue, the people, the bartender.
Yeah, this is not a money making endeavor.
No.
Yeah.
Just to try to break. And I texted all my friends, like any of my friends that were there. I was like, I would comp you. We're just trying to break even. It's $10. Like,
Oh, yeah,
So
like-
thank you to all my friends that some of them were watching. So.
Darina showed up. I was like,
I didn't even know she was there.
if you
until-
were here, I would have comped you a ticket. And she's like, no, I'm happy to pay
do
for
it.
it.
Yeah, it's all good.
So,
It's all good.
yeah.
I
No,
thought
good
it was.
stuff.
I thought it was a great fucking show.
It was
Yeah, it was
definitely because performing. First of all, starting off in my living room and then going to like the studio where it's just you alone.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely more comfortable with that. Like
Yeah.
just performing in like an empty room. You too, Cody.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
like I do like the.
But by the way, you couldn't tell. You guys crushed it. No different.
I will say once I got a song or two in, I was fine.
Yeah, you guys crushed it. No
like-
different than if you were in your room. I think your living room.
Yeah, but I still felt like with the Wild Wild West, it felt dead. It felt like I didn't hear anybody, and I felt like I was like, "Do you guys know this song?"
Did we say on the stream, or was that a thing we said off stream? But like the standing
boring notes?
room, whatever, standing room kind of vibe. Like if we get it down. To be clear, if we can get it down to 90 minutes, 2 hours is I think a big ask to have people standing.
Yeah.
Ideally, I would like to get this thing to 90 minutes, tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then yeah, sorry, jeez, I'm still on your pretty riding. Get it down to like 90 minutes, and I don't think that's a big ask to have people standing with drinks and stuff and dancing. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Because you guys guarantee I could easily already hear you in like 2 years being like, open the pit. Like,
Well, there's one.
Dance.
I was talking to someone today.
Yeah.
It's not a boring note, but I'll talk to you afterwards because I don't want to set any expectations. That I was like, this would be actually kind of fucking cool. But aside from that, I definitely think there's like a scenario where we can like hone in on like crafting like a more perfect show where it's still, kinetically chaotic.
Chaos,
yeah.
Oh, sure.
In there.
Just tighten it up.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really just a matter of, oh shit, well, I forgot to write down names for the hat. That's very easy to fix. That would have taken 10 seconds instead of 4 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You tighten that stuff up and that takes off a half an hour.
Yeah. And I was like, again, a huge shout out to all the crew. Like I was so happy that we had that there because on a normal karaoke, I'd be
There's a
what is it?
a poll in the chat. Do you know the song Wild Wild West? Yes or no?
Normally every karaoke I'm stressed because like there's a bajillion things that we have to like worry about, but the fact that Thad was there,
I
was like
Thad was with the fucking MVP for real.
Did not worry. I mean, it's just like
This is the first time where like once we were going, I'm like, I haven't even thought about the tech shit.
Right.
Nope.
I texted multiple people during the day and I was like, we're done. We're ready.
Yeah.
You told me we were like, you were all set up. I was like, holy fuck, it's like noon.
Yeah. It was.
Well, you also, Christian, you set up like all the assets, all the videos, all the graphics and everything. Like you had it all prepped and ready to go.
Yeah. That's 4 years worth of getting to know how that works. And that paid off.
And it's also too, it's like, it's specifically like working with that because me and Cody have worked with that on similar-ish things.
Live events
before. So like we know that song and dance and we know the
pun
sort
intended,
of
right?
the sort of leg room that we can have.
I hate that you had to raise the Sorry,
they don't know that.
Sorry,
we know that like the leg room that we can have for errors because there's always going to be that.
And that's good. I think that is good. Yeah. The chaos is fun.
Yeah.
Controlled chaos, they call it, right?
Yeah. It's always fun.
Chaos within the timed structure of the event is perfect. That's the idea.
So now that we like know that we can do that, it's like okay, where do we go next? Where do we
expand?
What city do we go to next? Do we do it?
Oh well,
Vegas.
we have thoughts, of course. Okay.
Was that a thought?
This is why you need notes for boring notes.
I love this guy.
Was that on his notes? I don't know.
We did. I mean,
I wasn't here for that discussion.
We did have another city in mind before LA when we were talking about this like 2 years ago, maybe. But
Oh, San Francisco?
No. And I do think I'll tell you what, it would beyond crush in that city.
Yeah.
You want to? I really thought that we would sell this one out. I was kind of surprised just because I was like,
I didn't think so. No.
But I only thought
was
it because
very happy with what we got.
we sold out pretty much at live at like $40 a ticket. So I was like,
that's pretty much it live.
it doesn't matter. It's only $10. It's a fun night out.
Was that on a Saturday or a Sunday?
Maybe a Thursday or a Friday.
Oh, it was during the week.
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe a Friday. But point is, Sunday's a hard ask. But it's like, we in my mind, we priced it so, like, my thought was like, even if you don't barely give a shit about this, it's so cheap, it's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, like going to a
that
bar.
That was my logic.
Yeah.
By the way, we had a great crowd. I'm not complaining
awesome.
so much as I'm just saying, I can tell you in the other city. I do think that you can probably guess it's New York, but I do think that would be I think that would be a bigger. I don't know. There's something about karaoke in New York. I think.
Yeah.
That like there's a lot of enthusiasm for it.
Well, and also
out
too,
here
like,
as well, but I don't know.
It depends, but also like parking in Hollywood and like all this stuff. I guess you can.
Easier, you know what? That's it's easier to get to places and stuff
in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think it would crush.
Everyone's up later.
Yeah,
in New York too.
Yeah, we'll figure it
We
out.
could do the show later in New York, and when we live stream.
But then the tickets would have to be about $100 to cover airfare.
To cover travel and everything. Yeah.
We'll get there when maybe we have a sponsor or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So by the way, to be clear, I wouldn't be opposed to doing the exact same venue.
I would say, just to like, just to get the reps in.
I think we might have a base venue that we'll do it at unless we travel.
Holy shit, Theodore, that was you? Theodore Jones? He just led a super chat. Great seeing you live.
Oh.
I'm the one who took the bad photos on Christian's phone.
They're great photos. I just saw them today.
Theodore, that was you?
They look great.
Nice.
I had no idea.
Wow.
You should have said hi. I'm Theodore Jones.
Well, definitely said hi.
I don't remember.
We should have introduced. I am Theodore Jones.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's my phone. Thank you. I did save them.
Theodore, I think you were hanging out with Pink Popcast, right? A little bit. You got to chat with them, by the way.
I
Nicest
did,
fucking guys.
Benji and Rizzo.
I don't think you knew them already, right?
No.
That's the Pretty Much It world, like commentary kind of vibe.
No, they were
Some of the
great.
nicest
They
dudes.
were they were talking about some stuff and picking my brain a little bit.
You reposted it. And I actually asked them for it. I have it downloaded. I'll send it to you. Their Instagram stories. Do you know the bit that they did? This is a joke.
No.
SNL even made a joke about it. Do you think She'll Do Hot to Go is a meme? And you whoever reposted it today.
Like on TikTok?
Yes, because it's a joke because it's like obviously
honestly,
She'll Do Hot to Go.
That's funny.
So
but
in
people,
the crowd, did you see that? You saw the clip. In the crowd, they were like, "Do you think she'll do Hot to Go while you're performing?"
So like the trend would be like, you think she'll play Hot to Go?
Hold
like,
on, I'm sorry. I just moved my foot because I thought Cody was going to grab my foot. Cody, I literally went.
I just saw a beer get knocked over.
Sorry,
so
go on. Sorry about that.
The trend jokey thing like on TikTok, it's like, you think she'll play Hot to Go? It's like, Eric, this is a Taking Back Sunday show, and then it plays a different song kind of thing, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that became the joke. I think that's like the full meme. Yeah. I think the meme probably started as, "Do you think she'll play Hot to Go?" Obviously.
Of course, yeah.
And then now I've also seen like this is a Slayer concert.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right, that's fine.
But yeah,
no, they were great, and I was like, oh, I saw you guys post something in the chat, because when I called the people at home, losers, that they were specifically like, "Hey guys, we're here. We're not losers.
We're not losers."
Yeah.
You know what I liked about that as well is that multiple. I think a couple people that were actually in the crowd last night were. Yeah.
Ken,
we're commenting
Mark,
on the.
You haven't watched it back yet?
No, I saw.
Did you watch it back?
Pieces of
Already?
it.
Pieces. Yeah.
I saw the
You
you or have a great way with the words and a fat cock. I watched that over and over.
I'd like to hear it. But I texted them earlier and I said, "Thanks so much for coming out." And I said the live commentary was, the running commentary was great. Yeah. Ellis and Knapsack in the chat was hysterical.
Oh, I didn't see Ellis in the chat.
Because they're in the room. So like them being able to, that is so entertaining for your audience watching at home. That adds such an extra level of fun because they know Ellis, they know Knapsack.
Ken had a fucking joke that killed me. He was like, Cody's arms are so ripped it spliced my lime in my drink.
They all, by the way, they always are in the chat watching from home. Much funnier that they were in the room able to talk about it.
Yeah, they texted me this morning, like giving us.
It almost felt like they were the old guy puppets from the Muppets.
I can't think of their name.
I gotta tell you, I wouldn't hate if we had them set up on a green screen doing like sports commentary.
Yeah.
That's not that bad of an idea.
That's really funny.
When I was about to go out for one of the songs, Ellis was like, "Hey, I voted for you for last night."
He fucking told me the same thing.
Oh, did he? Oh, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Never told me that.
Oh, he didn't tell me.
No, not you. Dorina voted for you, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's split.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
I will say this. I said this to you guys last night when we were kind of doing like a big backstage hug, what a powwow thing, whatever. I don't know what the hell we did. But first of all, obviously, congrats on a huge success. This was awesome.
Yeah, you too.
But my favorite people that I know are people that are going to take the stupidest thing very seriously.
Yeah.
And so I love you guys for that. That's the fucking best thing ever.
Oh yeah.
I recently did in New York. I did a screening of my favorite Halloween movie, When Good Girls Go Bad, and I got like 30 people to dress up as characters from this obscure film from 24 years ago.
I saw people last night dress up as Spider-Man.
Yeah, they were coming from a con. They were pretty much viewers. I believe.
That was for us.
Yeah.
No.
We should have had it.
By the way, we could easily get people to dress up for things if we wanted to.
Their favorite karaoke costume.
There you go.
Glinda.
That's
past
funny.
karaoke costume.
Yeah.
But so point is though, like that reminds me of it's that kind of thing where it's like, how did I get 30 people to dress up for like just the best people? Anyone that's willing to do that is the best. You guys are the best.
There was even one person in the crowd. I felt bad afterwards where they shouted out like, "Stop the steal!"
I always started a brief chant.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I know who you're voting for." And I was like, afterwards, I was like, "No, it's okay. I don't think
was a good joke. No,
I know that, but
It's fine.
Yeah.
because we've said that as well too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Are you guys concerned about tomorrow?
I was like, what the fuck's tomorrow?
Exactly.
I was more anxious about yesterday. So I'm feeling good now.
You know I've been making my bets for months.
Yeah.
So I have zero concern whatsoever.
I'm not so much concerned about tomorrow. I'm just more concerned about what's going to happen afterwards.
I'm not even.
The chaos that could potentially
Someone
happen.
put it very, very well in the PMI Discord earlier. We have a Gutfeld channel, of course, and we're using that. We're using that as sort of the election commentary.
That is your political talk.
Yeah, well, literally, it is like it's the equivalent of having like political memes channel.
Yeah.
It's just called Gutfeld.
That's fucking great.
Gutfeld sometimes pops up, but now it's basically like the political channel, whatever. And but it's perfect. It's perfect. And someone said it perfectly, and I totally agree. It's like I couldn't find the words. They said. The climax of all this was January 6, 2021. This is all epilogue. And I was like, that's exactly how it feels. That's exactly
I
how it
hope
feels.
so.
100%.
I very much hope so. Yeah.
Everything, it's all just died down.
I definitely hope if Kamala wins,
when Kamala wins.
When she wins, the whole brainwash of just the cult of Trump will just
Well,
wash away.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And by the way, when I say when Kamala wins, I want to be clear. This is not like a, you can't, this is not going to be like
your endorsement?
This is not going to be a funny, if she doesn't win, this isn't a funny gotcha, because I'm not saying it from a place of it's not even a political thing. It's more of a math thing. It's like he's only lost supporters over time. So it's like,
but Polly Market says.
Well, but I'm being serious, though. I'm being serious. To me, it's like 2016, people willing to give him a chance. 2020, anyone that gave him a chance and didn't like him obviously didn't vote for him. Whatever. The fact
so it's like waning.
Getting more votes doesn't mean he got more, that he brought more people in. It's that people just didn't vote the first time. That's all.
Yeah, because
it's not a matter of getting, it's not a matter, he didn't convince anyone to like him.
No,
those people just didn't vote the first
2016, everyone was very much like, there's no shot.
But people that voted for him either liked him or were like, it's worth a shot. Those people probably are like, oof, never mind, and moved on.
Well, there was also the never Hillary people.
Well, and that's totally fair, and I fully get that, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Fully get that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was a Bernie guy at that time, so I fully get that. By the way, ask a Trump supporter if they would have considered voting for Trump, Bernie or Hillary. They'd say, Bernie.
Yeah, they would have.
That 2016
he would have won.
Fucked. Totally fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway, my thing is not coming from a place of bleeding heart liberal. It's just a math equation in my head. He has done nothing to gain support. It's just the diehards are still there. Anyone that wasn't diehard has dropped off or died from COVID.
Or even the mix.
And that's about it,
Well, yeah, there was even
it's more of a math thing, to be clear. It's not much of a gotcha if I'm wrong. It's more of a math thing.
For the longest time, there was the conversation of the quiet Trump supporter that were embarrassed to it. And there's also, I've heard the conversations about an embarrassed Kamala supporter as well.
Liberals didn't like her initially.
No, and even still, it's
that's what was funny when before when she was vice president, nobody liked her.
Well, no, see that's the
vice
thing.
president it's a tough job.
Well, but specifically Kamala, nobody.
But
I didn't like her much in the original when she was running for president. Yeah, I didn't like her.
Even still the fact that we still have to choose between. No, that's the thing. I think it was more so that thank God Joe Biden stepped down and someone else took, because at this point, people were talking about Gavin Newsom. I don't think so. Even
he's too harsh. I feel
too liberal.
But
even if
he's not a warm guy.
He's Hollywoodish.
He's a great talker, great speaker, and all that stuff. But the Kamala was just
Hollywood,
it just makes the most sense out of it. So
by the way, she's really impressed me actually. She's not my favorite.
She was great on SNL. She's got my vote.
I think it's healthy to not love any political candidate.
No,
I've definitely never. Well, honestly, Bernie, I fully love, but generally speaking,
well,
it's
I
don't
need celebrity or anybody. It's healthy to not have an
having someone's a T-shirt of someone's face printed all over them is fucking weird.
Yeah, who would do that?
Yeah, like a Chad Kroger.
But the point is, though, with that, what you're saying is you see some people saying, Trump supporters will be like, I don't see fucking Kamala flags waving, and it's because
that's very.
We're just hiring a public servant. We're not fucking fans of them like a musician.
It's not
man.
sports.
It's not a
man.
sports.
I don't give a fuck about. By the way, you know what? I barely heard from Joe Biden the last 4 years, and that's what I like.
Yes.
I'm like, I
want him to do
don't
his
want to hear
job.
from you, man. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you have to say about
I don't
on
wanna,
day-to-day basis.
I don't want to
you know.
see like kids dressing up as Trump for
It's
Halloween.
weird,
It's sad.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like the only thing with the because when I go running in my route, I'm in Burbank. It's fairly liberal. So when I'll go around, I'll see
Except for that one house.
I've seen
yeah,
some
He's
that's
back.
the one. He's back
He's
again.
back.
Have
Yeah.
you seen that The Onion is back? And they did a fucking hilarious video that's kind of along the lines of like just one house. They're looking at real quick. Sorry, they're looking at he's looking at the map. You gotta watch the clip. And he's like, let's zoom in on this county. This county is gonna really tell us a lot. In fact, let's go in a little bit more. You see that house right there? 114 Sandway Avenue. Like, and then they're like, let's zoom in. You see that guy on the couch? Like, you have to watch the clip.
That's funny.
They came back at the perfect time. I'm thrilled. But anyway, sorry.
No,
So-
but like when I like go on like my regular run, there are a couple houses that has like Harris walls, and I'll see very few, like maybe one or two Trump.
Really?
It's not even Trump Vance. It's just Trump.
Yeah.
I saw a
America
sign
great
that said
again,
Trump
but-
Vance RFK, and I was like, hold on.
That doesn't even make sense.
I saw one that said Trump JFK Jr. or whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was in
no.
Did they
St.
mean
Demas.
RFK Jr.?
No,
No,
it
I don't
was
think
it was
so.
back. Yeah.
Some people still think he's alive.
Yeah, it was back during that whole fucking thing.
Has to be a joke.
This was a couple years ago, but
Oh,
yeah.
I
it was,
thought you meant
it was,
now.
No,
I thought
no,
you
no,
meant now.
no,
Okay.
no.
No, but-
That would be a joke if it was today.
No, I knew they were fully serious. Wow.
But when I go on that run, the only shitty thing is that, and I'm sure this is a little bit on both, but there was one house that I would always pass by that had the Harris walls. I came back like the next week, and they had a written sign that says, "Hey,
Stop stealing
no,
our
it's
signs.
literally like we're all for peace and love. We don't want violence. Like, do not take our signs down.
yeah,
do
there you
not
go.
write on stuff." And it's just like
Christ.
that's the bullshit that we don't fucking need.
Yeah, yeah.
People
yeah,
are
yeah,
taking that time.
Yeah, or like defaming it or whatever.
yeah,
You know, like
Somebody put it well also in our Discord in the Gutfeld channel. Somebody was like, I see some Trump signs in yards around me, and it like makes me nervous, like going out or whatever. It sounded like they might be a minority or something, where it's like made them nervous or something. And then somebody pointed out, they were like, how many yards don't have a sign at all? And they were like, most.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's
Well,
like
it's a numbers game. Of
Yeah.
like,
most people aren't that hardcore.
Yeah.
It's just that those are the people. I said in the Discord, I was like, when you look up like a hotel, all the reviews are negative because it's someone that had a bad experience.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're angry, they want to hear it.
Yeah.
If you had a normal experience at a hotel, you don't leave a review.
You don't do anything. You leave.
If
you
you're
go
living,
home.
if you're living
you
a
continue
happy,
your life.
simple life, whatever,
Yeah.
you're not online talking about it. If you're angry, you want everyone to know about it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a minority of people. That
and
is
another
like
thing that I had kind of realized, like whether it's like debating with friends or family, it's like some people are just going to vote for their party no matter what, and
some
regardless
people
of whoever,
Republicans at
even
heart,
if the
Blue no
guy,
matter who,
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing, yeah.
even if the fucking person is like a terrible human being, like it's not. I mean, listen, there are people that don't want to vote for Kamala because of stuff that's because of foreign policies, because of things that are happening overseas, and I like totally understand that as well.
I don't. That's fine.
Well, you know, but
That's the.
but
those are
Let's
the people.
deal with that
yeah.
after she wins. But
Well,
whatever.
Yeah. Those are the people I can't vote for her because she's not a hard on Palestine or Gaza or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, so you're gonna vote for Trump?
I mean, he
Or-
wouldn't. He,
or-
that's, I mean, yeah.
or
There's a
there's
deeper
two options
conversation
here.
because like Trump would not
It
make
feels
things
very.
better.
It feels very chronically online to have that opinion.
Sure.
Personally,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
whatever.
But-
Not
but-
knocking the concept, but like let's
get-
deal with
yeah.
that in a week.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Let's
then-
get the
but-
right person.
But SNL
in.
had that the what's that name sketch? Did you see that one?
Yeah.
That
Tim
was
Kaine.
one of the
great.
funniest things I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah,
It was
Did you guys
incredible.
know his name before?
Oh, I did.
I knew.
I knew who he was,
Yeah,
but yeah.
But it was. I get it. It was
Oh yeah.
fucking
Well, when he
hilarious.
first came out, I was like, "Holy shit, they got Waltz in."
it does look. No, the funniest part was what it was like. Tim Scott, you hear people cheering. It's
Yeah,
like,
right. And it's like,
yeah.
it's not.
I was like,
fucking
yeah, I was like,
fooled
wait a minute,
those
that's
idiots
not
that
his
didn't
name.
know who that
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Like
yeah,
that was good.
It's fair to not remember his name, but like,
remember-
but
I
I
remember
happen
that.
to remember his name. But
It
yeah,
took a
very
second.
funny.
I was like, what?
Good for
That's a
him. What a
deep one.
guy.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
was at the end, by the way, when they did like the goodbyes. He was,
He was still there the whole time.
I love Mike. Is it Michael Longfellow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
When
he's
he's
a
like-
straight
great voice,
man.
that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He's
When
the
he was
Bill
like,
Hader on
when
the
he-
show.
when
Yeah.
he's like, I'm still the governor of Virginia. I was like, sure you are.
course you are.
He was like,
He looks
yeah.
at the camera.
I think he said, "I still am Tim Kaine."
Oh, that's
because they were like, his name,
It
was.
was okay.
That's funny.
That was very funny.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think regardless, hopefully you voted by now. If you haven't, come
Well,
up
that's
with
what-
September for me, by
come
the
up
way. I
with
voted
some-
so long ago. I'm like, oh, that's
well-
right. We're still doing it.
Well, that's why it's so weird to see like the campaign ads or the attack ads, and then
I
you're
can't
asking
wait
like,
for those to
what's
stop.
going to happen tomorrow? I was like, but I already fucking voted.
Voted like weeks ago.
It felt like already over. But
I guess tomorrow's when we just start hearing about it. By the way, I got to tell you, I'm thrilled to be on the West Coast for this because it's going to be results are going to be coming in so much earlier than I'm used to. I feel like I'm usually on the East Coast.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. Like
it's like fucking all night.
When 2020 was happening, I loved. Was it Phil? Who's the dude? Who's the older dude on CNN? The guy that
with the board.
He just fucking loved that board.
Yeah.
Not Phil. Phil was the younger guy. He was like the
guy with his sleeves rolled up and he was like ready to go.
Yeah, he was.
He's like, all right, to get 270, you got to go here, and if you want to hear, then let's go. All right, well, let's say Trump gets Pennsylvania, then we're gonna have to do this.
By the way, the software for those maps is just incredible.
Oh yeah, it's like AI.
I'm like kind of obsessed with it.
Yeah. I'm like, how the fuck is it so easy?
They're like, if she does this, and I'm like, this is awesome.
We need that for our karaoke shows.
John King. That's my guy. This guy here.
Last chance. Anybody want to get in on a bet?
For what?
My bet is that Trump will lose.
I'm not a betting man.
It's $100. I doubled up, and I texted everyone that bet me that. The few people I texted them all like a week ago, and I was like, "You want to double up? This is your chance." One of them took me up on it.
It's so hard because in 2016 we were like clearly like he's got no shot. Like clearly, I was like, 100% Hillary's gonna win.
The wheels started turning,
and then like it happened. You're like, holy shit!
The funniest thing.
Real quick, sorry. I just got a text right now that's about what we're talking about. One of my friends that was at the show last night, he just texted me, and he was. I told him last night. He was like, "You worried about Tuesday?" And I was like, "Not a fucking chance. I'm gonna make a few $100 this week." And he was like, "On what? What are you doing?" And I was like, "I just bet people, like just friends and whatever." And so he was like, He just texted me and he said, "When Kamala wins tomorrow, I win $800, and I did this because you inspired me."
Oh, there we go.
So I just made him $800. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Again, to be clear,
she doesn't win.
But I want to be clear. This is not like a bleeding heart liberal gotcha.
Yeah,
it is. I explained my math thought process. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's okay. I can see someone being like, "Fucking idiot," and it's like, then I am an idiot. That's okay. Whatever.
You also drive through the country, right? So you see the country.
Well, the main thing I can say from that is that it's not like the internet. You can sit at a bar with somebody and politics just doesn't come up.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's just like it may seem that like
I am coming from that point a little bit. You're right.
It may seem like
that's why I brought it up.
It's an excellent point to bring
Exactly.
up.
He's a traveler.
I worry about it a little bit less because I am literally driving across the country all the time. And like, to be clear, I see plenty of Trump stuff. But again, it's because it's like, they're just like
there's so
fanatics.
There's so much louder than.
Well, it is weird in Burbank. You start seeing like the pop-ups on the corner.
But again, that's like one guy on a pop-up. Yeah,
and it's so fucking weird.
Yeah, I see that in my hometown. Like I remember,
they're everywhere.
I remember hanging out with one of my buddies. Like we were going to a concert, and we were talking about all this stuff, and I was like, "That's La Mirada. You're gonna see a fucking weird Trump supporter guy selling T-shirts in front of like a Mexican restaurant or something like that. Like that shouldn't make any fucking sense, but it's still happening.
Well, we all want to make
money, man. Yeah, it's like it's a business.
Yeah,
like everyone else is making money.
Well, yeah,
off
a lot of them.
The same guy selling the Trump stuff is selling Kamala stuff on another corner.
Yeah, like why not?
Yeah,
we should have done that.
Yeah, sell both.
But yeah,
speaking of selling merch. Do we have enough time real quick to do a quick, because I wasn't here last week when we were young breakdown.
Yeah, you need to
really
do it
quick.
So what the fuck happened to
you? Need to defend fucking emo night.
No, I don't. You got some things wrong. I wrote them all down.
Here we go.
I wrote them all down.
Just some small notes.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Here's my notes. I specifically said to you in that moment, and that video is very funny of you standing there. I said we got to get him. I said to him, we got to get him to a real emo night. This is not emo night.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Vegas emo night.
Yeah.
Totally
Explain
get
to
it.
Brian for who doesn't know.
It was so emo night normally is literally just like some local emo guy just is like asks a bar, hey, you free? Do you have any night of the week open or night of the month? And it's like, yeah, sure. The third Tuesday of the month you can do emo night, and they just
DJ
play
set
emo
with
songs.
a bunch of emo
It's just emo songs. It's not you calling it a DJ set is
What
nice.
we got was a DJ set.
A real DJ set. When we got to the club, by the way, when we got to the club, it actually was just emo night.
Yes.
It was just songs.
They were
But
just
the
playing
thing
the
is,
songs.
at like
Even Under Oath came out and sang a song, which was actually pretty.
yeah, they sing along to the song sometimes.
like Under
At emo night proper, which this was, it's like artists will show up and just sing along to their songs, which is fun.
That's cool.
So
Scream along.
Then Black Parade plays.
Well, right. So what happened was it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, come to this emo night. There's three DJs are performing. So it's like at midnight
in Vegas.
DJ number 1 goes on. At 1 a.m., DJ number 2 goes on.
Holy shit.
They all have their own spin on emo night. and it's like womp womp bum 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 bum. When I was womp womp.
Yeah. So when the drums kick in,
but I gotta tell you, that's
oh no.
But like, there's a time and a place for that. And it's midnight in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's where we were.
That's a fair counterpoint.
I agree.
Like, that's where we were. Yeah.
I will stand by it though.
Unfortunately, it was his first emo night.
Yeah.
That's
Going
not
to an
what
actual
emo night is.
so much fucking fun.
It's not what emo night
The
is.
fucking funniest thing I heard all night was this one girl while Black Parade was playing, and it's all this crazy like dubstep, and she was like,
You mentioned
"This is
this, yeah.
totally what Gerard Way meant for this song. Like this is what he originally intended."
Ironically,
yes,
ironically.
she was in on it. No, she was not.
We were, by the way, we were with a group of like half a dozen people. And they all had the same. They all were like, "Ugh, what the hell is that?" We all left pretty much around the same time.
Yeah, I would say so.
That was.
There's an emo night in December in LA.
Dude, I wish I could go. Yeah,
the emo
December
day,
8th.
right?
Oh, it's like a
I
long.
fucking wish I could go. I'll be in London.
Oh, elder emos.
I hate that.
He doesn't like that.
I'll
There's a lot
be
of things that Eric doesn't like.
Cool.
You're getting older, Eric.
What is with people? What is with getting older and wanting to be corny? What is wrong with
I think
people?
that just comes.
jokes
I think
kinda
it comes with the territory.
But also when like even the title of When We Were Young Festival, I'm like, but I never stopped listening to this music. This isn't like
True.
It's like,
It's like
we're gonna
back in
feel
the
like
day.
when we were young again, and I'm like, this feels like yesterday. Dude. What the hell are you talking about?
I had mentioned it on a couple shows ago when we talked about when we were young, just like being there. But
by the way, the festival itself doesn't feel that way. It's just the branding, some of it.
Sure.
Of course,
But,
you gotta sell tickets.
It was fantastic overall. I mean, I think after it, I was like, I don't know if I could do another festival ever again.
Right. Well, I do have a
haven't
couple of
done one
notes
in a
about
while.
the next one because you know who's playing. We'll talk about it in a second.
So
but
the entire
I wrote down a
fucking
few
time,
notes for this year's.
The entire like festival, he's like, I don't think I could do next year. It goes into my Halloween. I can't do it. I got things I got to
real,
do.
You haven't done Nyctophobia.
No, but it's fucking up. It's not. That's not necessarily impacting anything, but because I could disappear as the director, you could leave, whatever. But so it's not impacting that. It's impacting other plans. Like that's a weekend.
Month.
It's a weekend that I could go to like Salem or something.
wow,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like
As
it's
you do.
taking up time.
Yeah.
But so we'll get to why I'm going back in a second. I got a couple things about this year.
Yes.
I like the Black Parade.
Oh, we need to.
Oh, yeah.
He
heard
literally
some
said,
things.
he said last week,
Yeah.
Eric doesn't like the Black. I was,
Yeah.
But by the way, I got to tell you, and this is a big philosophical
the whole
thing.
album?
This is actually a big philosophical thing. If I hadn't listened to that episode, you would just live your life thinking, I don't like the Black Parade.
I believed him.
Everybody out there,
couldn't believe it. I was
everybody out there.
Listen.
You cannot know what people think of you. You
Based off what
if
someone's saying about
if you made one joke one time that someone didn't get as a joke, they think that of you. They think that of you.
Oh, man.
It's a bigger deal than
This
I'm
makes me
saying.
feel so much better. Okay.
From my experience, after seeing that and the way you reacted to them.
So what, Black Parade? You weren't with me?
I was after the show. I was
Oh, yeah, right.
because
Not
I was
during
like,
it,
oh my
yeah.
god, they were amazing. He
I
was like,
watched it.
he was like, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's an album.
To be clear, I've seen them 3 or 4 times in the last 4 years.
Fair.
Sure.
So I'm like, all right,
It's-
I
it's
get
the
it, I
same
get it.
thing.
And I
get
agree
it.
with you. I would have much preferred 3 Cheers.
That's my only thought.
Sure.
I
I
would
won't go
have
that far.
definitely preferred 3
I won't
Cheers.
go that
over
far.
That's fine.
You're wrong.
Black
I
Parade's
feel like
fucking
I've seen
fantastic.
like so much Black Parade the last few years. I'm like, I would have fucking rather had the first album, quite frankly.
Vampires Never Hurt.
There were no shot.
With that's the song on the album.
Yeah.
The album is called "I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love" or something like that.
Yeah.
Or other way, maybe the other way around. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I brought you my love.
But anyway, point is, if I hadn't watched that episode, I did think to myself, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Scott.
Eric said the Wicked movie looks great.
no. I did think to myself while I was listening, I was like, man, if I didn't have time to listen to this episode, that was one with Grace, I think, right?
Yeah.
I was like,
think
it was a
so,
great
yeah.
episode. But I was like, if I didn't have time to listen to this one, I never would have corrected this.
I
and you
thought
would have
about it
just
for a
thought I
second.
didn't
I'm like,
like it.
how could he just not like that? It's like
Yeah.
an iconic.
Do you like
album
Danger
from that
Days
era.
over it?
No, that one I'll say it's whatever.
Okay.
Over
Yeah.
Black, not a chance.
Okay, all right.
Oh no, it's 3 Cheers Black Parade.
Listen, man, you were coming in strong with your negativity after that.
That's not true.
Yeah,
That's not true.
You're like fucking. Black Parade sucks.
Straight up.
That's what he said on last week's
Yeah.
episode.
That's what
why
I
was like-
heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So I wrote that down.
Okay.
You didn't. Oh, so by the way, we kind of led into the transition was the misspelled merch. Did you talk about the misspelled merch?
No, we didn't talk about that.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
a post of that. They
Like,
spelled the names wrong of the band.
A couple of bands, and then like
I wrote down
Newfound-
some notes of things that you didn't mention because I was like, we
Yeah.
have to talk about
and
them
then
real quick. Yeah.
like Newfound Glory actually like
New
made
and
their,
Glory.
New and Glory.
New and Glory.
They,
So you
like,
saw this or no?
Oh, yeah.
afterwards they made their own merch with that mistake
that's
intentionally to sell to fans
I
and
was
stuff.
gonna
So
say,
that's really
By
funny.
the way, Nick, Yellow Card, I'm assuming you're talking about the lead singer, Ryan William Key, or whatever his name is. He's one of the best emo night guys. If he shows up at your emo night, he's an amazing host.
Or the guy from Hawthorne Heights, I would imagine. That guy is great.
You can be a really, like, a lot of these guys are good just hosts of emo night because they'll be like,
should host karaoke.
This song, we toured with these guys one time and like tell a funny little thing about it. And then it's like, this is Ohio is for lovers and just let it play. It's perfect. Anyway. So the merch was hilarious.
That was good.
We, by the way, We Are the In Crowd was listed as We Are in the Crowd and they introduced themselves that way.
That's funny.
Which is very funny.
I saw a little bit of them and they were fucking really good.
We were together. No, we weren't. Yes, we were.
Oh, were they? Oh, no.
You might have showed up at the tail end of it. I was there. Did you? Were you there and we didn't meet up?
Yeah, because I think they played right before Devil Wears Prada.
And at the tail end. That's funny that we just missed each other.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, at Verizon, yeah, that's right.
Half the time we weren't together until later in the day.
Which was not a surprise.
We met up.
We had separate schedules.
Yeah, really. But then you pulled an audible. I pulled an audible. Then you pulled an audible.
Taking Back Sunday.
Because I was gonna see Silverstein over Taking Back Sunday, and he was like,
I've seen Taking Back.
You got to see Taking Back Sunday, and I was like, oh, they suck.
Everybody says they suck. I've never heard them play bad one time.
I thought they were great.
I thought they were great. I don't get it.
And then we left that.
I don't get it.
I can't imagine Silverstein sounding good.
From the videos that I saw,
by the way,
great.
we fucked up big time. I think it was Silverstein and one of my white whales, which I say white whale, but I could find them. It's not that difficult. But The Hire is so high on my list to catch. And they did a basement. They did a basement show the night before with Silverstein, and I found out after.
Yeah,
I would have ditched that fucking pool party.
Oh, I would have went with you because the lead singer from Devil Wears Prada sang on a song for Silverstein the entire
man. What did you also say? You said something about Chiodos that was insane. What did you say?
That they were lip syncing.
Oh, no, not that, but about me being. Oh, you said.
What did I say?
Do you know what he said last week?
I black it all out.
He fucking said, I think it was last week's show. Yeah, it would have been. He said, I crowd surfed for the first time.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
I thought you did.
For the 100th time.
I'm sure. I think
Are you out of your fucking...
You like made it...
Christian,
I feel like you made it a point to
Until I started
surf.
drinking a ton of beer more recently, I weighed 92 pounds.
I could have
feel like I've seen videos of you crowd surfing. Like you showed us.
By the way, he said I crowd surfed for the first time during Chiodos. During Chiodos. The night before, I almost got kicked out of the pool party for crowd surfing.
You know what it was?
The night before.
Maybe Elena said they crowd surfed for the first time. Maybe. Elena, are you still here? Did you crowd surf for the first time?
Somebody did.
Somebody had the
But I heard you
someone
say it. I was
did.
like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
That's fucking funny.
But by the way, you hear what I just said? Almost got kicked out of the pool party.
Oh, yeah,
Do you want to say what you've witnessed? Because I knew. Because I knew about it.
Where was this?
I was the one that crowd surfed and talked to security.
Yeah.
But when I got back over to him, what happened?
So the night before, we went to a pool party right next to the Stratosphere. And it was like like a pool party.
There's before
It was like a rooftop.
When this festival's going on, bands will set up like pop-up shows.
Yeah. So
And
we saw
it's really good to go to them. You mentioned because
You see them.
there's
We didn't have to see them during the
the
day.
schedule is so tight the next day.
Yeah.
If we could see Hawthorne Heights the night before, we can skip them.
Oh, yeah,
So we
yeah.
saw
Band.
Hawthorne Heights, Red Jumpsuit.
I did skip them the next day.
Who was the third? Emery opened
Armor for
up.
Sleep.
Armor for Sleep. Yeah.
I remember them.
And then
Is that car underwater?
Yes.
yeah.
Nice.
So
Christian is fucking destroying our reputations, Elena.
someone said they've never crowd surfed
Elena has
before.
also crowd surfed plenty.
She's
Were you the one that
95
crowd
pounds.
surfed?
By the way,
No,
Christian, you're thinking of
I know you
yourself.
have,
I feel.
yeah.
I've crowd surfed before.
No, I don't think you have.
Yes, I have.
I don't think you have.
I've
I'm
got
pretty
video
sure it was
of
your
it.
first time.
Yeah, it was your
No,
first
stop
time and
it.
you hate the Black Parade.
I could have swore you leaned into me and I said, I'm going to crowd surf for the first time.
I think you added for the first time.
Maybe tonight. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, so I get back over to you after crowd surfing to Red Jumpsuit.
And then the
apparatus.
fucking cop follows you up. He's like, hey, man, you can't do that.
No,
can't
he didn't
crowd
say
surf?
that. He said,
Oh, yeah. He's like, hey, man, they want me to kick you out.
Oh, shit.
but he goes, just lay low. I crowd surfed. I saw other people crowd surf, so I went in. I didn't think anything of it. Now, by the way, in fairness, it's at the Strat. They don't want people moshing or crowd surfing. Totally get that.
Yeah,
It's not a venue like
They
that.
also said no diving in the pool. 17,000 people were diving.
Right,
course,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I totally get it, by the way. I would never have done it if I knew that. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, yeah.
said the pool
I'll
was gonna
respect
be
the rules. I respect the rules of a venue. That's
Yeah,
You tell them what we almost did?
Pissed
We almost
in the
brought
pool.
our...
You mentioned it last week. You
Okay,
mentioned it,
we
yeah.
almost brought our trunks to actually like, go in the pool.
Nice.
Because he was like, well, what if my friends are in there?
There wasn't so much that. I mean,
did say that.
Well, but also like I would. Oh, well, there was.
See? Trust
there
me.
was one friend
I don't
that
know if I can, but
one friend that I was hoping would be there, if you recall. But yeah, it's fine. So anyway,
Yep.
Double.
Yeah.
Twice.
Two
or whatever.
times.
Two
Twice.
times. That's what it was.
but so
Patreon.
I went. Oh, was that in the?
No,
the
I think that
preamble?
was.
I think that was.
Oh, it's off camera.
no, it
that was
wouldn't
the
have been
main
because
show?
we went right into talking
Okay,
about.
that's just for us.
I thought it was main
remember.
show.
I'm
Maybe.
starting to think you did crowd surf for the first.
Oh yeah, but I was talking about having blackout conversations. Was that on this?
I think
No,
that was
I think
main
that was
show.
off.
Was
Doesn't
that
matter. Who cares? Who gives a
Anyways,
fuck?
yeah.
So anyway, last couple things here though. Oh no, but so I did crowd surf. I saw other people crowd surfing. I ran in for that video. Is very funny that you got of me listening. Is
'Cause
this the
he's like,
song?
"Is this my song?"
Is this my favorite song? It
And then
is.
you
And I
ran
ran
into
into the
the-
crowd. Just had a chance to crowd surf. But what should have tipped me off that
first
no one was allowed to crowd surf is that what you do. Have you guys crowd surfed?
No,
So what you do is
I'm 6 foot 250.
Maybe that's what it was.
and there's two of me.
Wow.
What you do is you just walk up to a big dude in the crowd and you just point up.
Yeah,
Right?
And they just like
and they're
lift
just
you
like
up, yeah.
happy to.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're also like me, who's like 150 soaking wet, right?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
There was a
I
one-
know I have a beer belly, but I'm not that heavy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was one dude during Devil Wears Prada who was a fucking pro because he was going like he tapped me on the top.
That's so you do that as well. You tap.
so
heads.
like
Yeah.
like I saw him, he tapped my head. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
grab your dick.
You don't want to
Fucking
just
move you
land
over.
on a person. So as you're going, you're supposed to just be like just tapping heads, not smacking people.
To get, like,
so that
their-
someone, if they look up, they're like, oh, happy to do it, happy to
Yeah,
help.
yeah,
But if
yeah,
you
yeah.
land on them, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I went like this to somebody, and he went. And I literally just went,
Thumbs
get out of
up
the
you.
way. And I went to the next guy, and they were like, let's
Loser.
go.
Yeah.
And so I should have known that it was not that crowd.
Yeah.
So
to crowd surf.
I crowd surf. I land in there, and the security guard goes, "Not allowed to crowd surf." And I was like, I literally was just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that." And I just walked back, and then the one guy followed me and was
want me
like,
to kick you
supposed
out.
to. They want me to kick you
Wow.
out. By the way, also if they kicked me out, I would have just left.
You just left. You just
We,
leave.
we pretty much left
just
like
goofing
one
around.
song after that.
Yeah.
I think we were literally waiting because this was during Hawthorne Heights, I think, right?
I think I crowd surfed during. I'm sure I did it during Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. But anyway,
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I'm pretty sure
You
because
think I just came back after the song? Maybe.
Yeah, because like we were waiting for like Nikki FM or we didn't get to see Ohio is for
Maybe.
Lovers, but
yeah.
we saw,
and there
like,
was those people having the best time I've ever seen in my life.
oh the fucking
It
there's like
made
3
me
people
so
like
happy.
in their own little mosh pit.
Their own little pit all the way at the back. It was the
That's cool.
cutest thing
Did
I've
I
ever
talk
seen.
about when the guy dropped my ran into me and dropped my beer during one of the shows?
Look. What does it say?
Do you have it on there?
Dude spilling Christian's beer.
Oh, dude.
Can you also hand me another beer, please,
Yeah,
real quick? I'm
I
going to squeeze
think-
in one more.
I think I have video of it too. Hold on. I
Oh,
have to
you
fucking
do.
find
But
it.
you didn't want to roast him. You didn't
No.
want to put him on
No.
blast.
So we
Was it
were.
an
It was
accident?
it was so unbearably
He was just a
awkward,
drunk
man.
fucking idiot.
Not even that. I don't even know if he was drunk. He was
think
just
he was.
like there's
Awkward
people
guy.
that are like just unaware of the space around them. You can't let it's like not, and also
Yeah.
he wasn't in the pit.
So that's the thing.
He was
So
just standing at the
we
back.
were watching a metalcore band called August Burns Red, and they're pretty
Is
heavy.
that what that was during?
Yeah.
So I just went over with you guys for the fuck.
That
of it,
was
yeah.
right before Chiodos. So
Right. Oh, then we met up with Elena. That's
Yeah,
right.
so
that's
we were
right.
hanging
Just
out.
said, not. Oh God, not that guy.
Yeah. So I had
yeah,
I had
yeah.
a tall boy in my hand, just a tall can, and I was just vibing, just watching the show.
Nice.
This guy was all by himself pitting away from like the pit proper.
And it was to be
Going
clear.
out.
To be
Yeah.
clear, the group
Just
was
going
Casey
crazy.
there? Was it
I
just
think
us?
so, yeah. And then there was some random couple that just became friends with us because they were like, "Fuck
Yeah.
that guy," and so just like he
Whatever
was
it
kind
was.
of going all over the place. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Like I started filming him because I was like, he's just like pitting by himself.
He was doing like the backpack
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Then he noticed me, and I was just
Filming.
like,
He came over
You're
to
gonna
you.
show.
Yeah.
It's kind of a terrifying video when
Yeah.
he notices
Oh,
you.
wow.
It's
Oh,
very,
yeah.
can't see it
very
as
He looks
much,
at you like
but-
Josh Hartnett in Trap.
Let's see.
so he's doing that,
Oh, I see him.
and then
Oh no.
And
So he like
I don't know how to
he
explain it.
approaches you as if he's like, "Hey, dude, get that
But
fucking
he
thing."
basically just like railroaded through him and
Yeah.
just knocked his beer on.
no,
him.
he was like very much like trying to dab me up, and then
But like dabbing. But here's the thing. Hold on. Look.
you want to reenact
Well,
it?
because look, there's a way to do that and just be like, yeah, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
He went like,
that's fine.
"Can I do it on you?"
wanna do it?
This
Go
is
ahead,
what
yeah.
he did. He was like,
He literally just
Jesus.
like jumped. Oh wait, that was nice. Jumped
your
onto him.
chest.
yeah,
Just
and then
jumped onto him.
I'm just like this. My beer
on the ground.
just goes like
on the ground. Full beer.
explodes.
Oh,
it was
shit.
like
That's
yeah, it's pretty-
$25.
So he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. He pulls out his wallet. I was like, dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Gives me a 5.
Yeah. By the way, Elena, did we say Elena? They were there.
I think
and
it was,
saw.
Well, and then Elena
This
saw
happened.
that, and
Yeah.
then the couple next to us, she was like, the woman was like, that's like a $25
yeah,
beer.
exactly.
Give you
Yeah,
$5.
and
then he just kept doing it, and he kept bumping into people.
And it's not. By the way, no problem if you're just like keeping your little space.
have your space.
Like, don't bother other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Or go into the pit.
Yeah.
We're all just standing still.
Yeah.
Those
just
kind
go
of
into
guys,
the-
like that guy would have gotten his fucking ass kicked back in the day.
And also, if it was the wrong person, you weren't gonna do that.
Well,
but
even me in my 20s, I would have been a fucking asshole and be like, what the
shove
fuck?
shove them out of the way.
Because I used to go to shows like that all the time, and people
beat
did that.
some ass.
Like I would fucking punch people and they'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, and he
Yeah.
just seemed like that type of guy.
He
like,
was and he was alone too.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? Is
and then I think Elena,
not
Elena
being alone, but it's like if you're doing that, I guess I get why you're alone.
Oh yeah, that's right, Elena, because he kept dropping his water bottle and then he left, and Elena was like, "Here's your water."
What are we doing?
Yeah, so he's a fucking asshole. Anyways,
was
funny.
Did you say top 3 sets? What did you think?
top
3.
I'm biased because Devil Wears Prada. The most surprising was Fall Out Boy. They were fucking great.
Who I skipped.
They were really, really good.
I skipped Fall Out Boy only
Yeah.
because I saw Fall Out Boy last year in Chicago,
Okay.
so I was like, I got it.
And then my other one was Chiodos, but only to fucking learn that they were lip syncing the whole fucking time.
yeah, I don't know what was going on with that.
Or-
Did Elena
or,
weigh in? Did Elena weigh in on that?
I think
don't know,
I think
but-
they were part of like looking in on all the videos on TikTok. and
Interesting.
stuff.
What's weird is that if that was happening, I could see lip syncing if you did like one reunion show and that's it.
Sure.
It's like, let's just get through it.
Yeah.
But they announced a tour during the set. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Weird.
what's going
And
on?
I've seen them live.
By the way, we don't
before.
know for sure, but it was weird.
Well, and there was also a moment where they messed up on one of the songs.
Oh.
And I remember even Elena saying during it.
Stump was also at Cobra Starship. We'll talk about in a second. Yeah.
I remember Elena even saying like, "Oh, are they lip syncing?" I was like, "No, like
you
the,
could totally
the
tell.
drummer messed up."
No way, Elena.
Elena, did you not say?
No, I'm
you're
saying
talking about.
you in
Oh,
the moment
yeah.
were like, no fucking way, he
I
would
was
never.
like, "Shut the fuck up, Elena.
Get out there
Stop
and go
it."
crowd surf for the first time. Come
Yeah.
on.
But
yeah, that was weird.
but
by
there's
the
no
way,
confirmation.
Still made it's my number 3. Chiodos.
I mean, it was a
Even
fucking
if it's all
great
fake.
show.
because
They played your song.
What's the song?
well, Baby You Wouldn't
Bulls.
Last a Minute on the Creek played. So of course they played that, but I don't remember what album they were even doing. But they played Bulls, Bears, Pigs. I always forget the full title.
That's on their sophomore album.
Which All's Well That Ends. No, sorry, All's Well That Ends was the first one. Bone
Palace,
Palace Ballet or whatever the fuck it's
yeah,
called. I don't even
yeah,
know what it's
something
called.
like
Their 8th album.
I'm not a huge Chiodos guy, so I don't actually remember everything. But like that, they happen to play my favorite song.
Yeah.
So that was when I disappeared from you guys.
Yeah,
and
and then
ran
I
into the
didn't-
crowd.
I didn't see
crowd
you
surfed for the
until
first
later.
time in my goddamn life.
Thank you.
But what was funny was, so I don't know if you guys know, but there's a VIP section. You can get VIP tickets.
Of course.
And so I accidentally crowd surfed up to the VIP section. There was nowhere else to go because they were at like a gate. And they just plopped me into the VIP section where people were it was just like an open area because no one was really there. And I was like, where am I? I felt, when you go in a video game, you glitch through the level.
yeah, you just kind of like.
The crowd is all around me and it was just an empty area. And I was like, am I allowed to be here?
I have to take a pee very bad.
All right, fine. I'll finish it up. I thought you were dabbing me up.
No, I was.
Dab it up.
He's gonna tackle
Cobra Starship, also great.
Oh, there you go.
And which
forgot
I don't know
about
if you.
them.
Yeah, well, it's their first show in like a long, maybe like
Yeah.
a decade
Is that
or
the
some
one
shit.
that So Kiss Me Goodbye?
Yes,
Is that-
yes.
Is that
yes,
them? Holy
yes,
shit.
yes.
Is that-
Snakes
is that
on a
the
plane.
The Snakes on a
Yes.
Plane.
So
That's
Snakes
the
on a
only
Plane.
song I know from them.
Snakes on a Plane. Yeah. What's funny is last
I'm
year.
ready for it.
That's
Come
it.
on, bring
That's
it.
it. But Academy is.
All right. That's I call it for karaoke.
That was
next.
like a super group
shit,
song.
Fuck you. That
Yeah.
would be good.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's a duet
Yeah.
song though.
Yeah.
Is it?
That might be a
There's like
triple.
a bunch of
yeah.
singers in that. Yeah.
So last year Academy is played.
Yeah.
They brought out Gabe Saporta, Cobra Starship, to do that song.
Yeah.
Travis McCoy, Gym Class Heroes, playing at the festival, did not show up.
Interesting.
We don't know what
It's
the deal
above
is
it.
with that.
Whoa. Keep his chokehold?
Well, I guess he did that in his show, yes. But this year, Cobra Starship played fucking awesome.
Okay.
And brought out Patrick Stump as a surprise guest. That was like their big surprise thing, yeah. So that was really cool. And then I got to tell you, he definitely didn't catch it. So I can say this while he's in the bathroom. Boys Like Girls. Don't sleep on
I like Boys
them.
Like Girls.
Don't fucking sleep on
Live
seeing them
band?
live if you have a chance. Put on one of the best shows. Boys Like Girls in Hawthorne Heights do a thing. There's other bands that do it too, but these guys go hard. The almost like speeches about, like, you guys remember what it was like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever. We were, hey, he just came in and left.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
I don't know if you can help me find the words here, but Hawthorne Heights, they do these speeches that are preambles.
Yeah.
But they do these speeches throughout their set where it's just like
warm up.
I remember. Do you all remember when we were just like the weird kids at school, whatever, blah blah. Yeah. I don't want to co-opt that. I didn't feel like a weird kid at school at all because they were pretty popular bands, but whatever.
Yeah. Monologue.
Wasn't really on the outside liking Fall Out Boy.
It wasn't all. Yeah.
It
was kind of the scene.
I didn't have that experience, but I get it. They do really good with that. Boys Like Girls, my number one set.
Oh, okay.
Boys who played When We Were Young a couple years ago, they filled in for All American Rejects. Boys Like Girls. And they're doing the cruise. I'm going to cry every fucking night. They made me cry. The front man, first of all, is so hot. Second of all,
show.
Incredible little speeches and stuff like that, whatever. It's unbelievable. Made me cry. It's like, it is the ultimate vibe. I'll say this, if you like Boys Like Girls, if you like Boys Like Girls, like Boys Like Girls, go see them. Have a couple drinks before they're on so you're in the mood to maybe tear up a little bit, and I guarantee they'll get you there.
Wow.
Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I did not make my flight back to New York that morning. He mentioned it. He mentioned that
So we got
30 minutes before I was supposed to fly.
Yeah.
I think he goes, Eric, your alarm's going off, and I was like, oh, that's right.
No, it was like shit. So the show ends when we were young ends.
Yeah.
It was like a nightmare to get back because we were on the other side of the strip where our hotel was.
Yeah.
So then we just hung out for a little bit.
We did that intentionally because we wanted to do the Lazy River, which was closed. But anyway.
Yeah, it was closed. But so we hung out for a couple of hours, and then we got back to the hotel maybe like 3 a.m. And his flight was literally at 5:30. Didn't go to sleep till about 4, maybe 4:30.
We were up cracking up at some SNL skit.
Oh, we were watching the
sketch. Sorry,
some sketch. Yeah, you were fucking.
I was drunk, but I remember it. I was wheezing laughing at it. Yeah,
the George Washington one.
That's really good.
No, I think it was
not that.
It was either like Weekend Update. Yeah, I think it was Weekend Update.
It was some Weekend Update
because it was
funny.
Trump being like, it was the comparison between the two. Like Kamala said something inspiring.
It was just so funny.
And then Trump said the.
So we were up for another hour though. Is the point?
And then so we finally go to sleep.
Definitely brought beer up to the room.
And his alarm kind of the thing where you kind of snooze it every 15. So I think.
I just naturally do that.
At 5 o'clock.
You were right, by the way. Single digit mornings not for me.
No. Yeah.
At 5 o'clock. It finally hit me. I looked at my phone. I was like, Eric, it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. I
was packed. I was all packed, so I just put my pants on and I literally was like, all right, thanks, buddy. Later. I love you. See you later.
I didn't hear from you until a little bit later in the day. So
hours later that night, I sent him a picture of the Headless Horseman because I was going to Sleepy Hollow, and I was like, I made it.
And I was like, okay, cool. He made his flight.
Than I did.
Yeah. A little later than I planned.
Yeah.
I got into the airport. Record time, by the way. I got there. It's right there. We were right by the airport.
Yeah.
But as I was like, it's one of those mornings where I'm walking. The hangover hasn't hit yet. I'm still probably a little drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm certainly not hungover or anything. I never got hungover. I wasn't super trashed that night.
No,
it was
we
just
actually
a fine night.
We were pretty fucking.
We were totally fine.
Yeah, we didn't fucking kill ourselves.
So it's one of those things where I'm walking through the airport, muttering to myself. I don't know if you've experienced this. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. So this happens a lot to me. So as I'm walking, but I'm like I'm speed walking, but I'm like it's gonna be another 5 minutes. I hear last call, Eric Striffler over the thing, and I'm like, that's a minute warning, and I'm not gonna make it. So I walk up to the gate, and I'm like. I was like, by the way.
Well, you didn't go through security yet?
Oh, no, I did. I got clear and TSA pre, so that's never a problem. I knew I could breeze right through. And also at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, nobody's
TSA wasn't even there yet. But so it was, the thing is, as I'm walking, that's when I start to tell myself, you're going to Sleepy Hollow to watch a show about Ichabod Crane. It's okay if you miss it. Eric, it's okay if you miss it. Everything's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I like to cram everything possibly in.
Yeah.
So I had a whole thing planned. I'm going to do the show, leave at 5:30, get to the thing, go to a magic show in Sleepy Hollow, a new show that they've debuted.
Oh, my God.
And I got front row seat, whatever. And my buddy's going to meet me, so I'm like, I can do it all. I can't.
No.
Not always. I could have if I got up 20 minutes early, but if I got up actually 5 minutes earlier,
but then
I would have made it.
You were drunk.
Well, I guess I slept on the plane.
You would have just slept it off?
I never got hungover or anything. I was fine. So, but I missed that flight, and they were able to put me on the next one. But the problem was, I knew what the next one was. It had a layover of like 3 hours, and I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna fuck it." So I missed the first show of 3 that I bought tickets to in Sleepy Hollow. Made it to the next 2, so not a big problem. But I didn't.
So were you basically just hanging out at the Vegas airport?
No, the layover was in Chicago. The flight that they got me on was like 20 minutes later.
Oh shit! Okay.
But the layover was 3 hours versus like 30 minutes, which would have gotten me in time. Yeah.
Okay.
Last quick thing before we're done. Sorry, I know we're wrapping up here.
Good.
When we were young, 2025. So I said I was done with it.
Constantly said.
I said I was done only because I love the festival. Only problem
Yeah.
if they moved it to September or November, I would go every single year, no question.
It's your Halloween period.
It's just because, yes, it's that time of the month.
Yeah.
It's that time of the month, baby. My Halloween period. And so I was like, I can't do it. And I was like, look, the only thing that would get me back is Panic at the Disco, but they're never going to do that.
No,
I don't even think you
not.
even said that. Like,
Oh, I did, maybe not to you, but it's certainly in our Discord.
Okay, yeah,
And to many other people, I was like, look, if
Oh, that's why you went crazy on the
and then you fucking
video.
texted
But I was
us,
like,
I got
in
8
5 years, well, we'll get to that. But I was like, in 5 years, if Brendan Urie comes back for Panic at the Disco, I'll go.
Is it even Panic at the Disco if it's just Brendan Urie?
There's more Brendan Urie albums than not.
Okay.
Don't even get him on.
Oh wait, that's right. We did.
That
I
was in the text.
ranting
Yeah.
to you guys. Yeah.
Yep.
Panic at the Disco is Brendan Urie. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Ryan Ross. Sorry. No, I love Ryan Ross, but Ryan Ross is not the one complaining about this. It's the Ryan Ross fans that are psychos.
Yeah.
Ryan Ross, I think, is living a perfectly happy life.
Fans that are psycho.
I think he's perfectly happy out there living his quiet life.
yeah.
It's fine.
Did you also buy, because they announced during
Tour.
when we were young, the Warped Tour is coming
I
back.
didn't. I don't know where I'm going to be in the country. That feels like a pretty easy one to just get a ticket like on the day.
I think sold out.
I think so. On the day. Warp, by the way, you could get a ticket into When We Were Young on the day. Okay.
But you're paying like 3 times the price?
No,
it
people
was-
are just trying to get rid of their ticket if they can't make it.
Oh, okay.
I had
The
an,
Warped Tour tickets were way cheaper. It was literally $150 for 2 days.
Oh, wow.
the very first year of When We Were Young, we had an extra ticket because a friend couldn't make it. And I definitely offered it to you, but you were with Amber, and obviously you would not split up to go the day that was
I mean, we had a
available.
conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. And I sold it in like
No
seconds.
problem. Yeah,
I tweeted it, and someone immediately got it.
Nice.
And we had an extra ticket this year, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
We did. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Yeah, and I brought the thing. Yeah, but he couldn't make it. But nobody was asking for it,
Yeah.
so whatever. Panic at the Disco, The Rocket Summer, The Cab, Breathe Carolina, Jack's Mannequin, Never Shout Never. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen. The Somerset, Avril Lavigne, Blink-182, Weezer.
Weezer, you said.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Pretty
mentioning
high up there,
I wonder
too.
what they're gonna
My
open
name
with.
is
to be
Jonas.
clear.
I don't see Huey Lewis on the news
If
on
they
there.
open with My Name is Jonas, I'm gonna laugh so fucking hard.
the first half of I've seen Weezer, but the first half of that list is like I'm beyond psyched. When we get to the Somerset's great. Saw him last year, so it's not. It's like I already saw them recently. Avril Lavigne came out and I think she billed?
a couple years
She was
ago.
billed, right? She
Yeah.
performed. That was great. Blink-182 played last year. Saw them. That was great. Weezer, I did see recently. Also, not one of my favorite bands. No offense.
Oh, I got that. Don't worry, I figured that out.
But I mentioned only because I'm like these are bands that I would now that it's I would be excited to see them.
Yeah.
Bands that I see all the time that are playing, but I'm still excited about. All Time Low, Mayday Parade, Boys Like Girls, Taking Back Sunday, The Used, The Main, Yellow Card, Plain White Tees.
Oh, sorry.
I'm-
Tangent.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see that they cut off the Mused? The Mused. I just combined-
and
The Used.
and rightly so. Don't go
Yeah.
over your fucking set time when there's that many bands playing.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Oh, they went too long.
Oh,
They made
yeah.
Burt Kreischer.
And then Burt Kreischer. But Burt McCracken, by the way, I'd be terrified to meet that
He's
guy.
like, he seems like kind of.
They went way
Weirdo.
over their time. There's no time for that. There's no time
yeah.
for that. You got to move on.
Yeah.
You gotta
But
move along.
I'm just saying, this is maybe my favorite. We heard it,
That's
but
an
it was
All-American.
it was an All-American Rejects thing, so it
band.
made no sense.
It's When We Were Young talk, and they weren't there.
I guess.
And they weren't there. Who did you said somebody was roasting him, right? I think
No,
you
that's
said
all
that.
of it. That's all
Census
that I've
fail.
got.
Census fail. Like, yeah, they were making fun of them.
What is by the way, Census Fail? Are they the band that does the jazz version of Census Fail? Do you know about this?
No.
Maybe it's not them. I think they were on the cruise and they did a jazz version of their set.
Oh, maybe.
It was really cool.
That's
but anyway,
I like Census Fail.
I feel like that was them. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
Anyway, point is, this is the majority. So many of the bands I mentioned there, Panic at the Disco, every year when they do a survey after the show. Did you get the survey? No, because I got the tickets. Never mind. They do a survey asking what bands would you like to see. Panic's number 1.
Yeah.
Rocket Summer's number 2. Both are playing next year.
Wow.
I never even thought to ask for the Cab because it seemed like it would never happen. They're fucking playing. Breathe Carolina blew my fucking mind when I saw them on there. Jack's Mannequin makes sense. Unbelievable. Can't wait. Never Shout Never. Not gonna happen. Sorry if you bought tickets to see Never Shout Never. I think he's gonna cancel.
Yeah.
And then, but like this is an unbelievable year for me. I feel like none of the bands I just said interest you very much.
I recognize 2 of those
I only
bands.
saw Blink-182. I was like, cool, I saw them.
Exactly.
The funniest thing on that flyer...
I didn't even ask you if you were interested. I was like, I don't think this is your year.
The funniest thing on that flyer for Blink, it said, playing songs from Enema, Take Your Pants Off Jacket, and Untitled, and more. It's like, every other fucking set. Because I think Panic, it said from 2 albums or
Panic
something.
is, no, just one. Well, one and more, quote unquote,
more,
of course.
yeah.
Panic is doing their first album, his first album.
Yeah.
Their first album. Jury is out on whether or not it's a reunion. They have not, by the way, to be clear, don't be disappointed if it's not. They did not bill it as a reunion. They specifically worded it, Panic at the Disco returns to Vegas. They're a Vegas band. Panic at the Disco returns to Vegas. They never said who is in it. His most recent touring band, multiple members, including the love of my life, Nicole, have said that they are performing. Like, we'll see you in Vegas. So they're performing. The jury's out on if Ryan Ross, Spencer Smith, and John Walker show up. Brent won't be there. I think he's in prison. And the original bassist that John Walker replaced. I don't care because I'm a Brendan guy, and so I'm happy.
Yeah, fuck
so
Ross.
And I was able to snag 8 VIP tickets. Yeah.
Wow. Christ.
I got all the texts, you guys as well. I sent you the clip of me screaming while driving, right?
Yeah.
Thank God I got a dash cam because that was worth the money. And point is, it's 2 things happened. I always said the only reason I'd get VIP is if Panic is playing. And I also said if I would only go back to this thing in the middle of October if Panic is playing. So it's all happening. It's unbelievable, and I'm very excited. Anyway, thank you for letting me give a little.
There you go.
Good.
And you have crowd surfed before.
No, maybe I'll try it next year.
Okay, good. Before we wrap this
Hope
up,
to see you guys there. By the way, if you're going.
Actually,
Did you hear all the cheers last night? I was like, "Who got tickets to see this?" And everyone was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, we got a couple super chats before we get out of here. Brian Garcia, meeting Eric and Christian when we were young was so fucking cool, and karaoke was hilarious. As always, here's to Volume 6. Cheers. Yes. Lame Avalar.
What did you fucking call them?
Laym. How would I say that?
I mean, that probably is.
I know, but how else? Layam. Incredible seeing you guys in person. You have no idea the impact you have all had on people. P.S. I wore a shirt saying "Make karaoke great again."
Am I the only
what
one that saw it?
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
I wish I took a picture.
You take a photo?
Can you please send a picture?
Yes, please. I would love to repost that.
It said "Make karaoke great again." Wangers 2024. I think it said.
Holy shit!
I wish I saw.
And I assumed you saw it.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Please send that to us on Instagram.
Please.
We would love to post that. That's
I
fantastic.
would've taken a
Especially
picture.
tomorrow. That's great.
I assumed I was the last person they were saying hello to, and I thought, shit. Damn it.
Angel Mesa. Sorry, I was the one sitting in the front row, not moving during the song.
I responded to this one before.
It wasn't
my
you.
bad.
And by the way, I was right. It was the movie songs. It was Bye Bye Bye, Deadpool,
Power of Love.
and Power of Love. But also, yeah, Angel, thank you. Great to see you, buddy. Great to see you.
CG opinions. Brian needs all rap songs in order to win a year.
Think about.
Do that.
Think about.
Did you do rap songs last year?
Macklemore.
Yeah. There you go.
Also, by the way, wait, scroll back. Does that say that's their 10th super chat or something?
Hey, what is that?
Oh,
Underneath?
shit. Yeah, I guess so. Right here.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
10.
Let's celebrate 10th super chat.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
You funded all of last night's karaoke. Theodore Jones said a super chat. Thank you. Oh, I think we read this one. Great seeing you live. You took the photo on my phone.
Yes.
Reaper
Photos came out great, by the
4213. Sending my love for Danger Days, the best MCR album. No.
That's a hot take.
That is a shitty take.
I want to say I know I'm like 0 for 1 of speaking for people, but I want to say that Frank agrees with that.
Oh, I don't know.
I remember having a conversation with him, and he said, and he loves Danger Days.
I thought you meant Frank Iero, and I was very confused.
Yeah, you know my buddy Frank.
Well, not even
Iero.
that. I just thought you meant that like he's on record saying this is our best album.
No. I think most of them in the band would agree that they don't like that one too.
I mean, it's fun. Whatever, it's
I don't
fun.
even know a song.
It's fine.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Didn't
fun.
you see that night 2 they did that instead of I'm Not Okay? Because night one,
what a bummer.
I know. Night 1 we got Black Parade, and then I'm Not Okay.
They still ended on Helena though, probably. Right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Manny sent a super chat. Thank you, Manny. Here's from Wanger's Karaoke 5. A great time and experience. It was great to finally meet you, and hope you all enjoyed your weeks. Safe.
Great to finally meet you.
How did we just do the 5th one of these?
That was only 5. Yeah.
I didn't think the
man.
math made sense because 2020 now 5. Oh, it's
Well,
stupid.
right, because it's not the 5th. It's not the 5th anniversary. It's the 5th.
Oh no,
year.
I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah. I did think to myself last night at one point. I don't know if anybody else had this like out of body moment at any point. It was a little too busy to even have that.
entire night.
But I did have a moment where I was like, I had like a vision of like if we could show ourselves when we met at Schmoes Know, that we were doing this 10 years later.
Yeah.
We'd be like,
Literally,
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What, was it like was it the burger one I went, whatever, when I was there for the burgers? And I met you guys.
I forgot about that.
This would have been.
I got there early. We were hanging out for a little
This
bit.
is 10 years of me and Cody knowing each other.
Yeah.
I think officially this year.
Whoa.
Whatever year though, whatever
That's
year.
where
So
it
in
started.
between,
Yeah.
but I did have I had like a little out of body moment. You know when you're like, whoa, my hand is real. This is
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
It was one of those, and I was like, what the fuck? I can't. Like, if we could go back in time and be like, look what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
I know.
I had a weird moment like that watching the Dodger game. I was like, I don't know.
Hey buddy, I'm trying to say I love you guys.
I know. But I was like,
Hold on, say it again.
Was that the cold open?
What's it?
I was like, out of body. I was like, this fucking game is live on the other side of the country right now.
You idiot. Were you on drugs?
Yes, I was on heavy amounts of drug, and I was like, the people are watching this all over.
You broke Cody.
I said that like totally straight face to Laura. She's like, yeah.
I gotta tell you,
Lord, there are like other places in the world where things are
this is
happening.
gonna be him tomorrow while people are voting.
I was like, this is like completely happening,
crazy, man.
Like on the other side of the country, we're all collectively watching this right in this moment.
You want to talk about the game real quick?
Laura's like, what the fuck are you saying?
It's hilarious.
You gotta let me know when she gets the chance to see the Wicked round.
She might have. I'll talk to her.
I want to know what she
Okay.
thinks because I know she obviously loves
right.
Broadway. She certainly knows Wicked.
She's gonna love the movie.
Yeah.
That's where you have to.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
I
have
need to talk to Laura.
Are you doing? We'll talk about trivia night.
Oh, maybe
Hopefully tomorrow.
fucking yes, come tomorrow. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I would have invited you guys, but it's the trivia that we saw each other at. So
good.
we specifically know we go
yeah.
to this trivia.
Yeah. Christian's been.
Come on down. Anyway,
It's
Cody, you're not
election
invited.
I guess not.
So we gotta vote tomorrow
It's a
night.
big night.
You know what,
tomorrow.
Cody? You are invited. You're gonna come all the way out for this?
What if I did?
I love that. I just don't think you will.
You're gonna sleep in your car 15 minutes before.
We got to get back out to your trivia. But anyway, no, your emo night is what we need to do.
Yeah, we got one in Pomona every now and then.
Keep us posted on the next date because if I'm here, I'm going.
Laugh Factory Covina.
Anyway,
And that too.
All right, let me keep you posted on these names.
done. I swear to God.
We're gonna give shout outs to all our Patreon supporters. We got new sound ups.
What did you just say?
All of these sound bites are from last night's
Here we
karaoke.
go. Aaron Woodley.
I will say, by the way, real quick, that's our. Sometimes the mics, the things need to be reset, and I'll do better with that next time if we use our wireless mics. I don't know if you could
We
tell.
might use other ones.
They were, they were fucking up a little bit here and there, and that happens, and I just reset it, but I didn't hear it because it was live.
yeah.
So anyway, we'll fix that next time.
Alec MS Young. Arcadio Castellanos.
To dance.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a singer.
Billy Storley.
But in years to the way I don't already got. But in years to the way I don't already got.
Your very first song, you were like, I fucked it up.
If you haven't seen me the past five karaoke songs, I am not good with
The
words.
problem
and
is, but
lyrics.
the big mistake is, we get really excited, we look into the camera, and then we go, fuck, I don't actually know the
No,
words.
yeah,
And
no.
we say
gotta
things
know.
like this.
But in years to the way I don't already got.
He sounds like a minion.
You gotta read the words first and then go to the
He
camera.
literally, I know, he sounds like a fucking minion.
Bobby Mitchell.
When you sleep in his mattress.
See? Brian Arsenal.
And he won that.
Brian D.
Flank me, gentlemen.
Chris Jones.
Out of context. Wait, what was that?
Fuck.
Okay.
Cindy Perez.
Yo!
I don't know why people cheered at that.
What do you mean? Why did people cheer that? That was fucking awesome.
You went for it.
It's like,
That was
shit.
awesome.
FS Woman 38.
Out of breath. Gonna have a heart attack and a stroke.
And a stroke. That's, by the way,
And a
that's
stroke.
talking into his mic as he fast walks.
He goes down the stairs.
Giuseppe.
That adds to it.
What was that?
Giuseppe.
Here we go, bitch.
Harley Payne.
I am God.
That's funny, too.
Did you get afterwards? I was like, no, it's not me. And then, because afterwards when I said that, Eric was like, it's not you. I was like, well, yeah, what if somebody was like, oh, John Noto.
I'm no Huey.
Yes. Hey, play it one more time.
I'm no Huey.
Now listen, I'm no Huey. It's funny because it implies that people know Huey as like, like his morals, his personality. It's like, now I'm no Huey.
Julia Connor.
Just keep on fucking me, D. Well, can I tell you what? That one we're gonna be hearing for the next 10 years. That is up there. That is up there with fuck, I can't think of it. It'll come to me. But there's one where that is up there with suck me good, suck me good.
Oh, that is a perfect one.
Carl Soderbergh.
That's a perfect one.
Kamala.
Ket Burger.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cisco. Well, I know who my special guest is. I'm going to try to get next year. I bet you I could.
Kyle Johnson.
Hand me some sugar. I am your neighbor.
Maris Thornton.
Angry.
Like my first shot.
Michael Bittner.
Deal. Everyone at home will be doing that.
They know what they're doing.
The losers. No, I'm kidding.
Nick Wade.
Yeah, your mustache tickles my nutsack, baby. The cheering. Wait, one more time. Yeah, your mustache tickles my nutsack, baby.
You can hear. Listen to that song back. The audience is cracking up. You can hear it.
And by the way, you can hear them singing it too, for sure.
You can hear them. That's why I wanted the audience
It really worked
mics.
out that we had the lyrics up on the walls.
Yeah.
Because you could see people looking to learn it. Yeah.
Nick Wade.
Was
Oh, that
What
was
the-
American. That was during American Idiot.
Oh
Yeah.
my Christ.
Senior film.
I know. So I remember that vividly. That's during Loathing. I remember that vividly because you play the beginning of it, then pause it.
Sorry.
Play the beginning of it. So pause it. You hear like the grinding of my voice because my voice was cooked.
Oh, you were trying to sing?
Well, no, because I could do but like I was cooked, so I was like I was like, it's gonna sound. I was like, it's gonna sound so cooked. I might as well just scream.
Did I say,
yeah.
Did I say Sergio already? I think I did.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Do it again.
Sergio Castaneda.
Let's get another one. You got away with your words and a big fat cock. I might have to rewatch this again
That's
tonight.
the best.
I might have to
I
rewatch the
wish
whole
you-
show tonight.
Sheridan Ponce.
We're doing it. We're doing it live.
By the way, that was such a fun moment when you said that. That was a very. That was your first. That was the very first song of the night after American
realizing,
Idiot.
like, oh shit.
Yes,
like,
that was
happening.
it. Genuinely,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That was a wonderful moment because the audience totally felt it too. It was a great moment. I like that.
Stephanie Merritt.
Let's go. Who knows this song?
Stefan Zalosi.
Anybody know this song?
No, let me guess what the next clip is.
Terry Stockwell.
Anyone know this song?
And let me guess what the next clip. That's it.
I think there was one more, but I
like
missed
half of
it.
his song.
Yeah.
TJ Jones.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
But in terms of not being 100% sure what the progression is, Brian takes the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
So fucking
Well, and it was
funny.
so
I didn't
hard
know
because
any
of
of
the
it.
timing of the fucking little thing coming over.
One of my
Two
good
more.
friends for like a decade now was the one that I kept pointing at that was doing the crowd parts, you know, like the "Dear Galinda, you are just too good," like, and also like during whatever. And after the show, I was so happy she was there. She's a flight attendant, so you never know where she's gonna be.
cool.
She kindred spirits in that way. You never know where she's gonna be. And but afterward, we were gushing about it. She thought it was so fucking funny.
Really?
You especially, but
Okay.
all of you guys.
Yeah.
Tyler Eklund.
Yeah.
And finally, Wiley Todd.
That's bullshit, man. No, recount. Recount.
Get off
that
the
shit.
stage. You don't deserve
No,
it,
that's
you
bullshit.
loser.
I'll see you in court,
Loser.
assholes.
That's perfect.
By the way, that's the making.
How cool is that
karaoke.
shirt?
cool. I
That's
didn't
fucking
even see
great.
that.
I didn't
Thank
see
you,
that.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you
saw
so
it. I
much,
can't believe
Liam.
you didn't see it.
Do you have other ones? Other sound
awesome.
bites?
No, that's mostly it. I might
That's
have
it.
like maybe one or two.
Maybe we'll hear them at the outro.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. We'll see.
I like the.
Cody,
Give away
good
with your
work
words
on
there.
those
I got
clips.
this
Those
one,
are
hold on.
all right.
That was
gonna say,
another
yeah.
one. Yeah. Does it say ladies?
Okay, now ladies. You obviously, I feel like there might be a thing of like interesting choice. Hey, and then I get to the point of okay, now fellas, and it's like that's why he picked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I
the
was
crowd.
like, well, because I specifically was like, I got to pick songs that are going to be good for a crowd.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be funny in the studio.
Yeah. All right, fellas.
Right.
Nothing.
There we go, folks. Thank you all. Thanks for
Thank
watching
you
tonight.
for watching last night. Honestly,
Yeah,
is the big.
no.
This is the you guys.
It's a
You
recap
said it on
show.
stage at some point when you guys were killing some time. I think I was changing costumes, but it's you guys said it's the best show we do. Whatever. Like it's I've said it before. It's my favorite thing I do every year.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's a blast.
thank you once again to you guys for involving
Of course,
me. I'm
man.
so
Thank
thrilled
you.
to be a
We
part of
literally
it.
could not do this without you.
Thrilled to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could
Good
win
time.
without you.
You could try.
You can try.
You got away with your words and a big fat cock.
Listen to that full clip. You hear people dying.
Oh yeah.
like,
I was. I mean, I was very happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a feeling it would be funny.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
can
all.
hear them just like, oh.
Go watch last night's karaoke if you have not watched it yet. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. It actually very helps us out, and leave a like as well. And like this video and comment on this one as well. So thank you. Bye.
I am God.
Here we go, bitch.
You know, everyone at home will be doing that.
They know what they
The losers, not the losers. The losers.
This is me this morning doing our little like Monday thing for Patreon, and I'm like, I'm recovering. Watch the show, just in my bed. Just keep on fucking beating. That sounds like it's from the end of Defying Gravity, but it's not.
No, that's Dance Dance.
It
Yeah.
sounds like you're doing the Glinda at the end.
This sounds like Mario falling off like a tower.
That's great. Thank you all. Click all
Vote
the-
tomorrow if you haven't
Vote
voted.
tomorrow. Do
If you
it.
haven't-
Just fucking do it.
Someone said last night the election song convinced them to vote. For real. They're going to vote tomorrow because
Look
of
at
it.
us. That's because of us.
Wow.
Thank you. Bye.
Who
Hey.
can say